like him, inside and outside, through his house with the blue little window and a blue Corvette, and everything is blue for him and himself and everybody around, 'cause he ain't got nobody to listen. I'm blue, I'm a need, I'm a die, 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 I'm a need.
It is staying with the breaking that produces the blessing. It is not what you go through that determines where you end up. It's who you listen to. Because I think right now, you are walking through a valley between two voices. One is wisdom, one is worry. One is gratitude, one is grumbling. One is blame, one is faith.
Because every time you break, and in every way that you break, while it's a chance for you to give up and for you to fall apart, but there's also opportunity to get stronger and get smarter and get faster and get tougher and get more stable and get more resilient and get better.
All right, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Jumper Punch. I like that. Good intro by you there. As you can see, we've got the usuals. Well, if you haven't ever been on the show, you got Rocco, Mars, Paolo, but today we have Vincenz.
Hey, I'm back.
You are back.
Welcome back.
Great to
my
see you,
friend.
Paul.
You too. You too.
You
mate.
too, Mars. And Rocco.
Rocco,
Nice
even
to
though
see you
we,
for the
Just,
first.
he just got back from Perth.
I was going to say for the first time since we were
we
in Perth.
did get back from Perth, so it was a interesting weekend, wasn't it?
This weekend.
The weekend that just went
Yeah.
by. Or?
Oh yeah.
No, not that weekend. This weekend.
Oh yeah, real
yeah.
interesting. Yeah, real,
We'll discuss.
real buzzkill that was.
We'll discuss.
My timing's impeccable, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It is. What a week to come on. Anyway, we actually I had the cameras and we watched you coming into the street today.
Really?
Yeah, let's have a look.
Which big fat bastard did you see walking in?
You know you're in reservoir when you see the lines.
That's how you know that you're in reservoir. You see the lines. You see the lines if you hit reservoir. The
That's what
lines,
you-
and you know
yes.
what else?
What?
The Eagles. Have you ever
And
seen
the,
the
and the Mission Brown bricks.
Yes, for
Beautiful.
sure.
Yeah, that's
My
it.
next door neighbour used to do all the balustrades. So on just about every house in
my
Reservoir.
God.
Yeah, that's it. That was a big business.
Oh, it's
Mission
huge.
Brown, the balustrades, the Eagles, the thing,
Yeah.
man, I'm
I
telling
might
you.
bring it back.
Wow. Everything comes back, you know that.
Brought back a few things.
Everything comes back. Everything comes back. Actually, so we did have the cameras on still. And we seen you when you rocked up with the car. Let's have a look at this.
Okay.
Alugou Goria. Fucking
Vincenz.
Vincenz.
Fucking big
Fucking
Vincenz.
Vincenz. Is that Vincenz? Uma carenda Vincenz.
How good is that, mate? That TikTok craze is beautiful.
I love
so
it.
good.
Don't muck around.
It's a big of Vincenz.
That was in Reservoir too, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that's at the front there. Big of Vincenz are rocked up. Beautiful.
Notice how everyone south of the Yarra calls it Reservoir. And here at northern suburbs, Reservoir.
That always these me because on the train, right, when I got a trainee, so when you go past the stations, they got the auto announcements,
Yes.
and it's Reservoir. Like they want to, like Broadmeadows when they
Reservoir.
called the Broadmeadow Heights. It's not better.
Yeah.
It's still fucking Broady,
Yeah.
right? And the other one is Ruthen,
Oh,
Ruthen
yeah.
Station,
Yeah.
right? They go Ruthen. Man, I've been living here 52 years, no Ruthen. If we called it Ruthen, fucking, that would have got bashed.
Cheerio,
Ruthen.
We're off
It's
to
Ruthen. It's
Reservoir.
Ruth. How do you say that? It's Ruth.
We're off
It's
to
Ruthen.
Reservoir. Well, why doesn't the wordsmith of Reservoir have a say? Why don't you have your say
I
to
do.
Metro?
No, well, I have myself the trainees. That's the first thing I train them.
Can't you just put yourself over the PA of the train?
Every time they
should
go,
do
Like
it.
just stop
welcome
it and then
to
just
Reservoir. Reservoir. No, you got to say Reservoir.
Well, I always notice in federal elections how they call that seat in the western suburbs Lawler. And it's spelled exactly the same as
Yeah, that's right.
Laylor.
Laylor.
So everyone in the north calls it Laylor.
It's Laylor.
Just ask Cootie, he'll tell you.
Yeah, he
He
will
was
too.
born in Laylaw. Yeah, he was too.
Anyway.
All right, let's just go through some serious business, right?
Yes.
No, this is serious.
Okay,
right?
okay, good.
All right, so I just want to put up this photo, and I want everyone to have a look at this. And this is
Who is this?
a special little girl that's one of Taylor's friends.
Okay,
and daughters,
right, okay,
And
yeah.
her name is Uma. Now, poor Uma got leukemia. A couple years ago,
sad.
but it all went well, and she went to remission. But a couple months ago,
Come back.
Come back.
came back, and they've had
Fuck,
to do
man.
now, as normal, the insurance doesn't cover it.
Why? What do you mean?
Insurance won't cover it. The health system won't cover it. So they've put up a GoMe Fund Uma. Go fund.
Go be fun.
Look at
Go,
the fuck up there.
GoFundMe.com for Uma.
It's been a long
For
weekend,
Uma.
hasn't it?
They need 300 grand. They've raised 100,000. All right. So yeah. So she's going through her chemo and all that. So if everyone can get on there, every dollar's going to count. Poor little girl. No one asked for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
Jesus.
unfortunately, so that was just a
That's
little
sad.
bit. It is sad. It's sad when it happens to like
Little
little girl.
Innocent
Yeah.
kids, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so it's sad for anyone. But anyone, if anyone can help, yeah, so just go
Yeah.
to the GoFundMe Uma, and every dollar will help this family. Thank you very much.
Put the link down below.
We'll put the link below and do that. So thank you very much. All right. Now we get back to business.
Yep.
Let's get some coffees. What do you reckon?
Oh, yeah. Jeez,
I can't wait.
Almost forgot.
Let's do it.
Probably going to be iced coffees now.
No. Hey, how you going? Good. Yeah, I know we lost again. Yeah, no. Listen, we need some coffees. Listen, no more small talk. We just need some coffees. Maybe get a little bit of a feed. We're hungry here. We've got a special guest. Who we got? You know, Vince. Yeah, Big Win James. Yeah.
Does he muck? He doesn't muck around.
He doesn't muck around, mate.
That's it.
Yeah, no worries. We'll get
Tell him
some
to
food.
put double of everything.
All right. He's got something special for the Big Win Jeans. He goes, Big Win Jeans, man, I better start setting the plate up. All right. So, yeah, unfortunately, again,
Oh,
they're
well-
short of staff.
Well, no, we're going into health and safety protocols as well.
Again?
Stay in the bubble.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah.
There was a little bit of talk about the masks coming back. There was a
Oh,
bit of-
don't fucking start. I don't want to fucking hear this bullshit about fucking masks. Fuck off.
Don't get me started.
Fuck off.
Wow.
I'm with
I
you,
gotta go
Paul.
get this stuff.
Big Win Jeans. So we went away, right?
Yes,
So
we
you don't
did.
have to wear the mask.
No.
Soon as you walk out of the airport, you got to walk to the plane. You have to put the mask on,
Yep.
and you have to wear it inside the vehicle. Oh!
Oh, look at this.
Look at this, man.
No,
Delivery
no,
driver,
no.
the guy who gave it didn't have a mask, so just be careful when you eat it.
Look at that.
Have a look at that. Mate, we had a big anti-buster last time I was
Ah,
here.
that's it.
Minky, what's
Is
going
that
on here?
actually about
Someone
12
just
months
put,
ago?
someone put water in one of them.
No.
What?
There's water in one.
No, it is too.
What happened
It
there?
is too.
Better bring that one back.
We've got to bring that one back.
That's the first time that's happened in 44
What's
episodes.
happening?
Maybe that was meant for me.
I don't know. All right, well, dig in, boys. I'll go get
Maybe
this
that
one
was-
All right,
done.
while he does that,
Dog doesn't come in.
The-
no,
the
she,
little
she,
tuna.
oh, no,
eat
she won't.
everything,
Yeah, she will eat everything.
100%.
While she does that, who are we sponsored by?
Marino Bros. Coffee roasting. Fucking hell.
So they've,
So
they've
joined
joined.
in too. So they're giving us everything too. Nah, Melbourne Coffee Roasting Co. Carlton 15 at checkout. Have a little bit of a smell.
Hello to Brandon Bevilacqua.
Maybe like
Bevilacqua, thank
Where do
you
you smell
very
from?
Just have a
much.
little, just have a little smell. That's all right.
That.
Is it losing its smell? Well, I think we need an actual.
We need it.
I'm gonna get. We'll go get a full.
We're
pack.
going to get a full pack. All right,
Yep.
we're going to get a full pack. Yeah. So that Marino Brothers naturally.
Yep.
You,
And
you do the honours.
well, I'm changing it up this week.
Oh, you're going to do that? Yeah. No, we need a bit of that.
Actually, Rock, I saw a Marino
Bit of
Brothers
lick.
van
Oh, you did. You
a
did
little
too.
while back.
And you did too. And you sent
Delivering
me a photo.
very early in the morning.
You sent me a photo.
I sent you a couple of photos of that.
We got there. Now we've got to wait for the other coffee. Was he chasing after him?
Yeah.
Oh!
I think you did.
Where's my coffee?
Yeah,
All right,
he's
we're
gone
doing
after
that.
him.
All right, while we're there,
yeah.
what
Yeah.
we'll do is, this is the next one.
Manjada Al Football.
Mangiare al
Sponsored
football.
by Top Dog Liquor.
Hey, Top Dog Liquor, we got that. So, this week, we have got a couple of entries.
Oh,
So
wow.
This is the first one. Anthony Costa. check this out. He's got the pizza, the biet.
The
Now look at
beer.
this. I love this because he's got us,
Uh-huh.
but then look at this on the big screen. The Godfather.
Which show's he watching now? Is he keeping an eye on both?
Mate, both, man.
Good on him.
Now, he also has a website, League Tees.
Really?
So they got t-shirts and...
Hello. Permesso.
Bad mess.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
There we go. Did you have to chase him?
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. I chased him to put his mask on and asked him if he had his 57
All
vaccine.
right, let's have this while we're here.
Oh, we're going to do the
Honest,
honours?
I got a fresh one.
Yeah, you can't,
Yeah, I was just going to
you
say.
can't skull that. You fucking burn your whole
And I'll
mouth there.
scold myself.
Cheers,
Salute,
boys.
salute.
Cheers.
Oh,
There you
Oh,
go.
a bit of
Right there.
spillage, Rocco's
Look
going.
at him, he's... You're right.
Cheers. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Who won the Mangiare al football? We got a winner. Fuck, I got to send out
Wait
these
up.
jumpers of the other winners.
That was
No,
superb.
we do. Shit.
Nice cross to lead. That's good Italian
Courtesy
style,
of Big Vincenzo.
Big
Vincenzo.
Vincenzo.
Big
Only
Vincenzo.
Non Maccarean Vincenzo.
I only bring the best for the best. You know?
That's it. Well,
That's
you know,
right.
best of the best.
Oh, you've actually
That's a
got
good betting product, actually. Best of the best. Bob, you get
It
best
is.
hope and top fixed odds, top luck,
Yeah, bet
top
the Lux.
fluctuation, and top tote. BetTheLux.com.au.
Ka-ching!
I love it. I love it.
Love
Actually, you brought something else too.
I did.
You want to show it later?
'Cause I thought we should celebrate.
what'd you bring?
I know we can't celebrate
When do you
last
wanna
night because we
show it?
lost.
Oh, you
But I
think a
thought
little.
the great Italian drink,
Hey.
Prosecco.
Prosecco.
You mean Prosecco?
We're getting
Or
drunk.
Prosecco, as the
The Aussies love this shit.
Yeah, they do.
They love
All right,
this
while
stuff,
you
mate.
open up that,
You know what I was going to bring? But they changed the look of the bottle, so I thought,
I think I
nah.
know.
Yeah. we
Have
could-
they changed the look of the bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah, the font. They changed
You know
the
the old,
font
the
and that.
white
Why?
one. with
Remember the
white
OG one Nonno and Nonna
the
used to
original
have?
ones. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ah,
They changed
Absolute
it.
dirt.
So I thought, you know what?
Yeah.
I
Nah.
love it.
I want something with a picture in front
I
of it.
love it
That's
too.
a pretty good
and a
picture.
bella
I'm not a
donna.
fan of like
Guarda
That is
bionda.
una bella donna, una bella
Guarda
ragazza.
bionda.
Alright, so
donna.
the second picture.
So,
All right,
Well-
here
have we got any glasses that are appropriate for this?
Yeah, we have actually.
we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Here we go.
All right, so you're going to
Okay.
open them.
Whoop, whoop.
No,
Well,
I'm not good at doing this. So I'm going to let you do
Oh,
do
Mars?
this.
Welcome to the cooking show.
Oppa, yeah. Ready? Up, boop, boop. Uno, due, tre. Come on, mate.
This is after the premiership.
Let's go. Oh!
You can do the honours.
All right. A bit disappointed after last night.
Ah,
We
well.
we played our opponents from the
We'll
1995
go through that.
premiership.
We'll go through that. We'll go through
We
all the
did a Melbourne
stats
Dawson,
and
that's what
everything.
we did.
Anyway, the
But-
first one was Anthony Costa. Everyone, so did you see that?
What?
We'll show it again.
Oh, yeah. No, he sent that in. He sent an email in
Yeah.
of pictures of that beer and that pizza, but now we sent it in with the JP in the
Yes,
background.
yes. And
That's
did
a good
you see
setup.
what's on the back?
Goodfellas.
No.
No, Godfather. Oh, yes.
All right, so the second person was this.
That's proper. Ooh.
It's a spread.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look
They
at
got
that.
a marinara.
Yeah.
They got the oysters.
Where did we eat that, Mars?
That's your missus that sent that.
That's a cut. That's
I was
a
just going to
come
say,
on,
Rocco,
man.
I recognise
it was
that food.
actually, it was
Oh,
actually
right.
sent by Ange.
By Ange.
Oh, was it
Ange.
really?
Yeah, he sent in. That's what we ate the other day when we went to do a
Christ.
special.
Oh, Ange sent it in.
I
Mate, put it up on your own social media, mate.
No, we did that. So, Ange, you're not going to win it, all right? We're not going to get a top. So we're going to give it to, I believe, Anthony Costa. Man, he put the
Yep,
photo,
yep,
he put
absolutely.
the
Good
video.
setup too.
Oh yeah, and the thing.
I've
man.
got to send the bloody other jumpers out. I haven't had it.
This
I
guy's a
haven't
bit
done
lower
it.
than
I've
those.
been very slack with these rewards. I need to send out 4 now, I think. Anthony,
Well,
Nicholas. Wait, who was our 1000th one?
Hey, this is-
Anthony Modica.
Anthony Modica. Porco Dio.
Close
we,
Mate.
I'm telling you, we're a class act here.
Mate,
I'm
we're
sorry.
all
I'm
over the
sorry.
top today. It's
I'm
beautiful.
sorry. I'm going to get onto it. I'm really sorry. I must apologise. We've been understaffed at work, and I haven't had a chance to do anything.
What are we celebrating?
I don't know. We're celebrating.
Life.
Bigger win.
Celebrating-
We're celebrating Big Vincenzo.
Oh,
Big
no.
Vincenzo.
Thank you very much, boys. Celebrating friendship
That's it.
Type
That's
and
all
button.
you do.
and the Italian
That's
lifestyle.
it.
Make sure you hit like.
Celebrating
right
lives.
now. Hit
That's
like
right.
on the video.
Celebrating
I mean,
lives.
where do you get people drinking the
Sponsored by
champagne?
Tobin
Tobin Brothers Funeral. Celebrating lives. That's what Rex used to call 3AW, the Tobin Brothers, because they put everyone to sleep.
No, he used to
No,
say
no,
that about the
ABC. Sorry
He's
about the
dedicated to
ABC.
Michael Maloney
You like
as
hot
well.
salami?
Loves a little bit of a swirl. Give it a swirl.
You like hot salami? Oh, do you smell like that?
Yeah,
Not bad, Prosecco.
bit dry.
We should get him on here.
Dry?
And you make him do a full.
Prosecco's dry.
No.
Yeah, he's
Prosecco's
Nah,
dry.
That's
We're
on
gonna
the
get him
sweet
back
side.
on.
For
This
a
is
champagne,
dry.
for
Prosecco, that is sweet. It's not as dry as most, but
you
Prosecco's
like
a dry.
hot?
Mate, I worked in a bottle shop for
This
5
the
years.
one I
Yeah,
made.
chance. Come on, big.
Mate,
That's a
well,
bit on
it's
the sweet side.
That is a
This
bit
is
on
one
the
I
sweet
made.
for
just
Prosecco.
recent.
Yeah, but see, I made the smaller one because I ran out of skin, so I had to use the smaller one. So they dried quicker. So the big ones
nice
aren't dry.
medium.
But
Yeah. That's actually really nice, that.
Yeah,
Alright,
that's
so the winner
easy to
was.
drink.
We already announced.
We already
that.
announced
Mr.
it.
Costa.
Yeah, beautiful.
All right. So
I don't even know who the other one is. Anthony Modica. I wrote it down somewhere.
Everyone get onto the merch. Bada bing,
I'll
bada
just
boom.
give Paul some of
Go,
this.
go.
What we'll do is
Paolo.
Let me. I've just got a
Oh,
few
you-
things.
you're
So I
busy?
will. I'll write down a
put
few
it in the middle.
things,
Yeah, that's
and
all right.
I'm going to
just taste
slam
some
them
of this.
soon.
Put it in the middle. I'll do it. What we'll do.
Okay. If you're watching, hopefully you've got your own little antipasto going.
Well, if you,
And if you're loving the content right now, just click like button. Click the like
No.
button right now. Seriously.
if you're loving what we're doing now, I am shocked, mate. Just so you know.
what is this? Oh, is this a
And if
body
you're
shape?
really loving it, right?
Yeah.
If you're really loving it, have a look at this.
Please, sir. I want some more.
What? What? Ask for more?
So if you're really loving it, please give us more,
We
so
want
we
more.
can eat like this.
ASMR.
All
That reminds
right,
me of Oliver Twist when I see those images.
Oh yeah.
all right.
It was that era.
This has been good. I don't know where I'm at. All right. Listen, before we start into where we were supposed to be, right?
Yes.
I got a few things I got to fix up from last week.
You're not wrong. I rang you straight after the show. I said,
The
"Do you know how many
first thing
things you got
is-
wrong?"
When we went to the after party, we went to the Camfields, not the Cambridge, which I was calling it all night.
The Cam Field.
Camfield.
Just field, not like Northlands.
You got this habit of putting an S on the end
Yeah,
of
I'm a
everything.
wog, man.
Even David Parkin is David Parkins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
Have
Northland
you
was
noticed that?
Northlands for
Well,
ages, mate. And
Everyone
then
in the northern suburbs calls it
All right,
Northlands.
so it's Northfield. That's where we went. There's no such thing as a Cambridge, so everyone's looking around.
Cam Field.
Camfield. You just called it Northfield.
No, he
just say
said that
Northfield.
there's
You
no
know-
such thing as a
you know-
Cambridge.
Can I tell you-
but he said Northfield.
Can I tell you what he was doing?
Did I just say Northfield?
I swear on
I
my
know
mum.
what-
So
I
there's
know-
no Northfield, there's no Cambridge, there's a Camfield.
There
I
we
know
go.
what he was doing. We had the Camfield, and all that weekend in Perth, we went to a place called Northbridge.
Yeah, we did.
Ah,
we
right.
actually ate there quite a bit.
He got his wires
And
crossed.
so he decided to combine them both. He only had about 4 hours sleep
All right, so
before
the
last
other,
week's
yeah,
show.
I know, when I did that
He
show.
made a
So
new
Cambridge.
suburb in Double
So
I,
instead
had,
of
I did have
Camfield,
no
Northbridge,
sleep, no excuse. But, and the other one is, when we did, right, we showed, who did we show? David, we showed Mackay. Yeah, and I said, oh, he's the only one who won 4 flags.
Well, we got
No.
it right. We knew that. We
No,
said
I
that.
All
knew
right,
that.
so first of all, Jezza Dool Johnson. There was heaps of it. But not only that,
They all won 4
I
flags.
found out that Charlie Hammond,
He was the first one. He won 5.
he won 4. There you go. So we stuffed it all completely.
Did he play in 06, 07, 08,
Yeah.
14 and 15?
No, just 14, I think. I think he played.
Well, that's 5.
Oh, he might have played in all 5. Yeah. Because he
That's
took a
3?
break, I think, and then he came back and he won another
Yeah.
2. Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. So there,
Yeah, but
there you go.
the thing I think that you were trying to say about David Mackay is he's the only player in the history of Carlton to play in 3 premierships against Collingwood.
Is he really?
Yeah. 70, 79 and 81.
Wow.
In fact, you were right about his last kick.
Yeah,
It was
well,
a goal.
No, I know his last kick. Now,
At least you got that right
In the
last
81
week.
grand.
Now, thank you, Vince,
That's all
for
right.
trying to make me look better. I was not speaking that at all. I was just thinking, you trying to make it better there, but no.
You did all right. You did all right.
All right, so now we are episode 44.
Yep. All right.
We like to thank, first of all, Spirit of Carlton
Yes. And
Yeah.
the Blues even
and
too.
the Blues even though.
He's got a running gripe with them.
I'm just saying, it's like, it's there, mate. Anyway, but thank you, guys.
And the sponsor.
And the sponsor. Who's the sponsor?
North Seafood and Grill.
Yeah, I was getting to that.
Okay, sorry.
So brought to you by North. Brought to you by North
him on his
Seafood and Grill.
toes.
No, we're brought to you by the good Angelo, and that food that you saw, we did eat there because we went there to interview a special guest this week.
We'll get to
Fantastic.
We're
food,
going to
wasn't
get to that, yeah. And you saw how good the food was. Like my missus,
It's
she
actually not. It's actually like.
I'm
rouse.
telling you, did you see
Very
the
good.
oysters? Oysters were superb. I know
Oysters
you-
are a fantastic aphrodisiac.
And from Ange himself, he
You should have
said.
seen that night.
And from. But wait, the line from Ange
But
himself.
you brought it up.
Remember what Ange said after we were having a chat with him? Can't fucking stand oysters.
Who, Ange?
He
No, he
hates
it? He
them.
doesn't like them.
Oh, okay.
But he serves them.
But he says a very good one.
You got to do.
Sometimes you've
It's
got
not
to
what
take
he
one for
likes.
the team.
It's what the
That's what he
customer
says.
likes.
But the
And the
oysters were
customer's
nice. My
always right.
missus, she loves oysters, and she said they were very good.
I had the
so-
whiting, superb.
Whiting.
The Jason Whiting from WA, the jockey
the
from
blue
Perth.
Grenadier.
I had the blue
Everything goes
bird.
back to racing, doesn't it?
You had something else.
Whatever it comes
No,
with.
you had the bluebird.
The blue
Blue
boy.
boy.
Blue Boy.
I don't know, what does that come with standard? I don't know what fish it is.
Prawns.
I know the prawns, the
And it was some
calamari.
sort of fish, yeah.
Anyway, it was nice.
remember.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
it was the fish of the day.
Cooked to perfection.
Done deal. All right, first, let's have a look at this first person. You probably watched him play.
Am I that old?
Was that a dig or was that just...
Nah, listen. Maury Shanky. It's 59 to 65, 100 games, 61 goals. In many ways, was likened to he was the predecessor of Percy Jones. He was very much like him.
Really?
What's that noise?
I think your dogs are going mental
Oh, the
outside.
dogs, that's sort of such damage they're doing out there. All right. A popular ruckman who was tragically killed in a head car
Was he
crash
really?
only weeks after his 100th game.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But apparently he was very much like Percy Jones. So let's have a look at some footage of him.
Is this in the 44 Guernsey or has he gone to a lower
Nah,
number?
he only wore it for a few games again, but it's I think he wore 16 most of the time. I love the shorts. They're big, man. Look at this one. He had a bit of pace about it. Just see
He
that.
ran away from the goals.
Open up the angle.
I wish some of our players did that this week.
Did they?
You did it with
Even
guys.
have shots?
Look at him go. Look at
Yeah.
this. Look at this.
He's in the number 16.
So you wore
Hey.
the number 16 as well.
He did. So only wore the 44 for a few games, and then moved over to the. I think he wore it for one season, and then moved over to the 16. Yeah.
He's pushed aside by Williams. Silvani kicks the ball.
Silvani.
Surge.
Yeah, that was a big surge. Yeah. And look at this. This is against Polly.
Polly Farmer.
There you go. He didn't win. Actually lost that. But that was
He did win against
that was a great Polly Farmer. Yeah. There he is again.
Brought down a house screamer. The ball comes out onto the half-back flank. It's Sankey on
Sankey.
the bottom of the pack. The umpire yard, and he was caught by big long Sankey, who's about 6'8". He will clear it up towards the half-forward line.
There you go. There was a bit of footage about him, so there you go. And he was actually the first player to wear the number 44.
Huh.
There you go. The next one is, who knows this
Alex
one?
Silvani.
Silvani.
All right.
Everyone from the... you
Alex
can go.
Silvani.
17, 18, he played 7 games, actually played 60 all up. He kicked how many goals?
2? Oh,
0 for Carlton.
Wait, but he kicked a couple for...
They kicked 10 all up, but 0 for Carlton. He is the second cousin of the Carlton legend, the Stephen Silvani.
And he would have to hold the record for the least amount of games played before making the leadership group.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
was,
gee.
yeah.
Far out.
Because they announced him as part of the
sheesh.
leadership group, but he never played a game.
Fuck, that's
Wow,
when you
wait.
know you're in dire straits.
Then he got injured,
Wow,
and then
yeah.
Did
he
his
never played.
knee, did like a patella
Yeah, and
tendon
then
or
he
something.
decided to retire.
Who else was there in the leadership group? Do you
I
remember?
think like Cruiser and that. Or
Oh.
who was still playing?
Plowman.
Plowman.
Which Bowman number?
That's where I go.
That's career 1, so what's that, 2015?
2016.
16?
It'd probably be in the times when
Bolton was there.
Murphy was still the captain.
Correct.
17,
Bolton was senior coach.
17, 18.
Simpson, it would have been...
Yeah.
Louis Simpson.
Had Gibbs
would've
left
been-
already?
Yeah, Gibbs. No,
Cruiser. Gibbs for a little
Simpson.
bit.
yeah,
He had a great game against Buddy.
yeah. I
Yes,
guess that's
well,
what it
that's
is.
the big game. That's the game.
That's the fucking only game. Yeah.
Oh, who's this bloke?
Oh, that's not
Dennis Lane.
That's not Lawrence Angwin, is it?
Is that
Damien Lane.
Damien Lane?
Very good.
I gotta do some research, man. I
That
have
was
to
really
know
good.
something.
He played 3 games, 1 goal
I didn't get the name.
What year was that?
in,
99.
I think it was 98. Rookie listed by Carlton, played 3 games.
Just came on. Just came on.
Hard to believe it's nearly 25 years
I don't even
ago.
know why I got him up there. Really did nothing. Just 3 games.
Well, he wore the number
He
44.
wore
and
the
he played
body
3
bombs.
games.
All right, let's have a look. Come on. Who's this bloke here? Let's be serious here.
I don't
Harry
know.
Matten.
I don't know.
Big Just.
We'll do some
number
stats
42.
on him. 83 to 96. He played 287 games for Carlton. He actually played 332 all up because he ended up playing 40 odd for Essendon. 170 goals, 190 all up. Now, Premiership player in 87 and 95. Best and fairest, 85 and 91. All Australian, 87 and 95. He was all Australian in the Premiership year. Do
That's
you
huge.
understand?
Yeah,
That's big things.
Both premiership years.
Big month.
Yes, both Premiership years, you're correct. And Carlton Hall of Fame, the 206 centimetre, he was an outstanding tap ruckman, and he was, who played in 4 grand finals, 2 flags, and was within 1 vote
Yep.
of sharing the Brownlow
Wow.
medal
Yep.
in 1985 with Brad Hardy.
Wow,
That's a good effort.
It is.
What did the commentator call him when he kicked that goal on the run against Adelaide? An elephant or a rhinoceros? It was like an elephant or something when he took the running bounce.
Giraffe.
A giraffe. Was it a giraffe? Yeah.
In 1987,
That was his iconic
grand
goal.
final was given 2 weeks for striking Michael Tuck
It's okay. No
at the end,
worries.
so that was worth it.
And believe me, Michael Tuck was seeing stars at the end of that game. He didn't even know that he'd put it on a short sleeve Guernsey.
That's right.
It's just
He
about
ended
the first
up
time in his life.
30 odd degrees.
After his career, he ended up Minister of Sports and Entertainment.
Small accolade.
Yep, and the Minister of the Com Games.
Commonwealth Games of 2006.
6. Correct.
And
Under Steve Bracks.
that's like my missus. She's the Minister of Finance and Entertainment.
Where?
In the Stenuti household. He was a great player, Harry.
One of the great highlights was that 1993. So let's have a look at that.
What a goal.
His left footer.
Oh, we're actually going to
He's
hear the
30
call.
metres in the clear. Wren giving chase. What a sprint.
Look at him
This
go.
is something
Look at
to
Sean
watch.
Wren chasing him.
Goes long for goal. He might have kicked it. Sensational.
And it was a lead
Fuck, I
Adelaide
love
would
Jim
struggle to
Morphy.
regain.
What a
Jim
goal.
Morphy was- He was a great goal.
Yeah.
On ABC.
Sensational goal! Sensational! Magnificent!
Yeah.
I was there, yeah.
I'll tell you one
I
thing.
was there
One
too.
thing about Harry.
Yeah, I mean,
He might have
that's
been nearly
ball
7
sack.
foot.
Yeah.
He might have been nearly 7 foot, but I think we've said this on Talking Blue, Rocco. He was a very good kick for goal.
He was.
Very accurate kick for goal.
As evidenced through that sausage roll there.
As we can see now. Let's have a look at some highlights and go
Okay.
through some, because there are some great highlights here. Have a
Yeah.
look at this.
Courtesy of
So this
that.
is earlier on, and
Yeah,
you can
this is in
see
the mid 80s.
Just lumbering.
in his first game for Carlton, he kicked 5 goals.
Fuck. Did he?
The bloke was very accurate.
Remember these days, Rocco? The Tuesday night escort
Yeah, that's
cup?
right, the Escort Cup. Now you
When
can
were
see
these
the way
played?
he bends
Pre-season?
down.
Seriously?
That's why he's got back
In the
problems.
middle of the
Look how
season,
much.
every Tuesday night.
Look how much he's bending down.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
every
that.
Tuesday with the.
Every Tuesday night at Waverley, there was a game. At night.
Look
That
at
was
this goal
televised.
from the boundary.
Yeah, because he's got to keep the ball low
That's
to
at
his
Prince's
foot.
Park.
Because he's so tall.
Look at those
That's
days.
why he's got back problems there.
Oh, well, he kicked the goal.
That was another one.
There's nothing like kicking
Oh,
goals at the Robert Heatley stand-in, is there?
That's a 300-metre bloke, just bloody. Look at this bloke. Look at it. Boom!
Lou Richards. Yeah, Cameron Hart got off the half-back
He
line.
was TDK
Lovely.
before TDK.
He was.
Maybe
This is at
TDK.
Arden Street. What's the hook on this one?
Maybe TDK can take a leaf out of his book and actually.
Look at this tap. Look at this
goal
tap.
kicking.
Down to Bradley.
It was good.
Across to Robertson. Carlton
With
forward
Shane
again.
Robertson and
Ah.
Kernahan.
What a kick.
Watch this. Watch this tap here. Look at this.
Look at that.
Oh!
Straight to Ashman.
Nah. I'm telling you, he was a good mark, man. He was a good bloke to go up forward to take.
Who would you liken him to now? Any ruckman?
I'd say Goldstein from North Melbourne.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. I think
Probably
you're
the
right.
closest
Hey, look
I
at
can
this. He has a bit of a scuffle.
Bit of a
Hey,
pick-up.
watch this. And he was a shifty little player. Watch this. What's this?
What's he going to do? Is he going to kick a banana?
He's going to put him on the floor.
Oh, this is funny.
Yeah.
He just steps forward a couple of steps. Goes, thank you very much.
And look at him, he's wrapped.
He used to love the humour of the game.
He's kicked his third goal, then. You won't. Kennedy for Carlton. Kicks it out towards half back.
Oh.
Against his brother, he loved the challenge
he
of
loved
playing
it, of
against his
course,
brother.
yeah.
I mean, they were both fantastic ruckmen.
Mate, when he put his arms up, like, there's no way you're going to get to him. Look at that. That was just a little tap
There's
there.
Richard Dennis.
Oh, Kernan, he'll kick a sausage.
Yeah,
Oh, yes, he will.
Oh.
Little squirter.
yeah.
There's Elvin.
Yeah. This is at Waverley.
Oh, look at this.
Surely not.
No.
There you go.
That was left foot.
Not bad, eh? I mean, there's a lot of room for error when you're that tall.
Yeah, I know,
When you're dropping the ball from up here down to your
correct.
foot.
Correct.
And yet he used to get it
He actually
right.
keeps it low to his
Yeah, he does.
foot.
Yeah.
Watch this. Look how low he gets it.
On a set shot, yes. But on the run, it's not as easy.
Puts the ball forward, and it's a nice goal.
It's a nice goal.
Well, a good mark by
That was one of the semi-finals. That was the 1987 semi-final, I reckon.
Yeah. How good was that? Watching the big Harry. He's a champion. He's a champion.
Yep.
All right. Next one. Who's this bloke?
Carazzo.
Carazzo.
Andrew Carats.
Love this
Carrots.
bloke.
as they
Carrots.
call him.
The carrots. That was the rednecks gave him that name. Carrots.
Carrots.
We wouldn't call him carrots.
No.
But that was Carazzo. So he was a two-time pre-season premiership player.
2005, 2007.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
And he was the 2007 Best and Fairest winner. In 2002, recruited by Geelong, and in 2000 as a rookie, and then in 2004, recruited by Carlton as a rookie. Was also acting captain in a few games, but memorably in his 100th game, he captained the side. There you go. So let's have a look at. This is like a bit of like. I think you like this little bit of footage. Let's have a look at this one there. Oh no! First, have a look at this photo.
Oh, okay, all right. This
Who's
is an
this?
interesting photo. All right, let's zoom in on this.
Guess who he's with?
Ange and Andrew Carazzo. Look at that.
Imagine
Isn't it
that.
At Prince's Park.
So
Around about 1993.
no, it was 96.
Was it
Oh, there you
96,
go,
was it?
96.
Yeah, it was a
Oh,
90.
so it was after the premiership.
It was, like,
It was after the
Okay,
premiership.
righto.
What
It was
did
like
you
a
say?
pre-season game, yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
And they had it after ground, and there you go. He's standing next to one of his idols, because Carazzo is a massive Carlton supporter.
Still?
Before
Yes.
and still.
Massive.
I'm telling you, when you speak to him, like imagine you spoke to him. When you speak to him, he is a massive Carlton supporter. It's like it's a spinner, yeah. So that's it. So let's have a look at a few highlights of him. Oh, first of all, yeah, definitely. Let's have a look at this one.
Good arms.
Who's with Juddy?
That's my favourite highlight, that. He
Stanford.
kicked the left foot snap over his head. Yeah, fantastic.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's probably
That's
my
a
favourite
nice
highlight of
goal.
him, that goal against Essendon.
Yeah.
2010, we broke
Hey,
it.
look at him. This is look at
Oh
him
my
when he
God.
first started. Look at the hair on him. Look at this goal.
Look at the score. Don't look at the score.
Yeah, no, don't look at the score. Don't look at the score. Look at this. Nice one.
Did a little Dacos there.
I love this bit. Watch this. This shows what Carazzo's about. Look, bang. Watch this.
Again.
Klinger,
Bang.
gone. See you later.
He was a very good tagger,
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
but he got a lot of his own ball.
But
Yeah,
it was
correct,
bring it the other
correct.
way, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the goal. Over the shoulder. This is when we stopped this winning streak that Essendon had
Yeah,
over
yeah.
us, and we killed them.
That's the
We
one.
kicked 3 goals in the first minute of the last quarter.
And look at him.
This
Like,
is
he-
arguably his best game for the club.
Yeah.
Against Collingwood. Yeah, smash Pendlebury.
And
Is a
is it-
great goal. Elimination final, Essendon. It's just another team goal.
How
Yes.
good was that?
He was a very important player in those years.
Loved him. And what I loved about him is
golly.
he rookie for Geelong 2
Yes.
years, never got a game. Come over to Carlton, rookie again. Eventually
60
got
games
his.
in the VFL.
And you'll hear in the interview, because we did interview him, that he only ever was dropped once in his whole career
he really?
in 194 games.
Yeah.
That is a good bloody effort, and they made him part of the leadership group, and he did end up captaining. Mate, when someone's a rookie and they get to that, I reckon that's it, because you're giving everything you've got.
Well, there's not many rookies that would, play 60 games in the VFL.
And that's right. That's another thing you said. Like,
anymore.
No, you don't do that anymore.
No,
Like,
it's straight
he was
in.
saying.
What about Will Hayes?
Yeah.
Play a
exactly.
couple games straight in, Durden, one, not even a game in the reserve.
He was
before
saying,
played.
and you'll hear this in the interview, but remember when he said that they used to not even train with the senior group. They used to train away from the group, and then if there was someone missing, they would get like a rookie in there to fill in the gap. But apart from that, they would train. So they were like lepers.
Yeah.
They were like
Shunned.
They were shunned.
Shunned from society. I can think of a few
So
people
anyway-
who've been shunned from society in the last 2 years, but anyway.
Let's have a look at this.
Go into that.
And here we have it. Andrew Crotzo, how are you, mate?
Bloody good. How you boys going? Yeah, I'm
Fantastic.
awesome.
Pleasure to see you. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to bloody be here.
Yeah.
So we got to have dinner with the great man
Yeah, we
himself.
had a dinner and
it was,
beer. We had a bit of a chat. Yeah.
We did.
It was awesome.
Was it awesome for you? Or
It's definitely awesome for us, yeah. So this is episode
44.
44, of course. 44. Nah. I could have forgotten. It's 44. So there's only one man we can get. Harry Madden.
Harry Madden was also busy.
So we got Andrew Carazzo
Andrew
himself.
Carazzo, and it's a pleasure joining the Jumper Punch. So, first thing I'm going to talk about is your time at Carlton, of course, yeah?
Yep.
Of course, or else. But you did start somewhere else, huh? You started at Geelong. They kind of like stole you away. They just swept the carpet under your feet, didn't they?
They did, yeah. No, I was training with the Blues for a couple of months before the rookie draft, and then the Cats picked me. And then,
Were you spewing?
Yeah, I was.
You're a big Carlton
I was
supporter.
a big, and still am.
Yeah,
but
still am,
big Carlton fan then, and wanted to stay, but didn't work out. So got a couple of years down there, and they obviously struggled a little bit after I left. But, 3 flags. But no, I got to where I wanted to be eventually.
Yeah,
So.
of course you did.
Well, he played 194 games for the Blues. You kicked 48 goals in your career.
Sounds like a lot when you say 48, but
What does
one every what's that? One every 4 games.
4 games?
Not
Does
bad.
it feel like a lot? Or?
No, I didn't. I didn't feel like I kicked one every 4 games.
Well, the best goal he ever kicked was the one against Essendon.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you a bit of footage about that.
All right, we'll put that up on the screen.
That up on the
but
screen.
You have a look at this.
We'll give it back.
Okay, I don't know which one you're going to go with, yeah? All right, okay.
Yeah, you know the guy.
You know this one.
This is one of those wish you could have back moments.
What's that about? You are pumped.
So we love the
Yeah.
we love that.
Nah, there was just me and
Stanton.
Brett Stanton were having a bit of argy-bargy before that, so no, I just wanted to remind him of what just happened.
And just let him know about the score.
Let him know about the score. So, no, not one of my finest moments.
No,
but
we love it.
But that was a great moment. And we also love the one, well, this is a special request of Paul, who couldn't be here tonight. But he did say, you love that one.
Yeah, that was a really. Someone actually asked me about this today, funnily enough. But that was a special day because, you know, we lost the last 3 years or 2 years in the finals.
Yeah.
I remember that morning. I woke up that morning and I was instantly nervous as soon as I woke up. So there was a lot of pressure on us, and we came out and played fantastic. And that goal was, I kicked a goal. There's a couple of minutes left.
Correct. I remember that.
I remember it like it was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
The ball got kicked out, and I saw up the field that we had like 2 or 3 guys in a row, and I sprinted.
Go on your bike.
I sprinted.
Yeah.
I remember Andy Walker marked it, and he turned. He was going to run into goal, and I was screamed at him to give it to me, and he gave it to me, and it was an absolute mongrel kick that went through. But I just the pressure release after that goal was like You know, it just felt great. So,
That was fun.
no, it was awesome.
Nah, man, I can't even imagine, man. Well, tell me about like because you played a couple years for Geelong's reserves, yeah.
Yep.
Didn't get a break. They didn't give you a break. Who was coach at the time? Was it
Bomber Thompson.
It was Bomber Thompson. They didn't give you a break. Dog. Right. Then you come over. You come over to Carlton, right? So then you get that first game, which would have been in
2004.
2004.
Yep.
Later on in the year.
Second last game.
Tell me how they tell you that you got your first game. How did you feel? Like, what happens? When do you find out? Who tells you?
Well, Dennis Bagan told me.
Yeah. Does he tell you personally before?
Yeah, he told me personally.
Oh, yeah.
But I remember, funnily enough, I'd played 60 games in the twos before getting my foot. But that stuff doesn't happen anymore, you know what I mean? Guys,
not anymore. You pay like $5, not even a game. Mate,
that's
you
right.
get drafted and
you're straight in,
yeah.
you know? So, like, I had to play, I played a lot in the twos
You earned
before I
your
got
spot.
I earned my spot.
Yeah.
But funnily enough, like halfway through that year, I'd pretty much given up hope that I was going to play.
Yeah.
And
Oh, did you?
yeah, because I'd tried so hard and played really well at Geelong and just hadn't got a look in. And then it was almost like as soon as I stopped caring, I started doing really well.
Yeah.
So yeah, to get and the fact that I knew that I pretty much had one chance. That was it. Like if I played like dog shit in that first game, that was it. I was done. You know what I mean? I'm going to be a Sparky or a Chippy or whatever.
That's right. That's
4
right.
weeks later. So you know.
Who did you get brought in for? Was it for an injury?
That's a really good question. I remember it was the last ever game at
Princess Park.
against Melbourne.
Oh, was that the game?
That was the game.
Yeah.
No.
Nah.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. That was the next year. The next year we played
Correct.
the last game.
Correct.
But yeah, my first game was at Princess Park
At least you got
against Melbourne. We had a good win.
Yeah.
And then won the next week again. So
And tell me your first kick or did you kick a goal that game?
I didn't kick a goal that game. My first kick was an absolute mongrel. I remember I was playing back line, back pocket. Matty Lappin said to me before the game, Skinny said, if I get it early, come past, I'll give it to you. Just to sort of get me in the game.
Yeah.
And I remember it was maybe like 10 minutes into the game. He got the ball and he handballed back to me, and all I could think of in my head was, get this thing as far away from me as possible. And I was half back, and I tried to roost it as far as I could, and it just dribbled along the ground.
Far out.
And then I was playing on Aaron Davey. I remember just thinking, I've got to get back to him straight away. So I was just panicked. But nah, not a very memorable first game.
No, well, it's a memorable.
It was a memorable game.
Well, you got to play for your boy.
All right, and how was that? Was that a good interview?
It was fun, mate.
How good is?
Oh, he's awesome, man. We were with him for like 4 hours. We had dinner with him.
Yeah.
He came from where was Myrtlesford?
Yeah. Where did he come from?
He drove down from
Mansfield.
No, well, he was in Mansfield the previous day. Then he drove up to Myrtleford,
Myrtleford.
which is like 3.5 hours
Then he come
away.
home. He lives in the eastern suburbs.
Yeah, then he came
and then
back.
he come over, you know.
And he met with us.
He met with us.
It's a fair effort.
I'm telling you, we had dinner. Then Ange got involved naturally. He comes along.
We showed him the photo
They showed the photo.
from when Andrew was only 12.
So you'll see that. You'll see that Ange pops in, and we get him to show that.
it was
Like,
fun.
I still think that's amazing that you meet one of your players and then you play for that team. Like it's a spin out, you know, and
Full circle.
And also to play for the team you love.
You barracked for.
How many people do that?
Levi Casbolt.
Well, Levi Caswell did it. So there's what about
It's a lot of players.
our
that fall
number
into
Sam Doherty.
Sam
Yes.
Doherty, and also I've forgotten his name. Our favourite player now. What's the redhead in our side?
Oh,
Cottrell. Yeah, Cottrell's a Carlton. mate.
Cottrell
Cottrell's
was a
a
Carlton supporter, yeah.
Is that like Reservoir?
Cottrell? That's it.
You know who calls him Cottrell? Matt Hill.
Matt Hill.
Oh, really?
That's where we picked it up from.
Yeah.
Cottrell.
That's where we
How
got
does
it
that,
from.
eh?
I love it.
Now, if Matt Hill can call
Everyone
football,
watches.
Yes.
you
Everyone's,
call football, you can call races
Matt
one
Hill
day.
is-
Imagine,
Unreal.
I hope my day, and if someone sees this, Matt Hill and I calling the footy together.
Oh, mate.
How good would that be?
I love Matty Hill.
How good would that be?
No one would,
I
no one
love
would beat
Matty
us.
Hill.
Craig
no one would
Hutchison,
beat us.
Craig Hutchison, the challenge is there.
Yeah.
Get this guy calling on
No,
SEN.
no one would beat us.
Nah.
It'd be the greatest calling duo since Rex
Cottrell
Hutton
and
and Quentin
Sarah.
Gribers.
Cottrell and Sarah.
Live from Reservoir.
I love it. I love it. All right. What are we here for?
What are we here for? I don't know.
The Mighty Blues.
Bring the vibes down a notch.
Totally poor.
Everyone wants to blame.
All right.
The blame game starts.
Let's have a look. The scores.
Ah, God.
Does anyone want to Is it
Oh,
worth?
I'll do it. Okay, 8-7-55 to 12-13-85. 3 to Kerno, singles each to Cripps, to Conning, Hewitt, Motlop, and Silvani. Is this the lowest score we've kicked all year?
It's the lowest tone of your voice all year.
Gold Coast?
Maybe. No, I think we kicked 60 odd.
Rio?
No, I reckon this is the lowest.
Yeah, it has to be the lowest.
We pretty much kicked 4 in the first, and then what? We
Got a
kicked
look at
1 right at the end, so we really kicked
We
another
kicked 62
3.
against Gold Coast, and we kicked 62 against Fremantle.
That's our lowest.
That's our lowest score for the year.
So we pretty much kicked like 4 goals in 3 quarters.
Oh, it was dismal.
It was disgraceful. Hey, listen, we'll look at some of these stats. I don't know if they really even matter, but I thought I had to put something up. Let's have a look at the Bulls paddock here, and we'll see. I want to show you something, right? Can you read this? Well, someone read this week's score. Disposals.
122.
So there were 129 last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same players, go.
56 contested possessions.
65 last week.
Okay.
24 clearances.
So, have I got clearances? Why haven't I got clearances up here? I don't know.
Anyway, okay.
All right.
Whatever.
But they were close. They were close.
20 score involvements.
So there were 29 last week, and you can understand we kicked more goals, all right?
24 tackles.
20 tackles last week, so we had more tackles.
105 pressure acts.
84 last week.
Two
So my
goals.
question is,
2 goals.
and you're the stats man, so you could probably answer this even better.
Yes.
So we're getting the same amount of, like, it's not like we're really losing in these sort of stats, right?
Yep.
But how can we be beaten so bad?
Efficiency. Period. And class and composure. That's all it was.
So it's not about, they're capable, they can do it.
Absolutely they are. Absolutely they are.
So that's
and
the
we've
thing,
seen that they've been.
and that's why
capable
sometimes
this year.
people get stats, and stats mean no stugats. Because
Well,
sometimes a lot, it's up here, it's like...
I mean, the only stat that matters at the end of the day is the scoreboard.
Of course, at the end of the day. Let's have a look. I put this one here, right? There's only 2 of them. Because who else was running?
no one.
Right. All right, let's have a look at these ones here, right?
20 disposals.
No, I didn't have them
Okay.
because they were, we had different players
20
here.
disposals, 8 turnovers, 7 marks, 5 tackles,
1 tackle inside 50 and 1
1
goal. And all 5 tackles came from Jesse Motlop.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And the goal.
And the goal came from Jesse Motlop.
So you take away those.
It's basically Jesse Motlop.
That is basically.
So forget
Jesse-
putting Durden up there, right?
Well, yeah.
Well, for that game,
And
yeah.
to tell you the truth, that's one of our massive issues was the pressure by these small forwards and that half forward.
Shocking.
Keeping the ball there.
They can't keep it, and
Shocking.
when we can't keep it in, you see what the problem is, man. You need
Well,
those inside 50s, man. So,
One, the link up between our mids, half-backs and the half-forwards completely broke down. Again.
There was no
Again.
And then when the half-forwards did get possession of the ball, they butchered it.
and that was the
Fucking
other
butchered
issue.
it.
All right, let's have a look. Last week we praised them. Let's have a look at this week.
Fresh Princes of Carlton, 19
All right.
touches, 7 marks, 2
So they had
contested,
28
5
this week. Last week they had 28. Marks, 7. Last week, 15. Contested marks, right?
Only 2.
Well, last week they only had 4, but doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, contested marks numbers are always...
Score involvements, 9. Last week they had 21, right? And then the goals, 10-6 to 3-3.
Harry
That
was,
all came
Harry
from
was
Kerno.
pathetic.
That covered
He
Kerno.
was
Harry
horrible.
kicked 1 point.
Mackay was pathetic.
It was bad.
Shocking.
Yeah.
It's
That's
absolutely
his worst
terrible.
game I've ever seen him play, ever.
Shocking. Got no separation.
Didn't work up
Work
the
rate
field.
was terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
So interestingly, same sort of possessions you mentioned in the midfield,
Yeah, go.
and yet we scored double the amount of goals and
yeah.
points last week.
That's what I'm saying.
14,
It's not
I
like
think it was.
there's something else. There's something wrong
116
there.
or something.
There's something wrong there.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the opposition.
To 8-7-55.
I understand the opposition, and I'm sick of hearing about this Geelong, the opposition, because...
No, I'm saying West Coast. As in the
Oh, yeah, but the same thing, it doesn't matter. Like, even with Geelong, weren't you saying last week that, they've played Melbourne, who didn't have...
exactly. I know.
Right?
I
And not
agree.
just you, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
we're
of
saying
course,
that,
yeah,
but
yeah.
now this week we're going, but the oppositions are really good. We weren't thinking they were that great last week, but they fucking showed us up, man.
We
I
are
think
we're our own worst enemy.
I think they adapted to having no Tom Stewart as well.
Yeah, big
From
time.
last week to this week. I think they adapted really well.
And
And
they-
they knew what they were coming up against because our small forwards,
They
they
read
kick
us-
a lot of goals.
They read us
Just
beautifully.
play someone in front of them and fucking they'll mark everything.
How many times did we, like from the halfback, we'd kick away and there was a Geelong player just sitting there waiting for the ball?
No connection from your half forwards.
It's also, as you said, no
Deplorable.
composure. Just to wait for your players to get up the field as well. It's just everything was rushed and
They took away all our short
Our
options.
efficiency.
All
was
the
terrible.
short options were
Our
taken
short
away.
options were taken away, which is our
rate
kryptonite,
as
obviously.
well.
But that's all work rate.
That's work rate.
That's keeping your width, keeping
Correct.
option open. Keeping
I thought in
options
the
open.
third quarter when we were 2 goals down, there was a crucial play where we were getting it out
Yep.
and hand passing it quickly before the Geelong swarm.
Yeah.
We looked like we were going forward, and then all of a sudden Doherty got nailed
Yep.
holding the ball,
Well, we got through the first initial wave
and then
through the
there was a
handball
50.
chain.
Yeah.
50.
And then we
goal.
got caught and then it
Yeah.
was
Then there was a
lights
50-metre
out.
penalty paid, and then they got a goal, and that started the rot.
100%.
And that was how you
And
had
they
to get
they
through
got 2
Geelong.
more after that as well.
That was how you had to get through the
Yeah,
Geelong,
of course.
via hands and short,
Of
short
course.
sharp
Chains.
movement.
That's how you get through them.
But we got outspread by a team who
That doesn't-
shouldn't really be
Outspread.
outspreading us.
It looked, as I said, if I didn't know the score, I would have
Shocking.
said we lost by 80 points.
It was
Shocking.
It was a carbon copy of the St Kilda game.
Yeah.
Again.
You know,
Have
and
we
they,
got-
and they punished us.
They made us look like fools. They made us look like not.
We conceded
Not a final
60
side.
points from turnover.
That's the worst this
60
year.
points from
Yeah,
turnover.
I
that
think
was-
that's the worst this
yeah, we
year.
got-
Shocking.
We got
Bar
crucified
St.
on
Kilda.
turnover.
Absolutely shocking.
That's bad.
That's
Butchered
team.
the ball,
That's team ball.
not taking the simple
That is.
options, trying to play the hero option every fucking time.
Yep.
Cripps did it, Nunes did it in that
Oh.
third term, second term.
Nooms and Newman.
I mean, like,
ends.
God almighty, mate. Like, seriously.
Hey, let's take
What?
these while he
Bit
while he reads the while he reads the journal.
This is appropriate this week.
That's why we don't get rid of it.
Proudly brought to you by Mr. Marone.
It's time to put the rubbish out again.
Let's go, Barzy. Let's hear it, son.
Carlton v Geelong, Saturday night fever. The last time we played a Saturday night game was round 13,
Fever night, fever.
2009.
We know
2019
how to do
against
it.
the Western Bulldogs.
Really?
And it wasn't even at the G.
Really?
Yes.
I
We
didn't
lost
know
by
that.
3 points that game too.
Hang on, can I just...
Okay.
Kerno kicked 7
Last time we played the Saturday night was 2019.
against Western Bulldogs. Round 13. Yep.
Wow.
In what year?
2019.
Night fever. The
Is that going to
Bee
give
Gees.
us audio issues?
100%.
I was going to say that's in there. The whole show's copyrighted.
100% going to get copyrighted off 3 seconds. 100%. 100 guys.
I'm worried about that. I
Cut
swear
that out
to
if you have to.
God.
What
I
minute
don't
is
care.
that?
Stuff them. They can take
57
their,
minutes.
They can take their
$2.
$2.50 this week.
What an encounter we have here tonight, lads, ladies and gentlemen.
Exciting. We're
Oh,
excited.
yes, you've got to make sure you don't...
Yes.
Quarter one. Great tackle, Walshy on Cameron. That one is
Yeah, right in the 50. Yeah, he had to put his head over the ball.
For that.
I said we're on. We're sort of
Head over the ball. Bang.
Adkins Rose snaps one around. Oh no, have we?
You have to whisper. What happened?
Sorry.
What
Okay.
happened?
No, it's all right. We'll
Listen to Mars. Let's give him some
go to
respect.
Mars.
That's
Go to
all right,
Mars.
that's
No,
all right.
Go on.
That's all right.
Right, respect here.
TDK losing Reece Stanley.
Oh. We'll have a look at that later, but that's when the argument started building.
Have we had
later.
the ball forward of centre here? It was like 5 minutes in. We couldn't get the ball forward of centre. Adkins Rose snaps one around the body and goals 0-13.
Atkins? Who is this player?
A simple 25-metre kick sausage out on the full. Charlie, a little dribbler like me on the pillow last night, dreaming. Goals 6-13. Charlie with a massive clunk, lines one up from 50, hangs it right. And misses. Stengel with a little sidewinder, nails it 7-20. A little 20-metre chisel to Durden, he sprays it to the right, 8-20. Switch the pill, finalmente, and Charlie clunks. Oh, Charlie, massive from the boundary.
How good was that?
13-21.
How
That
good
was
was that? It's pumped there, mate. It was pumped. That was a good little goal, that.
a little hustle and bustle from the captain. Oh, Cripps go all the way and kick it. Bang! 19 to 22. That was a good goal. Because we were asking for the captain and he
I thought
was
we were
looking.
on
Yep.
here.
We're back in it. Come on, Motlop. A bit of left to right action here. Sneaks it through 25 to 22 and the Blues hit the lead. So I thought we fought back well.
We usually do. I think this is good. We fall back well.
Quarter 2. How's your missus, Gary Rowan? You cheat. And misses.
I must
That's a
say,
bit below the belt.
I may have rinsed him a little bit. For that. Just a little bit.
I can imagine.
Just a little bit.
Hawkins with a cheap one off hands, 25, place 29 in the goal square.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, Nunes. Handball it over the Kerno. It's where
Yep.
he blazed away
Yep.
and just try to kick
but
it
try to
long.
find Harry
Yeah.
with the short little Hollywood kick. Good night.
Walsh bursts away from the stoppage and he'll spear a 35-metre hit. Kerno stays down and goals 31 to 39.
I'm telling you, 5 votes I'd already given Kerno. I'm
Yeah.
thinking this is it.
Midfield has just lifted it up a notch here and hit their straps this quarter. Just no separation on the scoreboard, but Newman, just get the bloody thing on your boot. Max Holmes laces one from 45, 31 place 30.
That when Newman got done holding the ball in the middle.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah. And that should have been 31 place 29 before that. You can't let Hawkins go uncontested in the ruck. Absolutely pathetic by Carlton, and he snuck one through. 31 place 40.
Anyway, we'll have a look at that later.
I'll tell you what that situation is.
Yeah.
You know what that situation is. No ruck Carlton. No ruck Carlton. That's what that is. No one nominated for the ruck. They all looked at each other like headless chooks.
Yeah. Cripps high, finally, and sprays it out on the full.
Oh,
That was a horrible
come on,
shot.
man.
You missed it by 5 metres. Like,
You can't miss that. I don't care who you can't miss that anyway.
Got a bit to say.
an absolute let off by Stengel right in front of goal. He hits the post. How's that not a free kick to Nunes? Front on contact.
Oh, on the wing.
Yeah.
It's free kick. Tui against Tui. Had to be a free kick.
Just stupid errors leading to absolute freebies. 31 to 48. I'm about to fucking vomit. Quarter 3. The centre clearance discrepancy has been horrid. 7 to 2. Just got to be cleaner with the ball. How's that not holding the ball to Motlop? Bloody hell, Cripps. How can you not hold on to that?
Which
Just
one?
Shit. The one where I think you got a handball and it's...
I fumbled it.
out.
I lost it.
We flipped that
Yeah,
shit.
it cost us. We just got let off. Cameron missed it.
Correct.
Cameron missed the shot. Yes.
Come
yes,
on,
yes.
Georgie Hewitt. Hits the post, 32 to 50. Hewitt again. Bang.
Makes up for it.
You're
this
in the
time.
game here. It's 2 goals.
38 plays 50.
Yeah. Hewitt's goal
Yeah.
puts really back in.
Right at this moment, you're still in the game.
It's game on.
100%.
Right at this moment.
Just get the thing in there, Hayes. We went short. And he
Oh.
turned it over.
He went short when he should have gone long.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because Charlie was at the back.
Yep.
How's that a 50 against Doherty? What a joke in the heat of the moment. I thought it wasn't a 50. But anyway.
Shouldn't have been holding the ball
Yeah.
first.
Oh, can I say this next bit? I don't really care. You should have been a cum stain up. Your goal, your soap dropper ump. 38 plays 56. Well, fuck it, I'll say it. I don't care, because I'm pretty sure that's what all the fans were thinking at that stage. Jack Nunes, absolutely awful. Just, he disposed it to Motlop's feet.
Oh, the handball when we were out the back.
What is that? What
Clearly,
is that?
like just
Down the other end and goals, and
Why
just
did he
completely sucks momentum out of the game.
Why did he
38
play?
plays 62.
Fitch is having a good look.
Can I have some? Just listening to this.
And that'll just be about it. 39 plays 68 before the fourth quarter. Let's see what we're made of this quarter. I don't reckon much. How's that not holding the ball on Stengel? I think it was on the wing or something. I don't know.
Yep. King on
Kerno around
arm.
the body, misses. Plowman to the Kraken, and fucking Harry misses to the right. 41 plays 68. Sard kicks it into the man, and Young elects the punch when he should have fucking marked. And they send a nail into the coffin, and that'll just about do me tonight because I've had enough. So I'll stop.
Did you get a headache after that?
Yeah, I had a migraine. Dead set. Dead set. I still got it now, but anyway.
Shocking.
Absolutely pathetic.
It was a shocking display.
There was a truckload of these given to Michael Voss after the game.
Mate.
Can you imagine?
We would have been ropeable with what he saw. Mind you, though, I think he got a bit outdone.
Again.
Why didn't he swap Harry and Charlie off the
Again, he's done it. Now, I was saying to Mars, that he got outdone again, and then I said, oh, but he's, like he's not experienced enough, but he's coached for 4 years, so I don't know
He's
what
been
they're
in the
choosing.
country for 10 years, has he not? 9, 10 years or whatever.
I don't know. That's again with our losses, he gets outdone. I don't know.
Is it because there's this so-called system, and we've got players that he wants to play within that system, and then that's it?
Maybe.
We just don't seem to
potentially.
be changing up players when things are not working for us.
I think they do change. Well, they do change up, and we've seen them do it to good effect this year when they have.
During games.
He has. Like Cottrell against GWS when
Yeah.
he shifted him on, put him up to the wing.
Yeah.
There's a few, and he played Cottrell across half forward against Fremantle, which worked a treat.
But what about key position?
Yeah, I think they made a mistake not swapping Charlie onto the Conning and playing Harry a little bit further up the ground, because I think what happens there is that if the Conning decides to go with Harry, you get him away from that area.
100%.
Yeah.
If he
And
decides
it's
to stay
1-on-1.
with Charlie, at least he's on the bloke with the hot hand.
100%.
You know?
True.
100%.
But just a very poor display all round, I thought.
And I'm not.
Never got our game going.
I'm not. I don't care. People might have said it last. I don't give a shit. But I'm not buying into the fact that it's a good lesson to learn, because we'll come up against maybe
It's a good loss to have.
good
that sort
loss
of
to
thing.
have.
Nah,
It's no excuse. If you want to get to the grand final, you got to beat these teams. And you got to solidify yourself there and go, we are it. We're the real deal.
100%.
And are we the real deal at the moment?
Well, we thought we were.
Well, maybe we did, but coming up against Geelong last night, I don't think we
nowhere
are
near
at
it.
the moment.
No, nowhere near it.
It was a big test, and
We
sent the
failed
farmer.
again. We've been in 4 tests.
Yeah.
You got Collingwood,
Yeah.
you failed.
Richmond.
Richmond, you failed. I know their conditions
gone-
suited, but it doesn't matter.
St Kilda.
And then there was St Kilda, and
Which
we
was
got
a disgrace.
absolutely destroyed. And then last night, Geelong didn't get out of fucking first or second gear, mate. They toyed with us in the last half an hour, mate. Just fucking Dangerfield's taking one-hand marks on fucking Stocker. Like, come on, man. They were toying with us.
Yeah, and
I understand the opposition. They're hands and heels above the rest of the competition.
And they're
but are they?
mature.
Are
They're
they?
mature. They're bigger bodied than that.
understand that.
I understand all that, but you're right. They read us like a book.
They did.
Every
Did their
time we
homework.
went
They did,
forward,
of course.
they did their homework.
Of course.
Mate, there was a player there. They would kick and there was a player there. Uncontested mark. Uncontested mark. Uncontested mark. For fuck's sake, change it around, mate. Stop playing in their hands.
But we were in the game. Mate, we were in front. We were in front, and we were in the game up until half time, about 5 minutes into that third quarter.
Yep.
We were in the game. We actually were. And then after that, we laid down. We didn't give a yelp. And the midfield went to sleep. Like Cripps last night,
Shocking.
he was
It was
horrid.
shocking.
Other than the goal, he didn't do much. Chera, after half time, I thought productivity went down. He didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like the first half, I thought, fuck, he's on
He was
tonight.
good. He was
Like,
good,
He's,
yeah.
he's been awesome. Probably one of our best. And then he just decided, nah.
Yeah.
Hard to find 4-quarter players, wasn't it, last night?
There was a few.
I mean, it's not always going to go your way for
No,
4
no.
quarters,
Yeah,
but...
But what I mean is
Jesus
4
Christ.
quarters of effort and output.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I look, you look, as I said, efficiency. We only had 42 entries from 386 disposals, so
Not a
whatever
lot.
this means, it took us 9.1 disposals per inside 50. It took Geelong 7.
That's half. That's
From
right.
their 51 entries. It took them 7 disposals to get inside their forward half, which was, what it averaged out to. 60 points conceded from turnover.
Their efficiency inside 50 was something like 30,
Oh, yeah, way higher than ours.
30,
They had way more shots than what we did.
38,
I'll tell you,
30-odd%, I think it
They
was.
had 25 scoring shots to
Outside the first
15,
quarter, our efficiency went
53%.
like that.
53% to our 43.
It
Inside
was
50.
inside 50% efficient.
53 to
Inside
43.
50 efficiency
36 or something?
was 30. Ours was 36%. Theirs was 49%. So we had 15 shots from 42 entries.
Oh, yeah.
They had 25 shots from 51 entries.
That says it all, doesn't it?
Maybe
Yep.
the AFL app's wrong in efficient, yeah.
They thought we were better than what we
Shocking.
were.
Absolutely shocking.
Paul nailed it. Efficiency and also just scoring off turnovers.
been
They
that
smashed
Fumbly
us.
were they?
But that's been a problem for a while now. That's happened so many games. It happened against St Kilda.
How fumbly can you be?
That was exactly like St Kilda.
Did
the
they feel the
fumble.
And
pressure?
all you know what really worries me is that all our leaders, all the big names, when the pressure really comes on, they just go missing. They
Except for
really
Doc.
just go missing.
Except for Doc, I reckon.
But
I
that's
know he
because-
got caught.
But you know why? That's because
And
the
Walsh.
ball's down there.
Yeah.
The
know,
ball's constantly down
Cripps really disappointed in his game, man. I don't look. I know he copped a bit of a knock early, but like, he was
He
just
had
poor.
17 and really he wasn't.
Poor.
Who was
Unsighted.
playing on him?
I mean,
Was
they
he
all
being
sort of
tagged,
play
or-
against each other
No,
a
they
little
don't-
bit. But
Wasn't being tagged.
Nah, no one tags.
So really, there's no
If
excuse
you're
why
gonna
he
tag,
shouldn't
you're
have got
gonna
at least
tag
25,
Walsh.
30.
Walsh gets 33
'Cause he
and
works
keeps going.
hard,
So
though.
it's not
Work
like you
rate.
can't do it. Like
Yeah.
we got our hands on
work,
it.
you just gotta
But
work hard.
defensively, Geelong just broke us down far too easily. I'm still looking at that forward line too. That half forward line.
well, mainly the half
non-existent.
forward line.
I'm
That is.
telling you can't get Pitano back quick enough.
So
Because
Jack
Jack
can play
Silvani
there.
needs to play in that. Because we've got no half forwards. There's
All
no
right.
half forwards. You're telling me
Keep playing
Durden and think they can't play
Little
there.
bit.
No, 100%. Now
Can't
the
play
problem
there.
is the Conning got a knock.
On the shoulder.
Right.
But he played through, which is a
played
good
through.
sign.
That's
For-
good.
But if he's not right, just say to give him a rest, we're back in the same boat again. Then you got
yeah.
Pitinen and Silvani again because I believe that
It
Silvani
hurts his game, Silvani,
Oh.
doing that.
huge. You're missing
He
out.
looks like a broken down horse at the moment.
Yeah.
He's got strapping
He
everywhere.
touched it a fair few
Sure, he's
times.
not
but
injured. He looks like he's injured.
Nah, he always runs. He's got that
Yeah.
lumbering.
Well, I
Silvani.
heard rumblings
You
at the
reckon?
club that he's playing
He's
injured
playing
at the moment.
sore.
Nah, he's playing sore, man. You
He's
can't be.
playing sore.
Shouldn't be playing ruck. I don't give a. Like
I
know.
personally, you get fuck it's a
Even
it's a
Cripps
big
has been
job for
playing
him.
in the ruck a bit.
Yeah.
They pinch hit him in the
But
ruck.
even that, like from the setup from the Hawkins goal when they threw it in. Like,
Rubbish. It's all about doing the simple things
Correct.
for longer. And Geelong did it time and time again last
All
night,
right.
and just they strangled us into submission.
You want to look at some. I call them lowlights, not highlights, all right? And we can discuss
I mean,
it
it's
because
easy to
a lot
pick
of
out,
those things we're
obviously.
talking about, we'll have a look at. Look at this
All right, let's
first
go.
one.
All right, what's this? The Stanley goal. This is just pathetic. To not be switched on defensively in the first minute of the game. Look at this. There's two of them. One looks at one, the other one looks at the other. No one goes up for it.
Look at
Look
this.
at that. There's fucking four of them there.
That
Four
should
of
have been
them.
straight away. Big warning signs already.
I
Four of
was.
them.
As soon as I saw that, I
Huge.
We
went,
lost it.
what is
We just
going
looked
on?
at each other and go,
But even after he marked it, there was no effort. It was they stood there and they looked at each other instead of like straight onto the mark. You know what I mean? Like, all right, he's taken the mark.
Do something.
Do something straight away, you know. But anyway, already I'm telling you, I had a bad feeling already. That was
You took two of those straight away?
Next one.
Next.
Yeah, let's go straight to it. This
Next.
one here.
This is pathetic.
got
Rubbish.
him in the wrong order, but it doesn't matter.
Whatever.
Oh,
Doesn't
which
matter.
is
Who
one?
cares? They're all crap.
But look at the
this.
score, 31
Look what
to
Charlie
49.
does. Look how Charlie engages his opponent, and look at that. He makes a fist of it, mate. Doesn't even make a bloody fist of it.
And then look how they get it out. Watch this.
I don't know, I went across.
It went across, yeah.
But still, it nearly came out with ease. Yeah, again.
Not enough forward pressure.
Next one.
Nunes, Porca Troia.
Oh, this one here was.
Look at this.
Ah.
They gift it to you. They gift it to you. Look. They gift it to you. Give the hands.
Look, and look.
Surely you give the
I was
hands.
screaming. I got up out of my chair and said, fucking give the hands to Kerno.
He was there.
Mate, he was screaming for it. No
But
way.
even forget about the hands of
The
Kerner.
kick.
The kick should have hit that target, man. He had like 3 or 4 metres on him. There was 3 or 4 metres on either side of him. How did you miss that?
Next one.
Next.
Yeah,
What's this?
This one here is the
Hawkins
worst.
goal. No Carlton ruck. So everyone just looks at him.
What?
Look at him.
Oh,
But, you know,
And no one on the goal line.
at least have somebody on the goal square or something.
You
There's
think
something
so, huh?
in that vicinity, you know.
So that's bad setup.
Another
And then I
poor
think
thing.
there was one more. Oh.
Oh, this,
bad signs, aren't they?
this one here.
Happy to get rolling down the line.
How much time and space do we have
Look,
here?
what do you think's going to happen there?
Handball it in board.
Why?
But then look at
again,
this. Look at
No
this now.
awareness.
Yeah, no awareness. Who's communicating? Newy, you're hot, you're hot, you're hot. No communication.
An easy goal.
Another goal on transition from turnover.
Turnover.
Rubbish.
Now this is a
Rubbish.
This is a picture, not a
Absolute
video.
rubbish.
No. The next one I put it up, didn't I? That one.
Oh, the heat, mate.
Oh, this is the heat map, yeah. Okay, so this is actually really interesting too because I think
Oh, mate.
the one thing that I thought coming into this game was that Geelong were not going to be able to use the width of the ground as good as we would be able to, because that's sort of our strength, really, to get the ball to the outside and hurt them on the outside. Look at that.
That's
Right.
They
bad.
have slaughtered
Even
us on the
spread.
outside.
Now, if you
Even
look
spread.
at that, right? Look at that, right? look at our one.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
Yeah.
An
Well,
asshole. What does their one? Their one looks like a big dick that's just about to give it to us.
Now, interestingly enough, when we play at our best and when we play that manic football we see, our heat map is exactly what Geelong's looks like, but it's just the other way around.
Yeah.
So we attack the other. So it's like that, if that makes sense, right? And to be outdone like that, that's embarrassing.
That's bad.
It's actually embarrassing. Doesn't matter who the opposition is, right?
That's bad.
And this is all to do with, and I wrote it down again, the wingers getting sucked into the fucking contest vacuum.
Yeah.
None of them
And it
kept their
happened
wins.
again. Whenever we get beaten, we get sucked in.
thing. It's the same
And
thing.
look, I'm not saying like now all of a sudden O'Brien's become like, but at least he holds his whiff lately.
Correct.
And we did not hold it, man. We were.
Did you agree with that selection of him?
I understand
being
why
dropped?
they dropped him because I think the last 2 weeks has been pretty poor.
Personally, I thought he had a few credits in his
But
bank.
I will say there are a few players in that team at the moment that have been selected week in, week out that
Consider
very
themselves
questionable. Like Durden's been real lucky.
lucky? Yeah, I agree.
I'm
He was
surprised.
shocking last night.
I was shocked
Is
that
Owie
he was
still
dropped.
injured?
Yes.
Yeah, he'll be out for another week
Another
or so
couple
with the
weeks.
calf.
See, you're trying to trust a 19 and an 18-year-old to hold. It's impossible to
Small
hold
forwards.
performance like levels that are high. You can't. They're so young.
bad.
Like we're expecting of them to rise
Not
to the
like
level,
Burden,
and
yeah.
fuck, you know how kids are. They're up and down.
Oh, bad luck.
I understand that, and it's
Sarancha.
But I
True, though.
I understand that, but this is what I'm saying here, that we need a small forward, an experienced small
But
forward.
if Owies is injured and Jack Martin's
But
injured,
even always isn't. He's
Yeah, but leading tackles inside forward 50, that's what you want.
Yeah.
That's what recruiters are looking at now. They're not looking at if he kicks 3 goals.
Yeah.
They're looking at if you're getting
Forward
4 or
pressure.
5
Keep the ball
tackles
in there.
inside 50.
create another
Mate,
stoppage.
We only had like 6 on the weekend, I think, something like
If
that.
that.
Yep,
That's such a barometer for us.
it is.
That's a big barometer for us. And when the big boys aren't marking it and it's coming to ground, and we're not getting those tackles inside forward 50 to lock it in your front half, we're fucked.
We are.
Period.
Personally, I thought even though he had 26 touches, Newman was horrible.
Newman was hot. That's
Didn't
one of
like
his
his
worst
game.
games I've seen.
I think he comes straight out.
But has he got
McGovern
credit?
in.
Really? So he hasn't got any credits in the bank?
Yeah, he does, probably.
Yeah,
I
but
think
Is he
he
entitled to
does.
one bad game or
playing
not?
him on form, I thought he's been average. I think he can be better.
I think a few weeks ago he had a really
Thought
good
he was
game.
pretty good against West Coast.
Yeah, but anyone can
Yeah,
be
West
good
Coast, he
against
was a
that
good-
opposition. I know you got to do it, but mate, fucking West Coast, they won 2 games for the year.
Yeah.
What again? You know,
True.
You know what I mean?
Liam Stocker.
Games like that can make you a bit
Stocker.
like...
That
mate.
Stocker was the other one. So they brought him in. You know what? We've said it, and I actually heard our friend Michael Maloney say it on the fan cams. What is Stocker? What is going on? What
What's
is
his
he?
position, Paul?
Well, they're playing him as a back pocket.
They are playing him
recruited
as a
him
back
and moved
pocket.
heaven and earth to get him as an on-baller.
So where do you put him in? Within our structure?
Well, he can't play on ball.
It's a bit like Dow doesn't fit into our midfield, right?
Yeah,
So
I-
where does Stocker fit in?
Well, the back pocket, they reckon. But I
Well,
don't
after
think
the
that's,
game, I actually,
you know,
I was we're walking back. I fucking
Can he play on the
smashing
wing?
him, yeah. But his attack on the
doesn't have a
footy,
tank.
No,
he's got great attack
you
on the
can't-
footy.
Well, Rowan did fuck all last night.
Who?
Gary Rowan did nothing.
But did he play on him?
Well, he lined up on him early, didn't he? And I'd have to go back and look. But anyway.
I don't know.
So has he
I
done
think
his
he was,
job?
like they all do. They all move.
He didn't
whatever.
hurt. He didn't hurt them going the other way.
Has
at all.
Stocker done his job last night or not?
What 5 out of 10?
Who did he
4?
play on?
I don't know. The selections were really bold, but they didn't work.
I don't know about him. There's something
As we
about
said,
him.
his attack on the ball, you can't
Maybe
deny.
just needs a couple more
Is he
games
turning
on
it
him.
over? Is his efficiency poor? Because I think that's the
I
knock
thought so
on him
last
sometimes.
night. You know, yeah, when he come into the side earlier this year, he was butchering the ball.
Yeah.
That
Like something
Collingwood
stupid.
game. Was
Oh,
it Collingwood
shocking.
game?
Because, I mean, we all love him for
Absolutely
all the
shocking.
right reasons, but there's a few knocks
Well,
on him.
you've
from
got to
that
bring
point of
more
view.
than
You've
just
gotta
You've
bring
hardness.
got to
more
bring
than-
more
yeah.
than that.
Yeah,
You can't
that's
just
right.
be that. 'Cause
Exactly.
I can do that. I can go in there and just run into everybody.
Yeah.
And you know
But-
this thing running off the back of a player, they're running the wrong way. Sard go fucking right
Yeah.
when he's a left footer.
Yeah.
67% he went by and he had 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4-13.
15 disposals.
That can be costly.
But yeah, there was that passage of play coming towards our end, the cheer squad end. I can't remember who marked the ball. Was it DeConning?
Yeah,
Someone marked the ball at half
DeConning.
forward, right?
Yep.
And Doherty has run to the
Left.
left,
And
which is
Sard-
the wrong side for him to have a right foot kick.
Yeah.
And Sard's run to the right.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
That should have been the other way around.
But that's happened a lot this year.
I don't
to
know
be
if that's a
honest.
directive, but
How
that
can that
running
be a
pattern.
directive?
But that running pattern is just stupid.
It's dumb. It's actual dumb.
You're both on your wrong side.
Yeah.
But if you're
Because then
hemmed
you
up,
gotta steady up.
if you're 5 metres away from the boundary having possession of the ball and you're Doherty running to the left and you're running towards the boundary trying to kick with your right foot, where the hell are you going to go?
No, nowhere.
Where are you going to go?
And there's no Heath Scotland's in there that can
Exactly.
kick on the left
Exactly.
like that.
I think.
So, you know,
It's a lot
it's
of
so
mistakes,
disappointing to get outdone at what you know that you're actually good at. And how we were going to win that game was to get the ball to the outside.
Yes, yes.
They beat us at our own game.
You look at the numbers, and
They
as you
smashed
said,
us in our own
those
game.
numbers that you look at, right, with the contested possessions, uncontested possessions, clearance count was sort of evened up.
Yeah.
But you look at those numbers and you think, looking back to all our wins, those were sort of similar numbers to what
That's
we had.
right.
But then you look at the inside 50s, and we were down.
Yeah.
They had less of the ball and had more inside 50s.
Yeah.
So efficiency was just a big thing, and system. We couldn't break down their system, and that was all to do with the half forwards not being able to link up, to do with the wingers getting sucked into the vacuum.
Half forward last night? Half forwards.
Well, Jack played there for a bit. Durden moved up the ground. Charlie, Harry, all of those guys sort of moving simultaneously together.
We just
You know?
lose it. It's like when we're under pressure.
And they sweat
just
on us.
lose
and
that.
we lose a lot of our games like that. When they turn it over half forward, come back the other way with
Have
interest.
our big losses.
Did you say how many?
But
yeah.
you know, we are actually one of the hardest teams to score against organically, if that makes sense. So in live play, with scores, if you exclude stoppages and clearances, so if you count live play, which is organic scoring, I think we're one of the 3 hardest teams to score against.
Is that
and
because
on the
of our
weekend,
defence?
Hey?
Is that because of our
Yeah,
defence?
just the team defence. And on the weekend, we conceded 60 from turnover, which is ridiculous.
Yeah,
That'd be the
bad.
highest this year by mile.
And what Wiedering, what was he doing out there? He was moving like a
looks a
fucking
bit
truck.
out of sort in the last 2 weeks since he's come back. So
Mail is he had a bit of a sore knee.
wow.
Oh, they
Don't know how true that is.
I don't know.
I'm not spreading rumours or anything, but that was
So
mail,
our big losses
No
against
impact.
Collingwood, Richmond, St Kilda, Geelong,
Gold
they all
Coast.
been the similar kind of like things
They
that's
have
happening.
been. But it's all fixable.
Yeah.
I know it's
That's
fixable.
the-
Well,
that's what's
why
keeping
are we
me-
falling into the same?
But we haven't fixed it. Well, we have, but we haven't.
This is
Have
what I
we?
mean. Like, there's been 4,
I
and
don't know.
we've kind of like they've been the same sort of losses. We've been beaten the same way again. Now,
Are
what
we
is that?
predictable? Because I know. Last week we played West Coast, but that second quarter,
Shocking.
Yeah,
that's a telltale sign, is it
100%.
not? To get fucking 7 goals,
Told you
2
that.
kicked
Remember
on
last
you
week?
Yeah, it
in
was
a
a bad
quarter
one.
by second last on the ladder.
Like you think they were going to come back, but 7 goals, man.
It's not like it was like 3 or 4. You go, okay,
That was the
take
biggest
it.
clue
7
to
goals.
say that we've
They had
still got
9
issues.
scoring shots.
That was last week's second quarter was a big clue
When we're wrong, we're wrong.
that,
Because when
that,
we turn
that we have
off-
still got issues and problems.
It's the gap between your best
Yeah,
and worst,
and your
in
worst.
the game.
Yeah.
But that is starting to thin up.
It is.
It is starting to fin up. We were doing it a lot more last year, so we're doing it less this year.
Oh, we're in a great position.
I thought there was
coming
a
into
few
the back
big
half
goals.
of the year. But,
Overall, of course, man, when you look at the overall year,
but the game in
we're gonna look at
isolation
that,
was pathetic.
the game, we're talking about this game here.
That's
was
all,
pathetic.
in isolation. Yeah.
We'll worry about...
If we came up against Geelong again, in the finals, MCG, what would you do differently? You're the coach.
What would I do differently?
Selection.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Well,
I mean, I would.
even
be,
if you just had the same team, let's
I
just
mean,
say
it's
the
all
same
about
team.
discipline, isn't it? If you had the same team, I'd be telling the wingers, boys, like, don't get sucked into
don't
the
get
bloody
sucked in. That's
contest.
one
This is
thing.
your quadrant on the ground. This is your area on the ground. And I'd be telling Harry, stop looking for fucking body contact.
Just
Yeah.
go.
Get separation
Take off.
on your man.
Come
Work up the ground.
He was really
And
off
I'd be
last night,
a
wasn't
little bit smarter if I was the coaches with regards to that forward mix as well,
Yeah.
saying, mate, if this
We
isn't
can swap
working
them
with
around,
Harry,
yeah,
you've got
we
to
can-
swap it around.
100%.
Because at worst,
Yeah.
DeConning stays deep inside forward 50, but as I said, he's got the guy with the hot hand, and Harry moves up the ground against an inferior
Create a
opponent.
bit of space.
And DeConning might kick you a couple.
Exactly.
And you know Kerno can run up the ground too.
You know.
He's definitely can do a lot of
DeConning
running.
can play deep, you know.
I think when it's
So-
comes
He's a
on
good
his
mark.
way, they just need to work
Very
a little
good
bit
mark.
harder.
I think so.
Um,
I think when it
and just
doesn't
take
work...
the easy options when you need to. Like
Yeah,
some
don't
of those
complicate
passages,
First
like
time. Just first
Don't
time.
complicate it.
Don't fucking try and hustle and bustle through 2-3 plays.
But then
Just
other
fucking give
times
it.
they overhandball it. They're trying to get out. and then,
I understand what you're trying to do is draw that player in, create that, that 2-on-1
Overlap.
and go
Yeah.
overlap,
Overlap.
blah, blah, blah. But far it, you can't just go. First time you see it, go bang. Just go.
yeah.
Because that's when we play our best footy and we damage teams. You saw it against Sydney.
Are we good enough to beat Geelong? Yes, we are.
I don't know, man.
We are. Yes, we are. Of course we are.
Man.
Of course we are.
I don't know. I don't know if we can hold it long enough now.
Yeah.
That game wasn't on talent.
No, forget about the talent.
Yeah.
But you know what they say?
Talent can only get you so
Well,
far.
a team
hard
of
work.
champions
Yeah, exactly.
doesn't beat a champion
It'll
team.
always be a
Yeah,
different.
but are they a team of champions?
It'll always
'Cause
be
they haven't
different
won
anyway.
anything. There's
We
only
meet
a
them in
few
the
out
finals.
there.
They'll have
You're right,
Stewart
you're
back.
Yeah.
But
We'll
what he's
have-
saying is
we'll
we've
have
got heaps
other
of
players
talent.
back.
Gavin, whoever.
Right? Yeah, we got heaps of talent.
I agree.
But I see in a lot of games the same issue happening. Can we fix it? Of course we can fix it. Are we going to fix it?
I think.
And I think, look, and I'm not blaming Voss. I still think that
It's
he's
still early in the
learning
tenure.
and everything. But he's been our coach 4 or 5 times. He's a stubbornness because, again, like you were saying, there was a couple of moves there he could have done. And if we lose, we lose.
Didn't do it.
But he
Maybe
didn't.
we see the game differently. Who knows? To him.
Of
Or
course.
them.
Well,
I'm sure if he looked back on the game himself, he would probably say,
Hindsight's
I
a
should have done
wonderful
this.
thing.
I should have
We
moved
are
that around."
we are the generals after the battle. Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
But that's our
understand
job.
that. But that's our job. We have to.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
I think we want to be a team like that.
yeah.
That
We
makes
definitely want to
sense.
be a team like that.
Disciplined,
But
structured.
now
But you
I'm
know
going
what?
to give.
Sorry, go on.
No, go.
Go.
I was just going to say, the one thing I noticed last night in watching Michael Voss's press conference,
Yes.
he described Geelong as a mature team.
Yes.
And
I think that's what we lack, maturity.
Yes, correct. I was going to
course.
say, you need those experienced heads. I
course.
don't think we
All
have
right,
enough of
so-
them.
Geelong's got a lot of players that have played together now for a long time,
Yeah.
and we haven't had that with this team as much.
Absolutely.
Anywhere
exactly
near as
what it
much.
was.
I think-
Now
I
I
think
listen.
They are used
I think that
to each other.
average games played for us was like 36, and
Yeah.
for them it was 70.
Yeah.
But I'm not
Yeah.
falling into that trap.
Now I listened to our great mate Bucky
Yes.
before that.
Heath Buck,
thing,
yep.
right?
Yeah,
We
he
listened
summed
to
up
him.
this game beautifully.
100%. He picked it. He said their maturity will get us, right? Their hard
Summed it up perfectly.
maturity. They've got so many players over 30 or over 28, whatever it was. And we've got, I can't remember the numbers, but it's like something
10
like
to
9 or
1.
10.
10 to
Exactly.
Well,
Right?
10
And
to
he
0.
said that'll get us. And that's what it looked
And
like.
it did. That's
did
what it
look
was.
like. So
Experience.
give us a little bit of like leeway to say, all right, we've still got to mature. We
yeah,
get
I-
a couple more players
Yeah.
in that bracket all of a sudden.
This will pay us back in the long run, I have
Yeah.
no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they would look, especially the younger boys,
Yeah.
Walsh, Durden, Harry, Charlie, especially Harry, and a few others would look at that game
Yeah.
and think, fuck, like that's the benchmark. That's the benchmark for discipline and structure
Yep.
and playing for your team as a 22.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Because Geelong didn't have one absolute star standout contributor.
Nah.
They had 22
Even spread.
contributors
Dare
all
I-
around the
Dare I
ground.
say, you know what Geelong reminded me of last night?
What?
In terms of maturity of the players that they've got
Yeah.
in that team, and they've all clearly played with each
Yeah.
other a lot of years.
And that's the other
It
thing.
reminded me of Carlton of 1995.
Yeah, well, that's
it really
true,
did. That's where they're at.
A lot of aging gun
They've had a lot of
stars.
years where they've
Yeah.
almost been there, almost made
And they
it.
understand their role. in the
Remember
team.
how in '93 we lost Essendon? Then we didn't quite get there in '94, and
Yeah.
then it clicked in '95.
95.
Well, guess what? Geelong had that 1993 2 years ago against Richmond, where
Yep.
they lost the grand final.
final.
Last year, made the finals again, didn't quite get there. Everyone's written them off.
Bang.
This
the
could
start
be
of
their
play.
1995.
And look, us playing, the
They've
more
got
we
that
play
feel
together,
about them. The Selwood Hawkins era. It's now or never with those guys, and
100%.
Dangerfield.
Yeah.
This is the year that
And
they have to put
especially-
it together.
Especially people like Dangerfield.
So
who
let's-
it
won
it
that
doesn't
one.
surprise me that they're on top
At
of
the
the ladder.
same time, let's give kudos to them because
Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
Nah,
they were
fuck
very
Don't
good.
get me
on-
wrong,
They
I
weren't
hope they
brilliant.
lose.
They knew. They had
They were very good on the night.
They were.
They were very good
professional.
on that.
We can learn a lot from that game.
We
We
let
had
him.
a few positives, I thought.
We let 'em.
I want
Yeah.
to touch on a couple
Yeah.
of positives.
Yep,
I thought
yep.
Fisher was good.
Fantastic.
Fisher was very good.
Yeah.
I
Thought he
thought
was
TDK,
fantastic.
after that first goal that he conceded,
Yeah.
came on
I
well.
thought he did great.
I agree.
I thought Hewitt gave a four-quarter
Hewitt gave-
effort. I thought he
effort.
toiled the whole
Yeah.
night. He was there all night.
And
Yeah.
Walsh
again.
is Walsh.
I mean, Walsh, fucking.
And,
he works
uh,
hard. He gets his own ball.
And
know?
can I suggest Doherty's also up there
Doherty,
too?
Doherty just.
He's
Doherty
been incredible this
Doherty
year.
does Doherty stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're right about Fisher. I thought he was one of the
You
best
tried
out
hard,
there.
Fisher.
Yeah,
I mean, the one positive you can take out of this game is that you could say, boys, we got the first part of the game that we pride ourselves on, actually getting our hands on the ball.
We got the hands.
We
on
got
the
that
ball.
right.
We did.
That's what you can say, all right, well, we've got that down pat, tick. What's what we always want to do? Disposal, ball retention, that's how we defend,
Yep.
right? But the layers after that, efficiency by
fell away.
foot, defending transition,
Yep.
defending turnover, those are the other facets of the game that you need to get right to beat a team like that.
Like
And we never had our manic moment. We never had that bang, 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 5, 6 goals in a row, put them away.
A little bit in the first quarter, the second part of the first quarter, a little bit there, but apart from that, yeah, then that was it.
But that had to come early.
Yeah.
Because you've got a whole quarter to do it.
Yeah.
And it stopped as we had the momentum up in our tails.
quarter
Yeah,
was
that's
the
right.
one.
That's right. It stopped, and then we had to start again, and we couldn't.
Exactly.
We couldn't start again. Yeah. Well,
Michael Maloney's calling me at the moment. Should I
it's
pick
okay.
this up? Michael. Hello.
Hey,
How are you?
good you?
Good, mate. We're just recording the show. You're live on air, mate. I've got the microphone. We've got Vince, we've got Mars and Rocco.
Miguel.
I'm putting you right up against the microphone. Have you
So
got
we can hear you.
Have you got an opinion on the game against Geelong?
Not good enough, mate.
Not good enough.
Anything
good
else?
Out of depth, outclassed, outplayed.
Yep.
Yep.
Out of depth, outclassed, and outplayed.
McGovern pitting it in, he says.
Wow.
McGovern pitting it
They
in.
both played pretty well in the VFL.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to add before I hang up on you?
That's nice of you to say.
I love you. You know, I love
Liam
you.
Spocker, find an identity. Thank you. Good
Yeah.
night.
All right. I'll call you after the show, mate.
See ya.
Ciao.
Bella.
Ciao. That was an impromptu
No, impromptu.
cross down
he
to
was-
Michael Maloney out
And
there.
he's right. He was right. It's
Yeah.
spot on.
Michael Maloney on the boundary line.
Maloney.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Michael?
Okay, yeah, that's all right.
Remember Harry
He
Vital?
was too.
How many hard yakkers chew
You ought to
up?
call him Harry Maloney.
Harry Maloney.
All right, let's get some votes because
Yeah, okay.
is there anything else?
I don't
It's all
think
part
so.
of Mars' journal, isn't it? We're still part of that?
I don't know.
Still doing that now?
Oh,
Are
it's all part of it.
you half glass half empty or half glass full after that?
No,
I fucking hate that saying. I can't stand that shit. What does that even mean?
Are you optimistic or are you
over the year, I'm
100%.
half full.
Okay. All right.
That game, I'm half empty.
Okay.
But over the year, of course, man, we're 11 and 6, whatever we are. We got how many games we got left? Let's see. 1,
Yeah,
2,
you got
3,
five.
4, 5.
Five, sorry.
We got 5 games. We most likely, unless it all goes to shit, we're going to make finals.
We'll make finals, don't worry about
Actually
that.
make finals.
Much better than last year.
Moral.
Once we're in finals, we can beat these
Anything
sides.
can
So
happen.
it's definitely half to 3/4 full. But
Yeah,
last
okay.
night,
Is a reminder that we're not there yet.
yeah,
And I think everyone realises that. And I think the club realises that.
Yeah.
And the players realise that too.
100%. You know,
And the
like,
quicker you realise that, the
better
faster
are.
you can
Yeah,
get better.
Yeah, so
And that's the silver lining.
Yeah.
The silver lining is that we've put ourselves in this situation
Yeah.
where we're coming up in these games that are actual genuine. They genuinely mean something at this point of the season.
Fate's in your own hands.
Come up a little bit short. This is the standard we
it's
need.
good
to
that
be.
we're disappointed that we didn't play better against Geelong.
Well, that's because the standards are rising.
Last- That's right, because last year in this same situation we
You
would
go,
have
"Who
said,
cares?"
yeah, oh, look, hey, we come within 18 points.
Doesn't mean anything.
That's what we would have said, you know. But this year we go, mate, you know, like far out. We should have done better because we expect a lot more from the side now, which
And
is
this
good.
is what the
We know what
attitude
they're
should have
capable
been.
of.
Yeah.
This is what the attitude should have been in the last 5 years.
True.
Yeah,
Don't
of course.
accept the mediocrity.
Of course. Wow. Let's not go back that far, of course, man.
I know, but still, you've got to remember what happened then, so you don't repeat it.
Yeah, let's not fall into
agree.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do some votes.
Yep. Vince,
We're gonna
you
start
got a
with Vince.
5, 4, 3,
Start
2,
with
1?
me.
Of course.
Off the cuff.
Off the
Big
cuff.
James.
Yeah.
Well, I thought Sam Walsh was clearly the best player for Carlton.
Okay.
And it's not just because of the 33 possessions, but it's also the contested possessions and the clearance work. And
Yep.
he just worked his backside off for
Love
4
that.
quarters.
Always.
I gave 4 votes to,
Doherty.
yes, Sam Doherty. I thought he was our strongest player in defence.
Yep.
We still kept them to under 100 points. So that's something.
Defence has
From-
been
from the
holding
defence
up
point of
all
view.
year, you know, even though...
Yeah. I didn't think Wiedering had his best game. I didn't think
Nah.
Young had his best game.
No, we still
But I thought Doherty was still very, very dependable back there.
Yep.
George Hewitt, I thought was behind Walsh, our second best midfielder.
Yep.
Kicked a nice goal. At least he learnt from his previous mistake where he missed the shot. But his very next shot was a nice goal right through the middle.
He made up. I said when he was taking a shot, learn from it, and he did. Actually, I thought I was sitting right on that angle, and I thought it missed all the way, and then it just...
Nah, just
I thought he missed it too. I go,
I did the same.
It's funny how right footers now just kick it. They actually get this left to right slant.
It does.
Sort of, almost a fade. A bit like my golf swing. I gave 2 votes to Zach Fisher.
Yes, you did.
I thought he really tried hard. Zach Fisher, he was one of our better players up forward. I think he might have got close to 30 possessions himself.
Yeah, 27 I think he had, yeah.
27?
Hold on, I'm going to sneeze.
I thought it might have been 29.
Pineapple, look up at the thing and say pineapple.
And one is TDK.
And one is
Pineapple,
Tom DeConning.
really?
In fact, I could have given Tom a little bit more than 1 vote, but I wanted to make sure he's in my votes because I thought he really battled manfully in the
100%.
ruck. And he was up against 2 others for most of the night.
Yep.
And,
That's it, perfect.
I thought he was well and truly in the vote getters.
100%. No, that's good.
Yep.
Paolo.
5 to Fisher, 4 to DeConning, 3 to Walsh, 2 to Chera, 1 to Charlie.
I think a 2 to Chera there. That's good.
Gave
Oh, you
5,
gave 2
And 1 to Curno.
Yeah.
5 to Walsh, 4 to TDK, 3 to Hewitt, 2 to Fisher, 1 to Doherty.
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
I did pretty much the same, kind of. Fisher, 5. Walsh, 4. DeConning, 3. I gave Chera 2 and Hewitt 1. So we're all about... That's about it.
Yep.
I reckon those 5 or 6 players were the ones.
Yep, nice to see Fisher get up and about.
No, like I'm telling you, Fisher, apart maybe him and Young, most improved this year by far.
Oh, he's man.
Huh?
You reckon he's
Oh,
all
and his
Australian,
man
Fisher?
until he got dropped.
No, just missed.
He reckons he's all Australian.
No, I don't think he won't make IA, but
Who's that?
if he keeps on the upward trend, there's
But
a
he's
good chance
definitely
he can.
he's doing well for us.
Next
All
year.
right, let's have a look at this leaderboard.
Walsh just darting clear again.
130, Doherty 103, so he's moved clear second, and then Cribbs just holds on to third with 90, and then you got Curnow 76 having a good year, and Hewitt also on 69. So I think that's a fair indication of where the team is at.
Yes.
What about next week?
GWS?
Yep. Carlton v GWS.
Yes.
Our traditional time slot on a Sunday, 1:10.
Yeah,
110 on
Fox footy
a
game, that
Sunday.
one. That's Archer to that.
That's at Marvel,
Yes.
where we play our best football.
Yep.
Yeah, we do.
Can we beat them even if they only have 16 on the field?
Well, that's because we won't be down by 100 points this time. No, this will be a win. This will be a win.
Carlton
Pencil this
by-
one
We've
in.
got to win games like this.
Carlton
No, we won't.
by 38.
Yeah. I'm going to
Oh, you're going
say
Carlton by
I'm going to
30.
say Carlton by 24. I think it'll be 4 goals.
We got it all wrong last week, but anyway, go.
And we'll get it right this week. Mitch.
Carlton?
Yes.
I think we will come back.
Yeah.
We've always responded.
We've always responded.
Mate, what is this win, loss, win, loss, win, loss the last 7 weeks? I think we will win. We should win comfortably.
Yes.
And at Marvel, I think we will. I think
Yeah.
we'll win by 7 goals, 42 points.
Okay, nice.
That's
Okay,
a
very
big
good.
one.
Nice
That's a
for
big
you,
one.
Vince. Yeah, I mean, they've got a
Yeah, I
host
was
of
going to
outs.
say about 40
GWS.
points. I think we'll win comfortably too. So
They've got a host of
between
outs.
6 and 7 goals.
And
I
the
think.
one thing I want to see is a big response from Harry Mackay after
Yeah.
a shocking
And I think he
win.
will be. He hasn't had that many. He hasn't had any.
That's his worst game he's ever
That's his
played.
worst game.
He hasn't played any
This
worse
year
than
by
that.
far, yeah, that's the worst.
Seriously,
game.
the only
It's
player
worse.
for them that I think poses any threat
Toby
is
Green.
Toby Green.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right.
So what
Spot on.
happens there? Who goes on Toby
He's a
Green?
star. He's actually a
I
star.
agree with you.
Plowman, maybe?
Plowman goes
Really?
straight to him.
Yeah, Plowman.
Straight to
He
him.
has to.
Plowman straight to him.
We held him quite
You
well.
hold him to 2
And the
goals.
people bagging Plowman again, mate. Like,
Plowman on the weekend was actually really, he was good. He done what he had to do. Fucking Stengel did nothing.
I can't believe that people
I
bag
considered
him.
votes for
What did
Plowman.
Stengel do?
I actually considered giving him a vote,
He didn't
but
do anything.
I couldn't leave the
What,
comment.
one,
get it.
did he have a goal?
People are going to stop just picking
And
on
he
one
kicked a
play
nice
for
pass
no
to
reason.
Harry, which
Oh,
Harry missed.
That's what he can do, Plowman.
Yeah, he
Mate,
can.
just don't do
I
it
reckon
enough,
Plowman.
mate.
I have a
And
different
while you're
opinion on
there,
his game
then
anyway.
who
You didn't
goes?
think it was any good?
Who comes? Who?
Thought his positioning was terrible.
Who was?
On the night, Plowman.
Oh, I don't know, man.
I thought Stengel
he
was
looks
one
a
of their
lot
better
closer.
players.
Did he
He
do
was
anything?
one of his better players.
17 touches, 6 score involvements and a goal. That's pretty good.
I don't know.
That's pretty good. I thought he was terrible with his positioning, and continually got sucked into those decoy
Really,
runs.
I saw it differently,
terrible.
but I didn't look at his stats.
And
I still don't reckon he
and
was that
Wiedering
bad.
and Young continually got stuck with him. And that's how we got away. That's how we got those 17 possessions a lot of time.
Isn't it funny how different sets of eyes see different things?
No, I thought his positioning was terrible on the night. But
I don't think he was that bad.
But
But
I mean, look,
anyway,
he's a limited player. But like, I mean, you know, he's just.
He plays a role.
all right. So who comes in?
Does he make way for McGovern if they decide to bring
comes
McGovern
in?
in?
So you reckon McGovern in, Plowman out?
So I said last week that I put my whole land on it. That
So he's got two lands now.
Plowman wouldn't get dropped. So.
He did.
Yeah.
So this week, so McGovern's ready, right?
So let's just say McGovern comes in and Pitnet comes in, right? Let's just say those
Pitnet
two
will come in.
Who are we going to drop?
That's it.
Probably one of the.
Nunes.
I think Cottrell or Nunes.
Cottrell.
One of Cottrell or Nunes will make
can't
way.
be Cottrell.
Well, you already
What
got
about
two
Durden?
wingers there.
Yeah,
but
but
it
then
can't
you
be
lose
Cottrell.
something up front.
Cottrell
Maybe
will
you
go
gotta-
as
I
a
don't know.
medi sub.
You reckon and they'll
Or
keep
Nunes
Nunes?
will go as a medi sub.
Yeah, one of them will.
But yeah, O'Brien has to come back.
You know,
in.
Setterfield got 40 possessions in the VFL.
he
Good
did.
on him. Good on
Going
him.
to take my
You're not
segment,
going to you're not going to take him.
You can take
Sorry.
it over there. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
How
I'm
dare I
joking.
take
on the reserves? Jesus.
That
the
is-
rare
I'm joking,
over
I'm
here.
joking.
The
Good
rare.
on him.
Sorry.
Good on him. He's still not good enough.
Well, what I'm trying to say is,
Yeah,
do you consider bringing him
Nah.
into the team or not?
Nah,
You
because
know
when he
that-
goes to AFL, he's
You know how you jumped
What
in
does he have
there?
to-
You
what
know
does he
you
have to
jumped
do to
in
get a
there.
game?
You jumped in there with the stats.
Sorry.
And that.
Sorry.
Right. Let's have a look at this, right? This is
Oh, what are we looking at?
Just have a look at
Okay,
this.
I'll have a look. What is this?
Alugo Goria. Fucking Vincenz, man. Fucking big Vincenz. Is that Vincenz?
The big Vincenzo jumped in there.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
That's how we like it. You know what? Let's
They'll
just.
keep Newman in. I know they will.
Let's-
They'll bring in McGovern.
Let's,
McGovern
what
has
we'll do is,
He'll play for
Long live the
Plowman.
king.
what we'll do is, let's go to this segment.
Yes.
Big power. What we can do is you can go through that and then we can discuss the ins and outs.
Right.
So good win from the reserves, 10-10-70 to 9-5-59, as Vince alluded to.
Sorry.
Setterfield was very good. He was best on
Yeah.
for the lads.
There's a
40
couple that got
disposals.
some high possessions. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of score involvements as well. A lot of defensive duty, a lot of defensive actions, which is something he's developing. Which is something which you know he's using the VFL to develop his defensive craft as well. O'Brien was trending as best on before he got taken off, because he got taken off at halfway. So if you just go back and watch the replay, I would advise just to watch O'Brien's game, and he had 8 score involvements. Which you don't see on the AFL or VFL app, but had 8 scoring involvements, got his way up to 18 or so disposals, held his width really well, and I thought he was one of our best on. McGovern and Pitnet came through unscathed, which is exactly what we want. Pitt had 22 hitouts and came through quite strongly. So Dow was okay again, nothing amazing from him. His clearance work was okay.
Keep your trade value up, mate.
Fogarty was not too bad again. Fogarty's been tracking along nicely in the reserves, and yeah, McGovern had 17 and a goal, and it wasn't named in the best, but you would think they'd want to get him into the team ASAP, so he can play that, you know.
I heard when the game was up for grabs,
Yeah,
he really stood up.
He kicked the match winner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they swung him up forward, and look, I mean, I think he is the missing link down in the back line for us at the moment with regards to the score launches, intercepting, and moving the ball quickly off half back, and the ability to find that target inside the middle of the ground. He's not afraid to take that kick, which we saw in the first 2 rounds when we looked hot.
The first 2 rounds looked good.
And he looked in career best form at that point. But unfortunately, as we've come to know, his body just continually lets him down, and that's been the biggest knock on him. So fingers crossed, and pray to God he can keep his body fit. But I mean, he's not very reliable, and we know that. But depending on how his conditioning
Did you give a
is.
score? Did we win?
Yeah, we won. Yeah, 10-10-70 to 9-5-59.
Yeah.
Won by 11
points.
points. So strong win by the boys. And we are getting players back at the right time. If McGovern and Pitnet played against Geelong in the AFL team, would we have won if they were in peak form?
Nah.
Would have been much closer. You don't know.
No.
You know.
Definitely not.
You don't know, but
You don't know.
Definitely not. Not with that performance, not a chance.
Yeah, I don't know.
Could
Anyway,
have just gone another gear, see you later, champ.
potentially.
I just hope McGovern can get through the rest of the year without getting another
Yeah,
injury.
because
I
he
think
did
everyone
look, he
hopes-
looked really good.
You
in
know,
the
really
first 2
hopes that.
He did.
McGovern.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Yeah. So yeah, very good. Great performance by the reserves. Do McGovern and Pitternet come in?
All right, that's the question now. Who comes in and who comes out?
If they are both fit and they are both
come out.
absolutely ready to go, they come straight in.
And O'Brien?
And who gets
And
dropped?
O'Brien comes in.
Oh, that's three. Let's go them three. Who comes out?
I'd be taking out Nunes.
Yep.
So O'Brien for Nunes.
Yep, I'd be taking out Nunes. I'd be putting in O'Brien. I would be taking out potentially Cottrell for Pitternet to get something out in the ruck, so DeConning can be that player along the flanks that we can rely upon a little bit more there, because that's initially the role he was going to play. And I would be taking out either one of Plowman or Stocker for McGovern.
Which one?
Plowman will go.
And keep Stocker in?
Maybe.
That's what will happen.
I don't know. But I think there will be
I
three
wouldn't be
changes.
surprised if you see Stocker and Plowman go out, but just saying.
What if they dropped Stocker and kept Plowman in and put him in the back pocket?
Who, Plowman?
In other words, Plowman takes Stocker's back pocket,
Oh,
and then McGovern comes in on the back flank.
That could be a
Maybe even bring Doherty up to the wing, maybe.
I think that will be the
Potentially,
move.
but-
I
yeah.
think they'll keep Plowman in, especially for that. Maybe play him on.
Oh, he plays in a
Toby
small
Green.
forward. He plays on Toby Green.
I think Doherty does sort of play that attacking halfback option, so you do see him roll up to
And Adam
the
Saad
wings.
does the
not,
other
not
halfback.
not an actual wing position, if that makes sense.
just
But
rolls
I know
up
what you mean.
because of the game.
Yeah.
High halfback.
But I think
Yeah.
that big move is Pitternet.
oh, it's huge.
Pitternet
He has
comes
to
in.
advantage, gives our midfielders first use.
Also frees up
DeConning
Silvani.
frees up Silvani, just gives you more options.
And then that half forward all of a
So
sudden
interesting to
becomes
see
a
what
bit
they do
more
in the next few
stronger.
weeks. But I just want to check now, because all the VFL games are done. I'll tell you exactly where the boys are. I think they are in 5th place
I think top 4.
on the table. They were, but there are a couple of games after their game today.
Oh, I see.
So if this app wants
It's
to
a good
actually
win,
load
though.
up,
The game.
Keeps them right up there.
it does. We are 1, 2, 3. Oh, we are 4th.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
There we go. We are 4th. Okay, interesting. So Sydney have a game in hand on us, and they have just have percentage over us by 0.5. Brisbane, who sit ahead of us on the table by a game, also have a game in hand. So we're probably around that 4th to 5th position at the moment. So big win for the boys.
It mimics our form in the AFL.
Yep.
Kinda,
Saturday
yeah.
night
Very-
they play.
Very similar to.
We play Saturday night, the 23rd, 6:05 p.m. at Icon Park against the Giants.
So a night game.
Night game, so I'll put my hand up to call that. I'll hopefully get that gig. If not, I'll be calling one of the interstate games or another game. But yeah, called the Coburg game the other day, which was good fun.
How was that?
Sandringham. Called Dan Handerbridge's return, actually.
At Sandringham or at Coburg?
Coburg. So 30-second
Good old
walk from
Piranha
home.
Park.
Good old
Good
Piranha
old
Park.
ball, man. Annabelle.
My old stomping ground.
There you go.
I lived in Coburg for 15 years.
There you go.
Lived there for 28.
And
Still
saw
live
Phil
there.
Cleary and guys like
knock
that
a few
running
people
around.
out.
Cleary.
So
There's
yeah.
some great Carlton people that actually coached at Coburg. John Nichols, he coached at Coburg. Cole Kinnear.
Robert Walls also is a Coburg boy. Came from there.
Yes, he taught
Taught
in
at
Coburg.
East Coburg High or Coburg
No,
High?
Coburg, was it Coburg High? Might have been Coburg High.
Whatever it was. Coburg Primary.
Yeah. And of course, Phil Cleary.
Yep.
He was on the Carlton list. He played
Was
for
he
Carlton.
really?
He played for Carlton. Never played a senior game, but he played a few those night games.
Okay, interesting.
Oh,
The Escort
yeah.
Cup.
The Escort Cup
The
back in those
Escort
days.
Cup.
There you go.
And he played a few reserves games for Carlton.
Nice.
There it is.
Phil Cleary.
There you
Great
go.
bloke, Phil.
You
if
like
you're watching,
to read these things, don't you?
Oh, yeah, okay.
He's an icon.
I'm happy to read that out.
I can't even see
The
that.
Butcher thing.
Can't you?
do you know Phil Cleary also won the seat of Wills at a federal election?
Yes, he did. There
He
you go.
too,
Send
yeah,
it
He
to
took
Coburg
Bob Hawke's
Morning.
old
There you
seat.
go.
Bob Hawke.
Love is a sudden grass, not a planted shrub. Interesting.
Oh, we're doing that, are we?
I don't know. I
The
did this one.
Butchie things. What's yours say, Vince? Yeah, let's have a look.
There you go. I don't know. I haven't even looked at it.
That's how it looks.
Sometimes we encounter people, even perfect strangers, who begin to interest us at first sight. That's like that Frank Sinatra song. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, wandering in the night. What were the chances we'd be sharing love? Before the night was through.
I'll never listen to that song again.
We can do our rap song later.
Paul, our album's coming out next week. At all good record stores.
Actually, not too bad.
Fucking Mondo Music.
Spotify. Mondo Music in Lygon Street. Hey, I know the owners of that.
Are they still there?
The Lapretti family.
Yes.
I went to school with the
somehow
son.
surviving. They haven't sold a record in about 30 years.
Yeah,
Do you want to know something about that name?
But they
Mondo?
sold.
Laundering drugs.
Yeah, but they've been selling the cornies.
They were an institution.
Oh,
Back
yeah.
in the day,
Bought music from Mondo Music. I used to have my hair cut at Mondo Hair
How many years
in
ago?
Nicholson Street, North Carlton.
How many years ago?
Oh,
30?
man, 25,
There
30.
you go. So I'm right.
And my real estate business, Mondo Real Estate.
Ah, see, I went and bought one of my first Italian tops there. Mao.
Yeah.
There you go, I get guts
No,
off.
got my cazzo, but the time was Mao.
No, come on. The one that they sold by the thousands was Italians Do It Better.
Oh my God.
Remember that?
That's vomit.
And everyone would wear it at the Italian Festa.
It might have been vomit, but in the 80s and that.
Yeah.
That was
the
a
in
big
thing.
thing.
That's
Yeah.
actual
Yeah.
vomit.
So we're going to release an album. Spotify, Apple iStore, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play Store.
And we're going
I can just see the comments now. I'll buy that. I'll buy that.
Yeah, sure.
What are we going to call our album, Paul? Mondo Hits.
Mondo Hits, there you go.
All right, beautiful. Hey, let's do some AFL talk.
Okay. Did you have something on the agenda?
I had something on the agenda. I had two things on the agenda.
Okay.
And I want your opinion on this. Let's have a look at this first video.
Okay.
Compilation of Genevieve being a flop.
Made that blonde hair go back and accentuate things as well. But it was there.
That was one.
Yeah.
Look what he's saying. He does it every week.
He practices this.
He
That
does
one
practice
there.
it.
Does it very well. I wish our players did it.
Ginnivan at ground level looking for free again. Nothing this
Doesn't
time.
get it this
And look
time.
at Cumming has a...
All right. Before we talk about it, you
Yes.
just mentioned it. Let's have a look at this.
Right.
He goes out and he actually practices it.
Yep.
You can see this. Watch this. He'll do it again.
The lifting of the arms.
Yep.
See? He's doing it properly. He goes under it, lifts up his arms.
The
There we
lifting
go.
of the arm accentuates how
Of
it
course,
lifts.
of course.
It's smart. I reckon it's smart.
All right. So that was my question now.
They're all free kicks. He should have had like
All
three
right,
free
so what do we
kicks on
think
the
about
weekend.
it? You think it's good?
Well, he's improvising, he's trying to get cheap free kicks.
You
and he
like
does.
it? You?
I wish our players did it.
Do you?
It's smart.
All right, good. Do you?
I don't like it.
I
Do
think
you?
it's smart.
I've never liked it. I wouldn't want our players to start doing that.
Well, if it's in the
If
grand
you're-
final and it's in front of goal, mate, I'll do anything to it. I would.
Umpires have got to be awake to it.
Well, they have been awake, but this week he didn't get a lot of free kicks, and they actually mentioned it in the commentary.
But they were all free
They're
kicks.
And who do you
watching it
reckon he
now.
modelled himself on?
Well, Selwood. Right?
they're all
Lifting
free
of the
kicks.
arms. As soon as you get
All
tackled,
right, so
lift
this
the
is
arms.
my question now. This is my question about it. You're saying they're free kicks because the arm does go over the shoulder, right?
Yeah.
Right? But initially the free kick isn't there because they're tackling properly. What he's doing is he's doing something to make sure that he gets the free
Yeah,
kick.
but he's beating the tackler. He's tactically smarter. He
no,
is.
he's not.
Well, I
He's
think
not.
he is.
So you know what it's like? To me, it's cheating, right? I don't care what you
not.
say. It's like a man cat to me. Man cat's part of cricket.
Cricket, yeah.
But no one ever does it because it's just one of those things. I've seen many times, right? When O'Brien did that free kick, and I said, "Don't fucking do that. Do
But
not."
that's diving.
It's the same thing,
No,
man.
it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's actually not.
It
Well, you
is.
got to
Because he's
take it
got the
high.
footy.
It's exactly the same thing.
But
it's
he's got
exactly
the
the same
footy.
thing. No, it's exactly the same thing.
I
You
go-
are doing something, right, to show the umpire to get the free kick. Because at the end of the day, that player tackled him correctly. He is now practicing a way, right, of cheating.
It's not cheating.
To
mate.
me, it's cheating.
I would go back to say.
If I was boss, I would go to my players, don't do that.
All right, well,
Tackle
it's,
Go in
okay.
hard, play the fucking ball.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
play
Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
to get a cheat free kick. Because he now,
The umpires aren't giving it to him. And you know what? If he retires today or next year, he will be known as a fucking cheat for the rest of his life.
His reputation will
He's actually not a
proceed.
cheat.
He is getting taken high.
He's getting taken high.
But I would go back to it and say two things.
I don't agree.
Right? I would say two things.
I don't agree.
One,
Go for the ball.
One, I would look at my own team and say, how the hell can we navigate this? He's navigated the rule.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
What can we do?
And they will. They'll work around it.
Okay, number
They
two,
will work around
right?
it.
How are you going to stop him from doing that? You know what
Umpires
you do?
aren't giving
Don't
him
go
free-
and tackle him normally.
They don't.
You go out with an open fist and you fucking smack him on the head.
And they did it with like...
I think that might end up being a free kick though.
Yeah.
With Dusty, not that he, but when he was on the stiff arms, then they started working out a way
The don't
to
argue.
beat,
Yeah,
to
but how
beat
many
the stiff
times
arm.
does he stiff arm somebody in the throat? That's high.
Yeah.
He does it like 80% of the time.
Yeah.
But it looks good, doesn't it? So they don't pay the free kick because it's dusty. I'm
No,
telling
no.
you, bro, it's not it's a free
It's
kick.
a cheat. He's a
It's
cheat.
not cheat.
He's a little cheat.
It's actually not.
He's a little cheat
How?
because he doesn't go for, he's not going for the fucking
He's
ball.
got the ball.
But what he's doing, he's going as a cheap free kick. That's all. He's not going hard at the ball.
Yeah, but he has
his mentality is
has
to
the
get the
ball.
fucking free kick.
Yeah, it's
That's
good.
all. No, it's not good. And I said it about O'Brien, and I wouldn't want any of our players to play like that cheap little prick he is.
If he didn't play for
And the
Carlton,
umpires aren't paying him. No, I said it to O'Brien. As soon as he did it, I said, do not do that. Do not play for the free kick. You know when
give me a free kick.
Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. He can do whatever he wants. I'm telling you, he won't get a lot of free kicks anymore.
Well, he
will.
did
The
it on the
umpires are
weekend.
already.
They're
He did
all
it on the
doing-
weekend.
Now they're
Hey,
saying it's
this
gone full
week's game,
circle.
they weren't paying it, and the commentators mentioned
But
it.
he should have been
He
paid
should
a
have been
handful of
paid
those.
3
Yeah,
of them.
but
You
they're
know
not.
why?
But
Because
they're
he's
gone
a
full
cheat
circle.
and they know it. And now what they're doing is they're looking for it.
Yeah.
They're looking that he's doing it deliberately. And what they're saying is he's dropping his head and it's not a free kick anymore.
But no,
Unless it's like deliberately where he gets like his head ripped off, they will not give him a free kick.
So
and it will cost
if
them a
you-
game. And I hope it costs them against
So
Carlton.
is he?
They can go and
So
get
is
fucked.
he in that instance? Is he ducking?
That's the thing.
Is he ducking?
He ducks.
I think
Yes,
He
he
ducks
does.
like that.
He ducks his fucking head.
He
Have a
does.
look
He
at it.
goes.
what
He
he does,
leads
he
head
slips, he
first.
slips down.
He ducks down and he lifts up his arm, man.
he
Fucking
lowers
hell,
his-
mate.
he
Watch
lowers
it.
his
No,
Yes, he is.
He's not ducking.
Is he? And the people have been saying about
He's-
Selwood for years,
So,
and he's doing the same.
So what
if
he
that's what
does-
he's training,
what he does
he
is
can
he's-
go and get fucked.
He's got the ball right, and he's coming up from a position, and he's coming.
He's
up
coming
under
in
it.
for a free kick. He's not
you-
coming in to get the ball.
You know what though now? Because he's even admitted that he tries to
He
do
won't get
this,
free kicks.
the umpires, even the ones you should get, they're now not
It
paying
happened
him
this.
anything.
It happened this.
They're not
week.
paying him anything
It
anymore.
happened this week, Vin.
Yeah,
One
I
thing
know.
I
I
would
saw
say-
it.
It happened 4 or 5 times.
He should have
He
got
didn't
some
get it.
free kicks, he didn't get them.
Because he's a cheat.
Because the umpires don't like being dudded either.
But
Because it makes them look stupid
But
too.
I don't think they're being dudded. He's just being
No,
smart with
they
the way,
feel like they're being
yeah, but
dudded.
He's being smart
Is
with
it-
the way he positions his
I
body.
don't like it.
Is
I don't
the-
like it. I don't like
Alright,
it.
so
I
I
reckon
think,
the umpire, they're human. They're like, this guy's been dudding us. Nah, no more free kicks.
so
for
let's
him.
stop and wind it back. So he gets possession of the ball.
Yep.
Right. He gets possession of the ball,
Yep.
and you'd say the majority of the time, the initial contact from the tackler is not high,
Yep.
Most of the times it's not because they're trying to tackle him right.
Yep.
But it slips up.
but it slips up.
There's a difference
Because
between
of his
slipping up
actions.
and you making it
So,
slip up.
if you make it slip up, is that your prior opportunity to getting rid of the ball?
That could be. You
Could be
could have a
the
look at it.
same.
So then,
maybe.
if that is the case, there has to be a ruling on that action now.
I think they might be looking
So
at doing
if
something.
you grab possession of the ball and your action is that,
and the tackle
And when
slips
your
up,
and
action
you hold
could have been
possession of the
that,
ball,
and
it
you
should
get
be.
caught holding the ball.
I say it should be holding the ball
maybe,
now.
maybe that's a good point. I need to look at it. That's
So
good.
that's how I would be
Since-
looking at
Since
it.
you
right?
agree with me, I like it.
No. But like,
I understand your point
he
too. Don't get me
is
wrong.
being taken high.
Mate,
Letter of the law, he's being taken
It
high.
happened to Chera
After.
on the weekend.
But it's a
But
result of this action. Now, is that action prior opportunity for you being able to get rid of the ball?
Well, if you can do that, you can do that.
I think it's quite, but don't you think it's quite smart? You're shifting his arm to hit you in the face.
You know what? I don't
smart.
think it's smart.
It's smart.
He goes into the ball and he's not going in.
But he doesn't duck.
But listen to me.
Yeah, okay.
He's
He doesn't
going
duck.
in to
He
get the
doesn't.
ball, and his initial thought is, right, I'm going to get a high tackle.
Because he's training.
Well, that's wrong. You're fucking up the game, Mars.
Well, that's where...
You're fucking it up.
This is
the problem with our fucking game. You're fucking it up. The initial... When I was watching football, the thing was, you go and get the ball. You don't go in to get a free kick. You go in to get the ball. You're fucking it up. It's already a shit game.
So is it worse? Is it worse than the sliding?
What do you mean the sliding?
People used to slide in and take people's legs
Now
out.
they pay a free kick for that.
Yeah.
Now they pay a free kick
For the sliding.
Yeah.
But is it worse
I
than
think
I don't know if it's worse
my
now. I'm
opinion on it
going to
is
look into that. Is
there's
it worse?
two things.
I reckon this is worse because he trains for it.
Two things. One, they have to adjudicate something around that to say, if the initial contact is not high, that's prior opportunity, holding the ball if you don't get rid of it.
That's a good point.
you're taking the tackler off. That's why.
I like that.
They leave it alone, they pay all those high contacts, and the defenders have to figure it out.
And they will.
And
they
so
will
they
figure
should.
it out. And they will figure it out.
Figure it out.
Just
like he trains to do that.
But they do go lower, Mars. They do go lower. Yes, they go lower.
The tackles are always around here.
Well, the game's going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Of course the tackle's there, man. What are you going to do?
I know, but they've got to train themselves to tackle around the waist.
They do, even if you tackle them here, you can
you
lift
got to
up that
remember, a
arm.
lot of the time, the player that's got the ball has got it out here, and he's probably got his arms up. That's one of the reasons why they tackle around the arms, and it slips up.
I understand.
But the other thing is,
if you grab them around the waist and their arms are out here,
all right, give you another
it's an easy
reason.
possession.
You go for a split second.
True.
Remember, we got split
They're
second
trying to
to
pin them
tackle
down.
here, right?
They're trying to pin the arms.
He's just being smart.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think he's outwitting the opponents.
Sure, but
And
he's
nobody
publicised
can-
it.
and nobody-
He didn't.
Nobody can actually get on his
you got to
level.
He didn't
reward
outwit them
You know
this
what?
week because he
Well,
didn't.
they won the game, so it didn't matter.
That's what the point, Mars, because they could have lost the game within a kick, and then you say it differently.
Yeah, but then all his free kicks in front of goal, would you be saying, I should have got a free kick?
What do you mean?
So if they lost the game, and all those ones that got taken
No,
away,
because I'm talking just about. I don't care about the result of the
I
game.
know that.
I'm just caring about.
What
I
he's
don't
doing.
think
I think
this
he's
is the
smart.
right
I
thing to
personally
do.
The
think he's
person
smart.
who started it
If I
was
was
Toby
coach,
McLean for the Western Bulldogs.
Yes.
That he was lifting his arm.
And he's now playing VFL.
Yeah.
No, but
All I'm
like,
saying is your main objective should be getting the ball. If you're training to get a free kick,
hey?
you're not playing the game right. You might say, yeah, all right, he's doing it, and he gets the free kick. I don't think it's right. I don't like when O'Brien did his diving forward, whatever it was.
Yeah,
I don't
but
like
that's
this.
blatant diving.
Well, that's blatant free kick, man. That's a blatant.
I think he's trying to elude the tackler. as
No,
well.
he's not. He's training for it.
To get the
You
free
saw
kick.
him train.
Yeah,
So
but
train.
He didn't train to elude the ball. He was training to get
What
the
do you mean?
high.
He's got the ball. He's trying to come through.
When you
through
watch
the
him
tackle.
training for it, he wasn't training going with his opponent. What we're going to do
But he's
now?
coming through the tackle.
No,
as
he's
well.
not. He was training to.
He actually is.
No, he wasn't. Because what he was doing, if you look at him train.
If we had somebody as half as smart as that, we'd get 85 goals. for us a game.
Bullshit. You could see that. How many fucking goals did they get?
Surely
did
Jack
they get
Gilman-
85 goals? No.
I'm sure he'll get paid free kicks this week. I'm telling you right
No,
now.
he won't.
He will.
Because the umpires aren't smart. And Carazzo was saying it too, that when he started umpiring, he started looking at the plays and saying, you're trying to deceive me. He was saying it. And
Don't
that's
all
what
players
umpires
do.
are thinking now.
Don't all players do.
And what do umpires do now? They say cut, so you get nothing now.
It is what it is.
Right? And that's what's going to
We've
happen.
got to learn to live with it, don't we?
If I was coach, I would never tell him to do that. You could coach a team any way you want, if that's the way.
But he's going to do it anyway.
Not when he starts not getting free kicks. I bet you his coach will say, stop trying to get the free kick and try and go for the
Play
ball.
the ball.
But
Play
he
the
is playing
ball,
the
mate.
He is getting the ball, though.
He's first to the ball.
He's
though,
first to the
when he
ball,
gets
then
it.
that's what he's trying to do.
So handball the ball out. Don't try to go for the free kicks because he lost 3 or 4 free kicks this week. Anyway,
But I think,
let's not
I
go
think a
on.
lot of them were there.
Huh?
I think a lot of the ones that weren't paid for him were there.
Because but why didn't they give him to him? Because they knew that he was trying to deceive them again.
I'm sure that'll go back to headquarters and they'll say they all got him wrong.
Probably.
Nah.
You know, reckon?
But the letter of the law
When have you
is...
ever heard him say they got wrong?
Forget about how he does it. Forget about how he does it. Is he being taken high in any of that motion? Yes.
Yeah.
But is it
Exactly.
self-inflicted?
That's right.
That's correct, and that's what they have to decide
That's
now.
right.
Do they want that?
Is that what you want the game to turn
You know what?
into,
I
bro?
think Jack Ginnivan's an exciting player, right? I can't stand
Doesn't
who he
bother
plays
me.
for,
Is
but
that-
he's
is
an
that
exciting
what you want
player.
the game to turn
I like
into?
him. I think he's good for
What?
the game.
What's this? Is that how you want the
It
game
shits
to
me.
turn into?
He doesn't have
It
to
shits
do
me,
this.
but it's part of it.
But
He does not have to do this.
Defend better. Don't let him get the ball. Simple. Stop him from getting the ball.
That's
Worry
not
about
the
your own
point.
game.
Oh, if
The
he's
point
on
is,
the
should
team,
we
we
be
love it.
allowing any player
It's the same like Toby
to get
Green.
away
Well,
with
what
that?
about chop of the arms?
Well, they don't.
Listen, you know what it is?
I'm saying they
It's a-
brought that rule in.
Right.
If that was the case, Silvani would have had 85 goals a game kicked against him, you know?
Yeah.
But
So I don't know.
is it any different to when players duck their heads and all of a sudden
they
the
don't
umpire
pay it?
said, no, you're ducking your head?
That's right.
Yes, you got hit high,
Yes.
but you ducked your head.
But they do
that
they
was
adjudicate it like that.
So the
That's
high
what I'm saying.
contact.
They could adjudicate it like that.
But
Where
you're
you say,
missing
no,
my point, man.
No, I'm not
He is
missing your point.
training
I
to
understand.
get the free kick.
I understand that.
He's training to get the free kick.
No, relax. I understand that. I understand that he's trying to train. And that's him being smarter than the
Yeah.
opposition.
Wasn't
So-
smart
But
this
it's
week.
how you
So-
adjudicate
Take another
it.
And it
cut.
won't be, I guarantee it won't
me-
be smart for the rest of the year.
Let me
It's
just
how
say
you
something.
adjudicate it.
Correct.
Is he ducking or is he not ducking? What's he doing?
Let me say
It's not
something.
the ducking.
Let me say something.
Going a long time.
They could adjudicate this the same as ducking into
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
That's
And
right.
if they do that, I'm happy
Fair
with
enough.
that.
They will.
If
If
they
they
leave it
say it's
alone
ducking,
and
whatever.
they say it's continually
All right,
high,
you agree.
I'm happy with
You
that
wanna-
as well.
you
Because
want-
the opposition have to
You know
figure
what
out
I'm
a
going to
way.
do? I'm going to bring our boss this week. I'm going to say, listen, forget about trying to go for the hard for the ball. Let's just worry about trying to cheat our way into the final.
No, that's
Fuck
not-
that.
no.
He can jam it up his ass, man.
I think that's how it'll be. The umpires will,
They'll fix
like
it.
they do now. No, you ducked
One
your
way-
head.
Look,
Yeah, it's
They
going to
actually
it could
say
be
it.
I'm
adjudicated.
sure one way or another,
Yeah.
it always levels out.
Correct.
Right? They
Water finds
flood
its level.
it, they work out a way.
Whatever it
They
is.
do the zones, they work out a way. They do that, they work out a way. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and even now with that rule with the 50 where you can't stand 5
Protected
metres,
zone.
now they've fixed it up and now they have to change the rules again.
Yep.
And they'll redo it.
Yep.
You like him, up to you. I think he's a little prick. Done. I was going to do something else here, but now that...
What was something else?
Should North Melbourne merge?
No.
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 Is that because they
Never
won
happened.
today?
Never happen.
Never happen.
Mine.
No, it won't.
Not in the AFL era. Won't
Really?
happen, mate. The broadcasting
We never
rights are
thought it
worth
was
way.
going to happen in the VFL.
What
Yeah,
about
but
if
that's
there was
because
another-
there
what
was
if
so
there-
much
what
more
about if there
money
was
and they're all
another-
professional now.
What about if there was another team ready to come in?
Yeah.
Another
e.g.
team's ready to
Tasmania?
get- No, Tasmania will get their own team. That's what they
What,
want.
and we have like
Oh, so you
19.
have 19?
Yeah, that's what they'll have.
Nah,
That's
that's
what they want.
bullshit.
19, no.
No, you've got to have an even number.
Don't have
and
20.
it won't,
It didn't work.
They'll
When they
never
had
merge.
it, when they had the odd number, it never worked.
They'll
Anyway.
never merge. Tasmania and Northern Territory will come in together.
I don't think. You know what my belief is? I like North Melbourne, right? Because they're
Easy
institutes of no.
But are they the next Fitzroy?
No.
To me, that North Melbourne will never get out of this.
Yeah, they will.
Yes,
No, they won't.
They will.
Why?
No, they won't.
That's
If
like
they
us.
never get supporters. Well, you're going
It's
to
only
all of
been
a
3
sudden
years.
build up a big supporter
It's
base.
only been 3
They've
years.
got like 40,
They've got
What
40,
3
40 odd
years?
thousand members.
They've only got 50,000 members.
Oh, come on.
That's probably fudged, but you know.
Oh, what
Are you
about us?
serious? They're always
got
under
90.
pressure, man.
Where's the 90?
Who?
North Melbourne. Every year they're under pressure. They're financially under pressure.
No, they're
Debt
out of
free?
debt. They're debt free.
They're debt free.
All right.
But it doesn't mean much when your product's garbage.
Correct. But well, there was like Carlton. I know that we're like fucking Carlton.
Come
That
on,
doesn't
Carlton's
matter.
Carlton.
Yeah, I know
They had,
Carlton's
they
Carlton.
had a, they had a,
Still.
they had a brand that was always going to survive. North Melbourne,
I mean,
It's no
even
different.
at their best.
North Melbourne's no different to South Melbourne and Fitzroy.
No.
I'm with you. I've seen it happen.
Eventually, something will happen with
In
it.
Yeah,
our
but
lifetime,
it wasn't
we'll never
professional
see that.
back then, if that makes
Correct.
sense.
If you remember, they were
was
very
semi.
close to
You got
going
a
to
$1
Gold
billion
Coast. They were very,
broadcast
col-
right
they
there.
were very close to going to Gold Coast, and it was only a group of supporters and James Brayshaw that stopped them from going.
I don't know.
I think with all the... as you
I don't
said,
know, we'll see.
With the
We'll see.
media money and all that. It'll never happen. It'll never happen.
Can we keep going with 10 teams in Victoria?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
I think we can.
Population grows. Of course you can.
I think we can.
What do you mean
I
population grows? 100,000
People
people
leaving.
have left this state in the last 2 years.
Nah, more babies are born.
And is it any wonder?
So, Ginnivan's not
Anyway.
a cheat, and North Melbourne should stay. Beautiful. I like her.
Why?
All right.
Why would you get rid of them for?
No,
It's fucking shit. They're like one of the founding, founding club.
No, they're okay.
Well, when
I
did
mean,
we-
they've only been poor for like the last
Fucking-
3 to 4 years.
Well, how long have we been shit for?
Yeah, but I just don't think the brand holds up. North Melbourne brand doesn't hold up.
Well,
In
there's
what
a
way?
whole there's a whole lot of North Melbourne supporters out there that would say, I don't want to go anywhere.
I know they don't. So either did Fitzroy.
Yeah, but have you got...
Yeah,
have-
but back
right.
then, they were
What about
financially
this, right?
fucked. There was no $1 billion TV rights deal,
correct.
and it wasn't professional.
All right. I'm just saying. I asked the question. if North Melbourne
It'll never
should
happen.
merge.
Do they really
Never.
know what
Well,
they're doing?
first of all,
I don't think
there is never any certainties in
No,
life
of course,
except
of
for
course.
death and taxes. So
Never
don't say it'll never happen.
never happen.
All I'm saying is they keep on going. They're one of the worst situations I've seen any team. Any team. And if you say Carlton, we always had our brand.
Yeah.
North Melbourne would.
Yeah, no. We always had history.
What
No,
about Fremantle when they were down the bottom?
They haven't won a
But that's a
premiership.
club. That's a club that's only 27 years old.
Exactly.
Yeah, and North Melbourne are longer.
What about GWS? Like Gold Coast, they're bloody
Yeah,
worse.
but the AFL will never get
That's
rid
right.
of
They'll never get rid of
And
that.
so they'll never get rid of
Maybe.
North Melbourne.
Maybe. But I think that this.
You know what? These clubs they're like dead carcasses on the life
Yeah, they
support
are.
system.
I just think
Oh,
they're
They're
not.
on life
Well,
support.
they were in the finals how long ago?
2015.
Under Brad
Fucking
Scott.
hell, man. They're going to rebuild. They lost all their top end talent like all at once.
I don't think it's about the rebuilding. I just think their brand is crap.
Well, I think they'll get there, in the next few years. I think they'll be back up, fighting maybe with that 8 or something.
They've been a pretty solid team in the last 25, 30
They can't
years, I
attract
think.
good players. They've tried that many times to
They're
attract
gonna
a big
struggle for
name
life.
player. They
I
won't
just
go.
think that this push for Tasmania
And
really
it's
is
got to be a
pushing
worry
along,
when your
right?
number one draft pick wants to leave after
I
his
don't think
first
there'll
year.
ever be
Let him
19
go.
teams.
Yep.
I don't think the 19 works. I don't think the odd number works.
They can't have 9.
It has to be 20,
Yeah.
right? Now, it's either you get 2 teams in, and I've heard you say
Northern Territory.
Northern
You need them.
Territory maybe,
I think it'd be good
and
for the
then
game.
we're all
Yep.
stuffed because they're going to have a team full of Aboriginals.
Mate,
It'll
fuck,
be like 200 points, okay?
Yeah, it'll be all
Or-
attack, I
yeah.
can tell you that,
Or-
mate. There'll be no defence.
There'll be a merge.
Okay.
Fair enough.
But who knows?
Watch this space.
Watch this space.
In the
One
next
of us going to
20
be
years.
right, one of us going to be wrong.
I'll be dead.
Well
listen,
entitled
it
opinions.
You know what we should do now? I should really get revved up.
Get some water.
I know, I was
water.
just going to say.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, good idea.
Yours is there.
No, mine's here.
You got some there, Vince.
Rocco's Rant!
Hey, you need to cool down.
Nah, I'm alright.
Yours is there.
I love it.
Oh, is it?
I love
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
thanks.
yeah. This is mine, yeah.
All right, let's do this one here now.
I thought you had your
No,
rant
no,
just
I
then.
got nothing there. No, I thought that was my rant too.
Fucking he's exploded.
Yeah, love it. We
so this
need
is
Tony Leonard.
All right, my rant this week is about passwords.
Oh, God.
Passwords.
Passwords.
Your computers.
In computers. Why do we need to have passwords if I don't want one?
You can get rid of it. Passwords.
You can get rid of all your passwords. Like I go into Google, I can get rid of my password.
Can you, Muzz?
What? For what? Like, what do you mean as in Google?
You want
Like
to
just
be
say-
able to
Like your
access his
Gmail,
account?
like your
Just
Gmail
I got to get my
account.
Google. Just I do a new account. Do I need to redo my password?
Yeah.
Why? It's my Google account.
Security.
I can't remember my passwords. I'm changing them every fucking day, mate.
Have you heard of a pen and paper?
And then someone finds my book and gets into everything.
Oh, my. And then
Nah.
someone finds your email.
Listen.
They don't need the password and then they log in.
Well,
They
I
take
think you
all
log
your
into
bank-
what? But if I don't want it, why do I have to have it?
You have to. It's like having a key.
But why?
It's like having a key.
But I
in
don't
your
want a
house.
key. If I don't want a key, I don't have a key.
So,
I need to-
so you're happy for everyone to come into your house?
But that's none of your business. That's none of your concern.
That's a fair point.
If I want to leave my door open, is it that your concern?
No. But
Is
don't,
it?
Don't
Yeah,
complain,
but don't complain when
when
somebody
someone robs
steals
a joint.
everything.
But I won't.
Okay.
I won't. So why do I have to have a password that I have to change every 6 weeks? And that's not even the fucking issue.
I'm
The
pretty
issue
sure you
is
take it
this.
off that.
Huh?
Every 6 weeks.
Whatever it is. Whatever it is, right? But then that's not even the issue. The issue is this. It's not strong enough. Who the fuck are you telling me it's not strong enough? I want my password to be 1. That's it. What's it to you? Why is it you decide how strong my password is?
I agree on that. It can
Right.
be whatever I want it to be.
Right, but no, it's not good enough. Then you change one number, you can't use the same name. Why? Why? I want my password to be the same for every fucking single thing.
So you don't
right?
have to remember one.
One thing. And it's none of your business if I want it or not. This is fucking the big people trying to
Rocco.
control us.
What about, it's got to have a capital letter, it's got to have a small letter, it's got to have a number, it's got to have a character, it's got to have...
The wordsmith from Reservoir's got to remember all these fucking things.
Adapt or die, my friends.
There you go. I hate passwords.
I'm with you. I hate them too.
Far out. Fucking hell. You've
I
got to
hate
have a
them too.
password for every single fucking thing, mate. You've
Oh,
got to
and
have
then
it, got to
when
be
you
different.
when you can't remember because it's got to be different to your original one, then you got to press forgotten password. We've got to send
Well,
you an
that's
email.
all I do.
And then you
we've got to
forget the
change-
password for your email.
Yeah, that's right.
To reset the password for the password you had on another website.
But that's what happened the other day. I forgot that, then I forgot my Gmail password. Then I couldn't get into a Gmail. Then I couldn't do that password. Oh my God, mate. Anyway, what are we up to?
Can you remain logged in?
Yeah, you can.
You can,
Okay.
but then if you accidentally like get
Logs
something
you out,
new, a new phone or that, then you got to do the whole thing again.
Anyway, I like it. Moses Malocchio.
Who's going to be the subject of your malocchio this week?
3AW cutting Ange Christ's interview.
Oh.
Where he said the two entities, Tony DeBolfo and the Jumper Punch, came to me with an idea. Why can't we all live in harmony?
No worries,
Good one.
socialist utopia.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
So what happened? So they cut.
So Ange said to us that when he was recording his interview about the wolf coming back and everything like that.
This is the first time we've mentioned that on the show today.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wolf, yeah. Well, now it's just
It
a stand.
mustn't have happened too much last night.
It
I
did.
did.
It did.
No, I
Every
know,
single
but I
time.
mean,
No, well, the thing was, the wolf is now.
It's in.
It's in. It's
in.
in.
what we're
Cheers.
talking about. It's old news. now.
Actually, we'll do so after this. We'll do something. Huh?
So he did say that he, what I just said, the two entities came to us, Tony the Bolfer from Carlton,
Yep.
and the Jumper Punch. Rocco went down to do his skit, and he mentioned that the boys from the Jumper Punch are on there, but he, 3AW decided not to air
Was
that.
3AW?
Or because I think it was in a
Podcasty type of
podcast.
thing.
Yeah. So
Now, then and now. Or?
Yeah.
So it wasn't a live.
It's a replay of an interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would
Just
have
like this,
recorded the audio and uploaded it.
But they've chopped it.
Correct. They decided to cut that out.
Thanks, guys.
Make of that what you will. I don't know if that's.
Well, because
Carlton
Ange
trying to control
did
the
ring us.
narrative. I just think it's a
Maybe
load
it's
of-
3AW not trying to promote any other form of
True
medium
that.
other
It
than
could be that
radio.
as well.
It's understandable.
Either which way.
We're
I
not
think you're
saying
all a
it's
bunch
one
of
way or
fucking
another.
cocksuckers. That's what I think. 3AW are a bunch of fucking cocksuckers, even though if people like, I don't care. And Carlton low kick can go get fucked as well. So we bought the wolf back and fuck you.
That's it.
He's 100% right.
Well, and
You
that's the
guys
thing.
did bring
And
the wolf back.
Ange rang me and said he was talking to me, and he goes, "Oh, I did a couple of interviews." He goes, "We didn't mention it on Channel 7 because Channel 7 was a different kind of interview." He goes, "But we did a thing," and he goes, I
Mate,
mentioned.
he did the Matofeo and
Yeah.
sweat on his dad's
He
grave.
sweat on his dad. He did that.
Dead set.
And he goes, "I swear." He goes, "I mentioned. I thought, the Jumper Punch." He goes,
Yeah.
I said they both, come up with
Came
it
up,
together. I
came
didn't
to
want
us,
to.
yeah.
He goes, "The Jumper Punch," and then we said it wasn't there. And he's going, "What do you mean it wasn't there?" I said it, like so.
Anyway.
It's
You
not on
make
there.
of it what you will. I don't really care anymore because
Well, it's
take
there.
your credit, Carlton.
And
for
at the
fucking
game, even who does it? Who does the when they call out the
MC.
Oh,
the
Dan Gorringe.
Orange, and he did the wolf win.
There you go.
Yeah, for
He
Sam.
went woof, sad. Thank you, the Jumper Punch. No, he didn't. No, that's it. I got something to say. Oh, this is what I was going to say.
Oh, okay, yes.
We're going to have a little competition, I reckon.
A competition?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I would like it to involve maybe the thing, maybe the crowd, but what prize are we going to give them? But I think we should pick how many wolves for the week.
Ah, okay. Oh, as in like how many we'll get
Wolf
for, okay,
next
all right.
week. So how many wolves next week, you reckon?
In other words, how many kicks is he going to get?
Yeah.
They
Well,
will
they
not be
wolf
known
it.
as kicks anymore.
Sometimes the hand passes get a little
Yeah,
wolf.
we get wolves for hand passes too. But just how many wolves next week?
14.
14 wolves. What do you reckon?
Who, me? Yeah, it's a good one. 16.
So 14, 16 Vince.
I'm going to go 18.
18.
Oh, bang.
He's due for a good game.
I don't know now.
Yeah,
And he likes Marvel Stadium.
he does.
Yeah,
What's
there
the
you go.
line? About 14 and a half?
Yeah, so the line's about 14 and a half.
13.
$1.90 each of two. $1.90.
Paul's going to have a market out on this.
Yeah, I'll have a market out.
We'll
soon
go
for you.
13.
Okay. And it reverberates around Marvel a little bit more. At the G, it was like, because it's sort of, we're still there.
It's still out. It's still good. It's good. All right, that's good. I reckon. We've got to figure something out. I reckon it'd be good to get everyone involved.
All right, well, leave it on the comments. Leave it in the live chat in the comments.
Put it in the comments.
Call it Weekly Wolves.
Weekly Wolves, yes.
Yes. We might even get
the Weekly Wolves
Ange involved in this somehow.
Yeah.
I like this. Actually, we were talking about Ange about maybe doing something, huh?
Yeah, doing maybe like a jumper punch versus Ange and friends.
Long kick or something, maybe.
Goal kicking.
Good luck.
The goal kicking.
I have no hope of beating him.
Yeah, bad.
I'm not a bad
Don't go
shit
for
though.
longest kicks. They'll
Nah, not long.
Or maybe like a
Kick for
goal
goal.
kicking
Goal
competition.
kicking.
Goal kicking competition.
30 out all around.
Reckon
But
they'd
we
let
were
us.
thinking maybe even
Reckon they'd let
maybe
us
do a
on Icon Park?
competition and someone
Well,
gets.
that's what I said. I don't think they would.
You reckon they'd let us
What's
on
that?
Icon Park?
I don't think they would.
Nah.
The ground next door to it is
Next
really
door.
good. The cricket
Next
pitch
door.
there with the footy posts up is awesome.
Maybe,
Park.
maybe we'll rock up to the fucking hangar.
The hangar, isn't it? Oh yeah, we could do it there.
At the hangar.
I'll tell you where you could do it.
Where? Well, we could do it at the.
Windy Hill.
Or Windy Hill.
Nah,
They let you go on. They don't, there's nothing stopping you from going
Let's
on.
do it on at the Collingwood ground. Can we get onto there?
Victoria Park.
There's nothing
Not
stopping
Victoria
Oh,
Park.
the Holden AIA
Holden,
Centre.
yeah.
Try find parking around there.
Yeah, good luck.
Get there. Or the Richmond go Punt Road. Right
Nah,
in
it's
front
all
of
closed off.
Just go
Can't
Arden.
get onto the ground.
Just go Arden Street. Arden Street.
You know what? Seeing Andrew's got to be at his restaurant. He'll probably be somewhere in Northgate.
Yeah, probably be at the skate park. All right, let's do this one.
Bananas in pajamas are coming down the stairs. Bananas in pajamas are
They're
chasing teddy bears.
Yeah. I thought it was they're coming down in pairs. It could be
Oh, I don't know.
No,
One
I
of
think
the
it's
two,
both.
whatever.
All right, I'll go first. Have a look at this video. Oh, wait. Stop it. Proudly.
Proudly brought to you by Marino Bros.
That's it.
For all your fruit and vegetable produce,
That's
head to
it.
Marino Bros. If you spend
That's
$60 or more online, you will get free delivery if you order before 11:59 p.m.
Over $60.
Over
if you
60.
order before 12 a.m., you get.
That's what he
next
said.
day
Oh,
delivery.
anyway, over 60 before
I thought that's what I
12.
said.
I thought that is what he said.
What'd I say?
No?
I thought that's what I said. Anyway, stop.
That's what it
rewind,
is,
go
but
back.
no,
Anyway,
there's
yeah,
no stop rewind, mate. This
Anyway,
is just flat
cool,
out.
all good,
All
no
right,
worries.
this is my banana.
And
Have a look at this bloke.
Launches long. Inside 50.
Oh, I didn't see this. Oh my golly!
Have to. He gets
Oh my god!
heads goalward.
Right, I think,
Oh wow!
Why
That
wouldn't you
was-
just go back and kick the goal?
That was to win the game, or a chance to win the game anyway. 35 out, practically directly in front.
Oh.
Now, Jack Arts.
Jake.
Yeah, oh,
Jake
Jake,
Arts.
sorry, you're right. Jake Arts. Now, first of all, anyone that's got two A's in your name there, because it's A-A-R-T-S, is
Yeah,
it?
well,
I don't know.
yeah, it is. Yeah, double A. Yeah, double A.
So, Jake,
What about Aaron Hamill?
he's another banana. Jake A. Arts. Jake A. Arts.
They are. Yes.
You are a banana. Why would you just go back? He could have won the game, and he was the medical sub too. So he would have been nice way to like secure the game.
There's only one
Anyway,
Ted
listen,
Hopkins.
I not only feel like that, there is someone else who's got something to say about that.
Oh, really?
I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it.
The best one is when it comes from deep. That one, I'm Maggie.
I like it. I like it.
Good
Still
old
our
Lucas
favourites.
Leiva.
I can't do another one.
Yeah, of course you can.
This international one.
An international banana.
Let's have a look at
okay.
this pic. Okay.
Is that
Polar bear attacks lady at Berlin Zoo.
okay. Why is she in the enclosure?
Now, that's the question. So she jumps in and she goes for a swim inside the enclosure and gets attacked and almost mauled to death. They had to pull her out and they accidentally dropped her back in and then they had to get the polar bear away while they pulled her out. Now she's in hospital.
Good.
Good.
Why is she in that? Why was she under the influence or just a banana?
That's just a banana. The hell you jumping into the pool of a... It's a bear. It's a bear. It's a bear. The only
I think it's
bear...
going to cuddle you.
I mean, you know, even koala bears. Like,
Oh, they're nuts.
They'll rip your
I
face.
know.
Have you seen their claws?
Their claws.
I know.
They're like that.
Have
They'll
you heard
rip-
them scream?
Yeah, they sound
Oh,
like
yeah.
pigs.
Maybe,
They're like this. They're like.
Oh, mate, fuck.
You know what? First time I ever went camping, right? You're lying there in the middle of the Murray there, you're lying there and you hear this.
You think it's his... Yeah, look
And
out.
I go to me, mate.
What the fuck,
fuck
mate?
is it, dude?
You walk out.
And he goes, no, just a koala bear calling for his mates. Like, what are you talking about, man? They're those drop bears they're talking about. Nah, man. Bears, just keep away from bears, mate. I'm telling
Maybe she fancies herself as an actress on King Kong or something.
Maybe. But anyway, they're my 2 bananas for the week.
Mine goes just Patrick Cripps.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a nice
straight
You got a
out.
banana, Vince?
Have I got a banana?
No, wait. That's it.
I don't have to explain. The footage is there.
No explanation.
No, I like that. Good.
Now, I noticed that last week, Paul saw a photo that you put up of part of our trip to Perth,
Yes.
where you and I and the Carlton president were there together at
Oh,
the
yeah.
pre-match function, and I think you made a comment. What did you say?
Oh, they've buried the hatchet.
Yeah, we buried the hatchet. Well, there was never a hatchet. But, a bit like, I think Rocco might have hinted at this. He gets my banana for last week.
Straight to the top.
Fuck.
If you're the president of the Carlton Football Club, and you go to a supporters function, whether it's in Perth or Adelaide or Brisbane or here in Melbourne, and you've got the opportunity to get up and say 1 or 2 minutes of, hi everyone, thanks for your support, means a lot to us, great that you could be here, let's get behind the team today.
You'd go up, wouldn't you?
You'd go up and say hello, wouldn't you?
You would.
He wouldn't do it. I asked him on more than one occasion. No.
No, coming up.
So, Luke, you're my banana.
I like it.
There
Straight
you
to
go.
the top.
He'll learn from it, hopefully.
Well, like the Carlton Football Club.
I
Maybe
hate
you'll learn.
giving
You've
this
got to
one
be
out.
better than that if you're the president.
I think so.
I hate giving this one out, but this one had to happen this week. Harry Mackay.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Grips for
Shocking.
guy. Bang.
Shocking. Absolutely shocking.
Well, you know what? I was going to give him my banana because during the week
deserves
he
it.
was on AFL 360.
Yeah.
Nearly
Oh,
every second article
Oh,
on the
yeah.
Carlton website was Harry Mackay says this and Harry Mackay says that, and talking to Nick Revolt about
Mason
Harry,
Lomax.
all this stuff. It was all just glorifying Harry,
And bang.
and then he puts in an
Look,
absolute
I can
shocker.
give him. I'm going to give him a bit of an out here.
What?
Harry Mackay.
What?
I reckon he'll hit back this week.
If you look at the North Melbourne game, he played a whole North Melbourne game in the
And then had to come to the
and
G.
then rushed off and played like a full Carlton game. So you don't blame the bloke.
That's
No.
his identical twin brother Ben, mate.
Maybe he did play that game.
That's what you say.
Yes.
All right, so I'll give him a bit of an out. All right.
Anyway,
You know what the funny thing is? People actually believe it.
No.
really?
I think
Actually
so.
Oh,
sickening.
come on.
Actually
surely.
sickening.
I reckon.
What
there'd
about
be
when they're
1%.
together on the
I
same
reckon there's
ground?
1%
Oh,
that
they're
believe
saying
it.
Oh, they actually
they
haven't
would,
been
they?
playing against each other.
They've
have
never
they?
played against
never
each
played.
other.
This is like Clark Kent and Superman.
That's what I'm saying. You
Peter
just don't
Parker,
know that.
Spider-Man.
Exactly, yeah.
You don't-
Anyway,
Fair enough.
All
it's a good
right.
one, Harry. Yep.
Let's have a look at this.
Alugogoria. Fucking Vincenz, mate. Fucking big Vincenz. Is that Vincenz? Uma carenda Vincenz, compara Vincenz.
I love how he goes. Gumbana James.
Is that supposed to be me? I've lost all my hair.
Well, you are an
It's going very quickly, let me tell you.
All right, let's go into this one. All right. First of all,
Yes.
we're going to go into Talking Blue.
Okay.
So, who are we playing this week?
GWS.
All right.
Forget it.
What are we going to show? Not GWS.
Oh, no, GWS. Well,
No.
we beat him the first time we played them.
No.
To kick
So
that
let's have a look at
inverted
this
tall
photo
feet.
before we do it. Let's have a look at
Okay.
this. Here we are.
Ah,
Who are
yeah.
they?
Dora.
Heritage.
And who's the bloke on the right? I can't make
Richard Rocky Dennis.
Ah, Richard Dennis. There you go.
Richard Dennis.
Did you sit with him?
Both 87
Who did you sit
premiership
with at the
players.
ground?
No, at the ground the show.
No, that was Ross Ditchburn.
Oh, Ross
He was the
Ditchburn,
full
that's
forward
right.
in the
That's right.
1982 premiership. Yep.
That's right. That's right.
So,
He went off
me,
concussed, actually,
Oh, okay.
during that game. He didn't play much of it.
who?
Ross Ditchburn. He went off early.
Against West Coast?
No, Ross Ditchburn.
Is that why?
In the 1982.
Is that why he was up sitting with us?
No, in the 1982 grand final.
that's right.
But he was a great full forward.
But anyway, don't worry about him.
12 goals once
Really?
against St Kilda.
Did he?
At Waverley.
I didn't know
That
that.
was in the quiz. Weren't you listening?
Was it?
I said, who was it? Was it former Western Australian? Was it Warren Ralph or Ross Ditchburn?
I was too busy taking photos.
Ross Ditchburn was actually at the function.
I was too busy taking
That's
photos.
when I introduced him.
Too busy talking to the president.
You were too busy getting the wolf
Yeah, we're getting the wolf going. Anyway, we sat down
Yes, we
with
did.
Dora and Dennis and Richard Dennis.
Yep.
And we had a good conversation. Son.
Fantastic conversation.
We're going to
Very long one.
make that part of our
Jumper punch page.
Yeah,
YouTube
definitely.
page,
But we're going to make that part of our Talking Blue.
Yep.
Now,
Yep.
it goes for 2 hours, so we're going to make it a two-parter.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I went for that
It was a
one.
long conversation.
Hey,
Put
we
it all
said,
in one.
But
it's too long. We'll do it 2 weeks.
It was all...
Relevant.
Yeah,
Well,
but
there
it
was no waffle.
Well, we did it with Karato. We sat down, and then we go, well, far out.
It's amazing. We
An
looked
hour.
at our watches and said,
This
we've
is
been
the
going for
same.
nearly 2 hours.
And we were
Is that
drinking
okay?
beers, so
Yeah.
it really went for
It was on the Friday afternoon that we were in Perth just before we went to Gloucester Park.
Oh, with Richard Bell.
So anyway,
Richard
everyone
Bell.
have a listen to this.
We are the Navy Blues. We are the old dark Navy Blues. We're the team that never lets them down. We're the only team old Carlton knows.
Well, hi everyone. Here we are in beautiful sunny Perth in Western Australia for a very special edition of Talking Blue with Rocco and myself. And we're joined today by former West Australians, well they are West Australians, but former Carlton playing West Australians and Premiership players John Dorotich and Richard Dennis. Welcome boys.
How are you boys? How you
It's
going?
great to see you. And thanks very much for
see you, Rocco.
joining
Good to
us
see ya.
on our show.
Good to be here.
Yeah, and we feel very privileged that
100%.
two of you came at once and jumped at the chance to talk to us here on this high-rating YouTube show.
Yeah, it is. That's it. That's exactly right. So it definitely is a pleasure that you joined us on the jumper punch. Did you ever give like a good jumper punch on the ground?
No,
Were you-
I was never strong enough.
Oh, come on, Rich, I saw you give it
I
you.
was never strong enough. I did try, but it would have just glanced off it. So, no, not me.
Yeah.
Him, maybe.
I reckon
This
you
bloke
against
here-
Lockett. Did you ever
Yeah.
give him a jumper?
Well,
Yeah.
there was a few of them along the journey. So,
Derby?
but if you're playing on people like Lockett, Brereton, Roger Merritt, people like that, it's
You were gonna give
you've
it
got to
first
give
thing
as
like
good
you do.
as you get, sort
It was
of
a
thing.
different
And,
game, wasn't it,
you know,
those days?
Richard was a very nice player and all that, so he didn't have that many mean streaks in his body. But I'm sure if somebody was to whack him, you'd get back. But in
I
our
think we've
era,
all got a little bit of white line fever.
we do. It's just a matter of whether someone is strong enough and gets the right timing with it to
Yeah.
make an impact.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
You couldn't.
I tell you what, Dora, I remember seeing you play on Lockett at this game at Princes Park in 1992. We actually profiled this game
did
only a
profile
couple of
this
weeks
game,
ago. And I think you went on to him in the second half and you kept him just about kickless.
Actually.
And Lockett whacked Matty Hogg straight after the siren, and I saw a few jumper punches going on that afternoon.
Yeah. No, it was an interesting day, that one, because in '92 I'd been to Adelaide. We played Adelaide in a pre-season game, and I've sort of done a nice coat hanger to Brenton Sanderson, and you know, leading up to all of that, I got reported for striking, and I thought, okay, I've done it. I've given him a coat hanger, so go to the tribunal, plead guilty. I think, okay, my 4's going to become 2. And then all of a sudden the tribunal calls in the medical people from Adelaide who were doing it via television, and the doctor said, yeah, we took him down to get some x-rays because we feared his jaw was broken. And I'm sitting there going, you idiots, like, well, I've pled guilty, just say two weeks, John, and off we go. But what that meant was I'd missed the first 4 weeks of the home and away season in '92. Round 6 we played St Kilda at Princess Park, as you said, Vince, and Sauce wasn't playing, and Michael Sexton, who ended up being an absolute champion of the game for Carlton.
He started on him, didn't
A beautiful player, really good young fella, and I thought, okay, this is good. I'm on Stuart Lowe. Everything's going all right until the second quarter. I reckon about the 6-minute mark, the flags had just finished waving. that was Plugger's sixth goal on Michael. I looked to the interchange.
You mean
bench.
on Sexton?
Yeah, on Sexton. Yeah. And I looked to the interchange bench, and the runner was coming in my direction, and I was going okay against Stuart Lowe without any conflict. And he comes up to me, the runner, he goes, "Doro, Paco wants you to go and play on Lockett." I said, "Can you go back and tell Paco to get stuck? I'm not doing it." So unfortunately, that was my first experience on him, and I decided, like, we were both the same size, but he was probably 10 kilo heavier.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, you've just got to play in front of him a couple of metres, cut the angles, he's going to whack me, hit me in the back of the head. And the game ended up, as you said, Vince, because many years ago, my son came up to me in relation to this game, and he said, "Oh, my mates and I were looking on AFL useless stats." He said, "What player got 2 Brownlow votes in a game, Carlton versus St Kilda, for 2 kicks, 1 handball and 1 mark?" And it was me. And I said, "But there's a logic to what actually unfolded on this day." So as Plugger kicks his 6th goal about 7 minutes into the second quarter, 6 goals 2, he never touched the ball for the rest of the game.
So he never actually touched the ball?
Never got a kick,
never got
a
a
handball.
position, yeah.
You know, Rex Hunt gave me a couple of votes on 3AW footy. But at the end, you were right, Vince, right in front of the social club. He's leading me to the... I jumped up and I punched it. And then it was, you know, just bumbling around, and Plugger was poor old Matty Hogg was coming from the other direction. The siren's gone, Plugger's just gone bang, straight into Hoggy's head. I said, "Oh, shit, I better do something here." So I then put my arms around Plugger, and I can't actually say what he said to me. All he said was, "Let go, you dirty wop." And I thought, oh, okay, so Nicky Winmar was in the vicinity trying to calm things down. The umpire comes up, spins Plugger around, he reports him, and he was really grumpy. And, you know, and then I had the pleasure of playing on him later in the year in a State of Origin game at the MCG.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he kicked 5 on me, but that wasn't bad considering Victoria kicked 26 and WA kicked 11.
Yeah.
And the other reasonable goal kickers in the front half with Plugger were Jay Dunstall and Gary Apple.
Yeah, not bad for forwards.
So I think they kicked 16 amongst the 3 of them, sort of thing. And Derek Kickett won the Simpson Medal for WA as being the best player on the ground, and I actually finished second in the voting. So
there you go.
You know, 5 goals was all right. Under the duress of how much football came into the front half, but yeah, that was an interesting game with Plugger.
Oh, he was an interesting. All right, how was that? That was a good interview, huh? That was Pop.
They were great. They were fantastic.
Well, what we're gonna do is
everyone
we're gonna put it on our channel. So Jumper Punch this week we'll have Carazzo, and then we're gonna have Dora and Richard Dennis. Oh my God!
And a big shout out to Dora and Richard for meeting up with us. It was great.
I'm telling
fantastic.
you, I had a ball. I sat there just like listening to them. First of all, I love just listening to footy players. Like, it's great. But they were really good. Dora,
he's fantastic.
What a bloke, man! Just story after story.
We can talk the legs off a chair.
Now, I don't
you
know,
think I'm good?
I don't think it's this week, but next week he tells the story of when he used to run out of the band.
Yes, I asked him the question.
The 2 numbers. We won't go there. We'll
Yes, well, you've got to watch this.
Yeah, exactly.
These interviews on the Jumper Punch channel.
I'm telling you.
Make sure you go in there and subscribe to that channel.
Anyway, subscribe. We need the subscribers up. The viewing hours are getting really good.
We're almost at 500.
Yeah, so we need to get that.
TikTok's
so everyone get
off.
on there. TikTok.
1,300, I think.
Followers now.
We got
growing exponentially.
Oh no, the
crazy,
things are good.
Nuts.
All right, this is our favourite.
It is our favourite.
Che bello! Ma che cazzo sta a fa? Ma che cazzo sei? Ma che cazzo? Ma che cazzo so? Fatti i cazzi, qua.
Ma che cazzo! Everyone looks forward to that.
I love it.
You can see when 4 Italians do it. Yeah, when the rednecks come.
We do it with gusto.
Of course. Their hands are all over the place.
Purpose. Yeah, when Bucky does it.
Bucky, he tries it.
It's Muralitharan.
The cheat. He's another.
He's an actual cheat.
He should play for
No,
Collingwood.
he's not. They did the test on his arm, mate. He's not a cheat, Muralitharan.
Just wanted to bait him, man.
You just took a lot of.
That's why I said
He just
it.
got a lot of cheap wickets against Bangladesh and countries like that.
He's a cheat.
Dugan's a cheat, right?
He was a cheat.
You're the cricketer.
He was throwing
You should
it.
know.
Throwing it. Should have thrown. Hey, you know what we need in our side?
What do we need?
We
in our
need some
side?
players who just never give up. Like just
More Sam Walshes.
but like never give up.
Yep,
I want these two people on my side.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Who wins?
Don't know.
The champion's in desperate trouble. Dalzio's gone past him. 150 to go. The crowd roaring, go, Lochno, go. Oh my god.
What are they?
They're fighting over a chair.
Musical chairs. Who's going to win?
I want to know what the prize is.
She's won it. She's won it.
No, wait.
She's won it. She's stolen it at the last minute and taking it away is Carlton. And you can put down your glasses. That's a big effort from the lady there.
That's the musical
I don't
chairs.
know if I want
competition.
them. I want them as coaches. I want
Right.
something, mate. Like, and did you see that? Didn't matter. It was a female. He was not going to give up that
No,
chair.
that's fair enough. And she didn't step down either.
No, it was
Good
good,
on her.
man. It was good. Hey, listen.
Don't assume genders, okay?
Hey, listen.
How many
I'm not
listens have we
assuming
had?
gender.
Not
I'm
that
just
many.
saying that female didn't give up. I didn't say females give up. I just say the female.
No,
didn't
I'm
give
saying
up.
don't assume gender.
Oh,
You
that's
don't know
true.
if they
That's
were male
true.
or
No,
female.
that's very true.
Yeah, they could have woken up this morning feeling like a different gender.
Yeah, that's right.
Right,
All right. Hey, listen, our umpires.
Which gender of umpire are you talking about?
The umpires, I think have just become a little bit softer, haven't they?
Okay.
We should really get. I like this. Have a look at this.
My turn to speak. You speak to me like that again, and it won't be a scrum, it'll be a penalty. I'm all for chat at the right times and in the right tone. Do you understand me? Have the respect to look at me when I'm talking to you, please. Do you understand me? Yes. Thank you very much. You know I'm quite meanable. Speak to me tidy and I will listen all day. Sorry, sir. Thank you.
I like that.
How good's that?
Love that. Easy.
And did you see the player?
Yep.
All respect for the umpire.
Yep.
He sat there and he answered back, yep, you were right. Let's move on, mate. Not move on. No, you can't talk to me like that. 50 metre. You lose the grand final because you said boo to me.
And that's how you deal with it.
That's how you handle dissent.
We
You know what
noticed
that's called? Being a fucking adult.
Correct.
We noticed all the other sports, soccer, this, they all do it properly,
Far
but
out.
we can't work
It's called
it out.
being a fucking adult and fucking using common sense. Seriously.
Common sense. That's all it is.
Fucking hell, seriously. We laud that now. How fucked is that?
I know.
Oh, God.
It's true.
That's
true.
God, bro. We're lauding an adult speaking to another adult. You
Well,
speak,
did
look
we
at me
got
when I talk
We got
to
a
you.
50 against us this week, didn't
Yeah,
we?
he
think
couldn't
it
even
was-
say
I don't
anything
think it
back
was
to
dissent.
him.
It was
No,
throwing.
he-
He didn't throw
he
the ball
delayed
to
play,
delayed
whatever.
players.
Oh, that Doherty one.
I think we might have had one dissent that's been called since it all blew up and all that.
Yeah.
But I think like if they're going to bring the rule in, it was obvious. But I just completely disagree with it anyway. But anyway.
Notice how it's all just dropped away.
Anyway, listen to me.
Yep.
Listen.
Hey, listen.
Yep.
Hey, we all need a ladder. Want a good ladder?
Yeah, we all need
So
a
you're
good Jake
sitting,
Carlisle.
you're sitting late at night, you watch one of these what is it?
What?
Infomercials?
Infomercials, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what?
And
My
then you
old
play
man,
your credit.
my old man has a sickening fascination
sick.
with these
Bro,
infomercials.
he watches it for like 3 hours.
Okay, so this is no joke, no word
That's
of a lie.
fucking sick.
This is no word of a lie. My father,
He needs help.
God bless his home. When I get back to,
He's watching them.
no, but I'm not talking like you flick through the channels and something, and then you flick through after 30 seconds of seeing it. He will sit there, and I will get into the house, and he will be watching it, sitting there on his recliner with his cup of coffee and his glasses, sitting there watching infomercials.
I can confirm, bro, the bloke's sick, man. He dissects it.
Well, I
Like a
guarantee
football game.
he's watched this one here. Then.
All right, let's have a look.
It's a very easy situation to operate. You just push the buttons in right here on the two sides, and right here. And then after you let go, it locks. Firmly in place, so really, you're all set. And this is tough. It is? Listen, give you an example. Say you have you have to get up on the wall, high ceiling, vault the
Right.
ceiling. Hey, listen, just walk right up. And I tell you, it's very safe, it's durable, and a slight weight.
me.
Oh, really?
Did you just say?
See, now it's locked in place.
Now it's locked.
So really,
What's this?
I didn't have it locked. You
Wait,
have to
listen
lock
to
it.
him now.
Once you lock it, you're okay. It is very safe to operate. So, continue to call for it.
Alrighty. Well, Harold, I hope you're okay.
He goes, it is very safe. Continue to call for
Now,
it.
two things. One, it's just a ladder that works as all other ladders would. Two, who the hell is doing work in a suit?
Ask you that. Does
What
your
is it,
dad
the
buy?
Three
Does your dad
Stooges?
buy anything?
He's bought 2 or 3 things off, right?
Has he
I will
bought
say-
the knife that cuts the shoe? Because I always wonder, when are you going to cut a shoe?
No, or the tape that goes against the thing. You know, the tape that stops the water from coming out? The black tape. Isn't that just duct tape? Isn't that just normal duct tape?
That
He brought a Ford GT Cobra model.
Oh.
Right, which he's still got. Actually looks alright. Like it's all done
I
nice.
think both their dads got it.
I reckon they both did.
They fucking
Did
got
they
it,
ring
bro.
each other?
They bought one. Well, they are twins.
They are twins.
They're both twins. So,
Telepathic
and the
minds.
other one that they did, that my dad bought, was those stupid fucking tornado vacuum cleaners that
Ah.
lasted like 6 months, and then just eventually go. Bought a vacuum cleaner. And then he brought one of those, you know, those steamers for your clothes that you hang up and you know, like Paulie got.
This is all from info commercials.
From all these info commercials. You know how many times he used that steamer? Zero. It's still in the box.
Actually, my grandmother once asked me to approach my grandfather because she was too embarrassed. That their phone bill came through and there was all these 0055 numbers.
Oh no.
Back in the day when there was 0055 numbers. And I said to my mum, I said, no, these phone numbers 0055, you're ringing them at all these hours of the night. Yeah, well, I was up all night, watching TV, and up comes these commercials, and lovely young lady says, call me now. So I called her on the phone.
Fucking ringing tar
I love
and
it.
shit.
Anyway.
I love it. Hey, listen.
Did I just throw you right there?
No, you did actually. There.
Sorry, mate.
We talk about ladder ads. Let's go to a Holden ad.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'll never beat them now.
What? Why not?
They've got a car.
That's not a car.
That's a car. Nitron, the limited edition performance machine from your local Holden dealer team in Peter Brock. Nitron is available in fuel injection or the incredible turbo, which outperforms even Porsche 944 and Saab 9000 turbo for safer overtaking power. Nitron, from an amazing $18,995 and only from your local Holden dealer team. Collect one now.
That's a car.
Nitron, that's a car.
Nitron.
That wouldn't have been too far from the truth with Brocky.
Yeah, that's it. That was Peter Brock, the great late
The
Peter
great
Brock.
Peter Brock.
He's
That would have been a VL Commodore, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
From
Well,
about
was it
1986,
VL
87?
Bellina director.
Mars
Okay.
knows. Mars knows that.
I had a VL Commodore back in 87.
I've got a VL Calais in my garage.
Oh, you did too.
Oh,
you
yeah,
did.
it's but now mine.
His nephew is playing for the Gold Coast Suns VFL team, Sandy.
Oh.
There you go, Sandy Brock. Yep.
Oh, is he?
The left footer, yep. Called him
Really?
a few times this year. Yep.
Sandy Brock.
Sandy Brock, yep.
Wow.
We're going to get him. You know that?
What's his number? 05?
Probably 5.
45, I think.
45.
45.
45, yeah.
How good was Brock?
He was the best. He was
Guess
the best.
what? He won.
He won.
He won. He was a winner. He was a winner, except for when then he decided to do
The rally.
the rally racing, and then he lost.
His life,
All these, all the
unfortunately.
greatest. Senna,
Gone
Schumacher,
too early.
Brock.
Yeah, doing like
Yeah,
Steve
well,
Irwin.
exactly.
Extreme
Steve Irwin,
sports.
yeah.
Steve Irwin was the same.
Shane Warne.
Was it the same day or same week as Peter Brock?
I think
Steve
it was
Irwin?
very close.
I reckon
it was
it
really
was the
close.
same
I think
week.
it was close. Yeah,
I
yeah,
reckon
I
yeah,
reckon it
you're
would have
yeah.
been within a couple of days of each other.
What was worse?
Oh,
Good question.
fuck, God, jeez.
I mean, Peter Brock
Well, we love Peter Brock,
both
was
doing something they loved.
was a legend here in this country.
but I think
Steve Irwin was
a
international.
shock, but
It was global.
it was a shock when you heard that Steve
He made it
Irwin.
big in America, didn't he, Steve?
Huge in America. Massive.
His
massive.
kids are big now too, man. They're making it huge. Anyway,
Anyway.
hey,
And
listen,
they're
you like
they've
Tragedy,
been-
both of them.
They've
really.
been well brought up as well.
They
They're
have
not
been.
two
The
scoundrels or
son
anything
is
like
like
that.
a gun, mate. Like
Yep.
it's Steve Irwin
Yep.
2.0.
Oh,
Yes.
it is. It is. It is.
Hey, do you like beach volleyball?
Depends who's playing it.
Yeah, that's more to the point.
Even if you don't like volleyball, you have to watch this point.
Okay. Oh, oh my God.
So close
Oh.
to working as well.
Gee, they did that well.
Gets
Look
it
at this
over.
one now.
Block.
Bang.
Oh.
Great defense from USA.
Oh, no way.
And Ecuador.
Oh!
Gets it back.
Get out of here.
Unbelievable.
You're kidding me.
Can they clean it up?
That's an
No way.
unbelievable
A
retrieve.
real chance Ghana begging if they
Oh.
don't the point.
That was a spin on the other one.
Oh!
Remarkable defense.
How?
Absolutely scrambling. Can she?
Oh! That's unbelievable.
Brilliant.
That's got to go.
That's a cracker.
That's the best point I've ever seen in
I'm
beach
telling you,
volleyball.
That's
that was
unbelievable.
How's the defense? The offense.
First time I've ever watched the actual ball in beach volleyball.
I'm telling you, it's
Watch
one of
the
my
bouncing ball,
favourite-
Paul.
It's one of those sports you only watch during the Olympics, and it's one of your favourite.
And in
sports.
summer when there's nothing else on a Sunday afternoon.
Hey, listen,
on
we all live
TV.
in a stressful time, don't we?
It's as stressful as you
It's
make
stress.
it.
Everyone's
Yeah,
got
yes,
stress.
okay.
So this bloke here, by his doctor,
Yes.
told him to get rid of all the stress in his life,
Okay.
or else he might be in trouble. So this is what he did.
My doctor told me to let it.
The wife, the kids, the dog.
The chicken.
And if you follow that, the secondary footage of that, he also puts his Carlton membership on the reports as well.
That's the last bit.
Oh,
All right. Hey, one of the greats, Sticks Kernahan.
Yes.
You know Sticks.
Yes.
He was always like, you know, you want an autograph, he would never say no. Little
Yep.
kids come
Yep.
up to him.
Yep.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Nothing's too much
Now,
trouble.
I used to think he was called Sticks because of the big sticks, yeah?
Yep.
Until I saw this picture.
Oh boy. Oh golly. Well, that's yeah.
He went from sticks to trunk.
Unbelievable. Now, we know it was a shadow, right? We understand that. But he's still giving an autograph naked to the little kid. I just don't get it, man. Anyway.
It's part of life, isn't it?
Yeah,
Back
yeah,
in
no.
those days, in the change room,
They used to go
that's
in
the
the
way
change-
it was.
yeah.
I'm telling you.
That's the way it was, yeah. All right, that was a market cuts.
Yep.
Now,
Good
we
market
go
cuts.
to Paul's favourite seat.
One of my favourites.
Oh.
The great man.
Yes. Very good. Very good, Rocco. Very good.
What's very good?
This segment.
We love it. It's a people's
Yeah, I
favourite,
love
man.
it.
We love it.
So there was no multi last week.
Yes, there wasn't
Thank
any
goodness.
multi
We
there.
probably would have lost it if
well,
we had one.
probably would have lost it, I think.
I reckon
So
you
we've-
would have. Were you going to put Carlton in the back of your mind?
Yeah, I was.
You must have had your doubts even the last week about that.
Like you
Yeah,
did
I thought I'd let it go through to the keeper, and we've kept the powder dry. So
You've
the
done well.
account
You've done
stays in
well in
profit.
keeping
So
it.
we have a multi this week. 3 legs. Richmond to win by 3 points or more against Fremantle. I think they're going to bounce back.
Ooh, is that here?
Yep. It's at Marvel Stadium.
Oh, they don't like playing there.
Carlton by 23 points or more against GWS. I think will bounce back strongly. And Essendon head-to-head against Collingwood, adding in a little bit of value. You get about $8.50.
That is value.
That's a
like
big
it.
call. That's a
If you
big call.
If we get this multi, that's
Down
a
to
good.
lose.
That's a good pick, man.
That's a big call. Essendon to beat Collingwood.
$38 outlay to collect $322. Our profit at the moment for the year is $150, and the tally is at $11.50.
Like we had a couple of wins at the start.
Well, that's what it's all about. The troughs and the peaks and the valleys and the, ebbs and flows.
And you know what? The more you bet, the more you lose.
Exactly. And the more you bet, the more you win.
How many weeks have we actually won versus how many weeks have we lost the multi?
Well, it's not about that. It's about how much profit you make.
True.
That's
It's
it.
true.
It's
what
about
you
how
end up
much
with
profit
at the
you
end.
make.
It's true. And it's, you know what it is? You gotta know when to hold.
It's a good song, mate.
It's all about the long run, mate.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about the long run. So
All
we're
right,
hitting a
that's
little
good.
bit of a trough at the moment, but I'm sure we'll bounce back with this one this week.
The big call, the Essendon Collingwood
It
game.
is it, but you know
Not
you've got to add some value in.
They're
No,
bound
and
to
that's
lose.
it, you gotta
They're
have
bound to lose.
Essendon were
Kennedy
pretty
won't
strong.
Get a free kick this week.
You won't get a free kick. And they've had a couple of tight wins against
Essendon were
sides.
pretty strong.
Two. The
Who else
last
has
two?
played?
They've
The last
won 5
five.
games out of
No,
7.
I'm saying the
Who's Melbourne
last two
playing?
have been like...
Who do Melbourne play? You got the fixture up there for us,
Yeah.
Vince? Yeah.
So you got the Richmond Fremantle game. That's on Friday night.
Yep.
So they've got a
North
bit
play
of-
Hawks, Sydney and Adelaide, Port v Geelong.
North versus Hawthorn at Blundstone Arena in Hobart.
I think
Hawthorn.
North had their moment.
Hawthorn win.
I agree.
Yeah, I
Hawthorn
think
win.
North had their moment. Brisbane v Gold Coast,
Sydney and
Sydney,
Adelaide.
Port v Geelong. Yeah, that's
See,
it.
Sydney's very short.
Yep.
No value there.
What other games? Then the Doggies versus who else? Go back. What else? Doggies.
Is that really good value? Like Geelong to beat Port Adelaide in Adelaide $1.62.
I think.
Port Adelaide's season's done.
Yeah, but they'll pull out. They always pull out something.
Can pull out a result and maybe anyway.
Brisbane versus Gold Coast
Brisbane should
in
win
Brisbane.
that. You think Brisbane win that? But anyway, I mean, I've given up on my footy tips at work because I've missed 1 week and I haven't even bothered. So
You missed.
I missed 1 week. I forgot to put in the darn tips and I'm way behind. And I
Doesn't
haven't
it give you
the away team, but not on this. And the away teams all got smashed. And
That's a banger.
that's it. Fuck it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
You gotta know when to fold.
It's all over. It's done.
There we have him. From now on, we're going to call it Kenny's call. Kenny Rogers.
Fucking throw it in the bin.
What
there.
a bloody... That was perfect.
Yeah, well, that's it, you know. All right, so now, the Punters Prince, as I am
Yes.
colloquially known at Bet Deluxe, was the Wizard of Odds, but due to copyright issues, I can't be called the Wizard of Odds
Oh,
anymore.
really?
Yeah,
Why is that?
correct. So this is a couple of months ago, yeah. So I'm
Someone
now the
else has
Punters
done it?
Prince.
Copyright.
So a bookie is called the Wizard of Odds.
Oh, the Wizard of Odds.
Yes.
O-double-D-S.
Yes,
right.
correct. So
What about if you change it to a Z at the end? You can be called it.
Nah, well,
That's
it
done
doesn't.
now.
It's nah. So I'm the Punters Prince, right?
Odds.
So my best bet got up again on the weekend.
Ah,
Now
nice.
if you go and check my set for Flemington, mate, domination, Thalasfield, It's True, Horrifying. Take your pick.
Did he have
Take
a
your
cent
pick.
on any of them?
Oh, I had a cent on It's True.
Okay, good.
I
He's
backed
good.
Horrifying,
Yeah.
but I didn't back
You-
I didn't
Thalasfield.
bet this weekend.
But do you follow his
sometimes.
bets? Yeah.
I'll ask him.
Uh,
Do my own thing. But
so I thought I'll call the It's True race
Ah.
because Vince is here.
Yes.
I like
Vince is
that.
here, and I
Yes.
thought I've got to treat my guest to one of my calls.
Yes,
like
absolutely. I'm one of his biggest
You
fans.
know,
I know
so
you are.
the Punters Prince does it again.
I love a good caller.
I think it's like 6 from 9. I think my best bets have gone like 6 from 9. I have
That's
to check
pretty
my
good
account
effort.
on my,
Yeah.
on my
Maybe
Excel
there's like
sheets.
6 from 15 or something.
But I will
What's that?
say, one of my closest, one of my,
When you look at it.
one of my closest friends, who's also a pro punter too, Adrian. He actually tipped another thing in this race that I had my best bet in called Pichuanan at like 30 to 1, and it ran second to me by that much. So he's a gun.
Really?
One of the best analysts I know.
But not as...
No. He's way better than me. He's
You're
way
just-
better than
But
me.
you're beating him.
Yeah, but like mine are like best bets
He's
that are
30
like
to
5,
1.
6.
Yeah,
His is
okay.
like
So that's
I've
winner
never
place.
seen a bloke
Winner
who is
place.
That
so
would have been a
good
winner
at
place,
picking
yeah.
ones at long odds. His
Long
eye
on.
is just
so
amazing.
go each way on his and you would have cleaned up.
He is.
Even though he came second.
His eye is amazing, like just unbelievable for a tip. So, he only gives it to the diamond dozen. So there's only a few in his loop, and I understand why. He's very good like that. So when they do come, they are gold. So.
Okay.
I'm going to call this race. It's on my phone, so we'll put it in the bottom right-hand corner. You won't see me on the screen, but we'll get started with It's True. So Rusatsu gets loaded away into the inside gate, and we're ready for a start. Favourite draw in the middle. Spanish Tides reared at the start and missed it by 2.5 lengths. Soaring Eagle jumped away well with Swelter Magic, and from out deeper on the course, It's True, the favourite, is going to press on to be 3 wide in the early part. As they go by the 1400 metre mark and settle into stride, it's Spirit Gold, fourth the inside there of Angelic Scent. Then came Pictuanan. Out deeper on the track was Unique Artist. They'd be about 6 to 7 lengths off the lead. A gap of about 3 lengths to Kiss and Cry. Then came Spanish Tide, recovering from that tardy getaway. They were followed by Zoosonic, and right out the rear half of the field there is a Unique Artist. So they race up towards the 1,000-metre marker. Swelter Magic in front. The rough outsider of the field by about half a length to Soaring Eagle, second the outside. Then came Spirit of Gold, third the inner of It's True, has enjoyed a lovely run. Jacob Opperman's given him a beauty. Then came Angelic Scent. Flushed out 3 wide was Unique Artist. Then came Ratatsu with Kiss and Cry. Pictuanan's going to save all the ground up on the inside. And last of all, with the 60.5 kilos, is Zeus Sonic. So they race towards the straight. 600 metres to go into this northerly head breeze, and they're going to have it at their tails in the home straight. It's True strides up 3 wide and looms up into it ominously. Then came Soaring Eagle, Swelter Magic's gone. Unique Artist with Ratatsu running up down the outside, and Pictuanan back to the inner. Below the 300, It's True. Jacob Opperman pulls the stick on the favourite. She's drawn about 1.5 lengths, 2 lengths clear. Ratatsu running home down the outside. Then came Pictuanan, who's the danger up the inner. It's True, hands and heel. Jacob Opperman below the 50. Half a length, now a quarter. Pictuanan the danger, but It's True, the favourite, held on for the punters, Prince. Pictuanan ran second, then came Ratatsu. Spirit of Gold ran fourth. They were then followed in by Angelic Scent. Spanish Tides made up great ground late. They were then followed in Soaring Eagles, Sonic, Unique Artist, Kiss and Cry, and Swelter Magic finished at the rear of the field. But it's another one for the punters.
Another one for the punters.
Brilliant, Paul. Brilliant.
340, 340, 320 across the tote. Pictuanan, $424.
Hang on.
Protest here. We've got a protest here in the third at Flemington. Ratatsu has grabbed third, and Spirit of Gold has grabbed fourth. So the numbers at interim: 12, 11, 6 and 7. Winning connections: Jacob Opperman, Jason Warren and Darren Krongold.
Brilliant, Paul.
Thank you very much.
Bravo.
That was
absolute natural.
Didn't miss
you
a
are.
beat there. That was perfect.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, what is it about these race callers?
9.9.
You reckon 9.9?
It was one mistake.
What was the mistake?
Because he expects perfection.
Yeah, you did. I noticed that.
Sorry.
There you go. Looms up ominously. Yeah. There's no such thing as a 10.
That's right.
You can't have a 10. Impossible.
It was 10 in nothing. It's close. It can't. Or else, where do you go to?
Exactly. Well, where do you go? It's like Dave Portnoy with the pizza reviews. If you hit 10, what if there's something better than that you had before?
You can't make it 10.1.
Exactly.
You're done.
Great call.
That was a great call.
He decided to give you the numbers this time and the odds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was a great call.
It's True. Another one for the punters, Prince. How does
What do you like better?
What?
The racing or the footy?
Oh, both equally.
Equally?
If you had an opportunity to be a caller of one or the other, but you couldn't
Just
do
say they
both.
go to you, they come and
You're
identical
gonna be a
times.
football caller?
One call,
Footy.
they ring up and they
Or a
go,
race
footy, racing, you've got the job, but I need to know in the next half an hour.
He rings Matt Hill and says, how do I do both?
Exactly.
Mate, well, seriously, if you had to make a choice.
It'd be
what
tough,
would-
wouldn't it?
Just.
Football.
It's like the Craig Bradley thing, you know, cricket or footy.
Football just.
Kudafides, athletics or footy?
It's probably because you've been watching it
Football
longer.
Just.
You've been watching it longer.
Just.
I reckon if you're brought up around horses, it'd be horses instead of...
All right, so I always wanted to be a footy caller.
Yeah.
Then got into racing heavily.
Yeah.
And then, so...
You do the racing fucking...
Well, they say, as
so
Bruce
good.
McAvaney said, if you can call racing, you can call anything.
Yeah, no, you do it
Well,
so
he
good.
used to be called, didn't
Exactly. And when the people ask him, they say,
Yeah.
what do you call it? He goes, I'm a race caller.
Yeah.
That's what he always says.
Well, we met Richard Bell over there in
We showed
Perth
the
last
picture
week.
last week, yeah.
He's a jet.
He's a fantastic caller of harness racing, and he can also call thoroughbreds and greyhounds as well. He's
of course.
called at Kennington
I
and places like that.
got to, we saw the video, I got to go upstairs and watching. I didn't actually stay there when they actually did the call because I didn't want to disturb him, but...
I did because I was
you were
recording Luke
there.
Humphries.
But just watching what he does in there, or watch what Luke was doing, far out, man.
Oh, yeah.
He was looking at the camera, looking outside, looking at the thing, man. It was
So
just,
many
Can
things
I
to
ask you
take
something?
in.
Do you think that
Okay.
there's a sense of, like, born to call? Like, are you guys got something in your makeup that
It's
makes
all the
you a
voice.
born
Voice and
caller?
knowledge.
A little bit.
I know that there's a lot to do with the voice and knowledge,
If
but
you don't have the voice for it, it just
Yeah, you need the voice,
You need the
obviously.
voice.
All right, once you got the voice.
No, but I'm talking about
Yeah.
the really good ones. Do you think
Oh.
they're born to call to some extent?
I think to a certain extent, fate has a little bit to do with it.
It has to be. It depends on what you were doing when you were
But
young.
you can practice it.
No, but to be able to call like that without mincing words, without hesitating about what's going to come out of your mouth next.
Honestly, it's practice.
That's a huge skill.
It's honestly
It's a great
practice.
skill, really.
The voice is like number one. If you don't have the voice, forget about it. Might as well just stick to talking.
So it's a bit like me with auctioneering. You just got to keep practicing and you get better.
Well, that's exactly right.
It is. It would be. It's like anything, man. You do it over and over and over again. You're going to get it
Repetition.
right.
Some things you're made for,
Yeah.
and some things you
That's
aren't.
it.
That's it.
You know,
And it's ingrained, like it's my life, like that's what.
Yeah.
And
Now
who
it
knows?
is.
Since when we were little, like
No,
we
we
play
used-
PlayStation and
we
we
used to turn
commentate
off, we used
together.
to commentate together.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and it's
good
always
fun.
just and like our dads would always.
Yeah. Always.
You know, this commentator and that commentator, and you know,
When
so it's
you-
got to be ingrained in you from
You know
people
what else
around
you've
you as
got?
well. You know,
You got a good memory.
yeah, I
You
definitely
have.
get
I
better.
think that helps.
Yeah.
That helps.
But you got to grouse. But even when we were doing before the Carazzo ones, you never saw the highlights I put up.
but
But
I know.
you went, that game, that
I
ground, that thing. It was
Sick.
That is a
That's called
sickness.
passion.
You know what you are?
What?
You're like a king.
A king.
Yeah.
The rare of the reserves.
Like once we were
Like
kings.
once we were kings.
Of course.
Who wants to be king?
His on-field play bettered by none, the World Cup champion often found it hard to keep his feet on the ground. Not only did he possess sublime football skills, he literally had millions of fans in Argentina worshipping him as a football deity. This love for everything Maradona gave the football megastar a warped sense of reality, and pretty soon he would be making headlines for all the wrong reasons. In the mid-1980s, right at the peak of his brilliant career, Maradona slipped into his 2-decade addiction to cocaine. It was allegedly during his 2 seasons with Spanish club FC Barcelona that the Latin American genius first experimented with the banned substance. However, as reported by BBC Sport, it was his transfer to Napoli in 1984 that elevated his newfound pastime into a full-blown addiction. 7 years on, Maradona gave the positive dope test that saw him banned for 15 months. Sadly, he didn't learn his lesson, and in the 1994 World Cup, he was ejected from the tournament, his international career effectively over. However, not all his off-field exploits were controversial. On November 7, 1989, Maradona married longtime fiancée Claudia Villafane at a ceremony held in Buenos Aires. Claudia and Diego had 2 children together, Dalma Maria and Janina Dianora. Despite stating that Claudia was the love of his life in his autobiography, Maradona also revealed that he hadn't always been faithful to her. His commitment issues added to his lengthy drug addictions, and subsequent health problems led to the couple's divorce in 2004 after 15 years of marriage. They remain very good friends and have since been seen together in public on various occasions, including the 2006 FIFA World Cup. Politically, Argentina's greatest footballer has also found it hard to stay faithful. During the 90s, he openly supported the right-wing presidency of Carlos Menem. However, in more recent times, he has leaned more towards left-wing ideologies. Whilst receiving treatment in Cuba, his meeting with Cuban President Fidel Castro gave him the perfect opportunity to show off the tattoo of Fidel he has on his leg. The football legend also proudly revealed his tattoo of Ernesto Guevara.
How's that? Maradona. How good.
Post-career antics.
So he gets married to the love of his life, apparently, and then we find out in his book that he was very unfaithful through the whole marriage, right? So that was the love of his life.
horror.
And that was a shock horror.
Shock.
And then he pretty much, not that he started, but he went on a 20-year,
Bender.
pretty much bender, yeah.
Oh, Bender.
Went off the rails.
It was a bender.
Yeah. Fucking coke
You know what
addiction
sent him
out
off the
his fucking
rails?
brain,
And
mate.
you know, put him sent him off the rails?
What?
Getting that tattoo.
Oh, and that was the
What
other
was the
thing,
tattoo
yeah.
of?
Fidel Castro.
Yeah, he got
Communist dictator of
yeah,
Cuba.
no, that's it. So he got that. So he was a lover of that. Yeah. So he was a genius, but a weird cat.
That's what happens when you get into projected into stardom. You meet all these.
And he
characters.
was. As far as his soccer went, he was.
Off-field,
Off-field, he just fell away completely. But that's what happens. Anyway, what a show! Up and down. There's been like emotions and all sorts of stuff. So everyone get on to. Does everyone remember? Do you remember? What do we have to get on to?
TikTok.
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah. Subscribe.
You're not on Twitter, are you? No.
I'm on Twitter.
He's
I've
on
got my
Twitter, so you
Twitter
get on
handle.
the
At
ball.
PaulSeb05.
Everyone like
I'm
and
on
share.
Twitter, but I don't do anything.
Yeah, so like and share, that's the big one.
Like
Everyone
and
push
share.
the like now. Make sure you get onto our channel.
Yep.
We have got, who we got this week?
If you subscribe to Blue Abroad and you're watching the show, subscribe to the Jumper Punch channel.
Move over and
Simple.
subscribe to us.
You get all
Trust
of
me,
those
as soon as we get to that target, it opens up all these doors for us, man. We can do heaps of stuff. Then we go,
1,000 subscribers is the target.
yeah. So we got almost 500, so we need...
Might as well give him the fucking target. So.
And we need
We need
4,000 now.
500 more people.
500 more people.
And the road to 10,000 on TikTok.
And road to that TikTok's
We got
getting big.
1,000 in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're getting some good
1,200 in 2
videos
weeks.
coming up this week.
You enjoyed the interviews this year?
Well, thanks to Mr. Vince Lochisano.
Well, we have to thank to all.
Organised.
Wow, it's been my pleasure.
No,
Always
you're
happy
the
to help
man.
out the family.
You're the
Correct.
man, mate. You're getting all these up. Of course, and you are part of the Jumper
Thank you.
Punch. You are a big part of Jumper Punch.
Carltonians, he's got the Carltonians. I love
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's a cool scarf. That
Like that?
it's a really cool
It's
scarf.
an Carltonian scarf.
Is that
Love
It's actually
it.
a Carlton scarf with a Carltonian.
Correct. Yeah, no, I love that.
Patch on it. Yeah.
No, I
No,
love
but
that.
this is
How
what we
much
used to
that
have.
scarf cost?
Probably.
About $5,000.
$5,000.
But then you go to all these functions for nothing.
So what do you get? What do you get?
As a Carltonian,
Yeah.
never
are we
really
doing an ad
asked.
for them now? Are we?
Can we
Nah,
do
what
that?
do you get quickly? What do you get if you
Okay.
become a Carlton?
As a
Because
single
pe-
person,
because people don't
if you're a
understand
single
what the
person,
Carltonians is.
well, okay, the Carltonians is a coterie. What's a coterie? It's a group of people with a shared interest. So a coterie can exist in all different forms, but in football clubs, they're generally speaking groups of
Are we a
people who
coterie
are.
then? We got a shed in, right?
Well-
the Jumper Punch.
Well, you get together for a common cause,
Yeah, we
which
are.
is Carlton.
Yes.
Well, I guess Blue Abroad is a form of coterie, really.
All right. So we're starting memberships now.
$5 grand.
$5,000, you can become part of our
5,000
coterie.
lire, which is about 75 cents Australian dollars.
Well, yeah. So anyway, part of that annual fee is that you get to go to the lunches in your own private dining room,
Yep.
waiter service, 3-course meal, all that sort of thing.
CFW.
You seat out the front. Functions which are
You go to all the games?
attended by special guests.
Do you get
all the home games.
all the home games?
Every
Yeah.
home game there's a Carltonian function. If they don't have enough people to justify their own room, let's just say at a low drawing game against an interstate side,
Yep.
they might occasionally put all the Carltonians in with the president's room.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
So that's it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So-
I like it.
Cool.
And that's a different experience again.
Might be
Of course
something
it
we
is.
look into in the future to do alongside the club. Unite.
It's got its own
course,
website, so if you're
you
interested in
go.
joining, go to carltonians.com.au.
100%. All right. So get on to all the shows.
Well, actually, I want to stop you right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because Paul, myself, and Michael Maloney, and my brothers, were talking about sponsoring.
Player sponsors.
Oh, yeah.
Player
Okay.
sponsorship.
Well, we sponsored players at the club.
Yeah, so we'll think. I'm maybe thinking like I don't know if you want. I don't know.
JP
Yeah.
can sponsor someone.
No.
We
Well,
could all sponsor.
I was actually thinking that we were going to do one this year, but I was thinking for next year, definitely I want to sponsor a player.
Sponsoring. Adam Sard.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That'd be
He'd
cool.
be
Wolf.
already sponsored.
Yeah, but look into it.
Yeah, well,
You
you
never
know what we'll do.
What it
We'll
is
make
is
him an offer you can't refuse.
Yeah, that's it.
Not
No,
every
well,
not every player's sponsor every year renews.
Correct.
Yes.
So you can tell the club, look, I'm interested in sponsoring a player
gonna
next
say
year.
that.
Can you let me know
Because
in advance?
there's like three. There's your gold, your silver, your bronze.
There's different levels
He'd
of
be
it.
gold, I think.
Different levels
No,
of
no.
it.
Well, I think each player has each.
That's
player.
correct.
So
That's
you
correct.
can either get the
Oh,
gold
yes,
or you can
yes,
get
yes,
a silver
yes,
or you
okay.
can
But
do a
not all
bronze.
the players are at that level. Like
Yeah,
some
of
of the
course,
lesser
of course,
players only
yes.
have one level.
Yeah, that's right. So
Um,
an Adam
yeah.
Sard, for
I reckon
example, which
Sardi
would
would
be
good.
perfect
well,
for us.
Well, I don't know him personally, but I know a lot of people who are close
Yeah.
to him. Played footy with his cousins.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised if it comes
yeah.
up.
No, so that's
That'd
it.
be
So
a good
definitely like
And he
looking into that.
played junior footy for my club.
Yeah.
as
I
well.
think it's going to happen.
Well, we
I
never
think
played
next
together.
year, JP will
Coburg?
be
West Coburg.
sponsoring
West
a player.
Coburg, yeah.
Yeah.
West Coburg, so that would have been Breedley Reserve.
Is it really? Yeah.
Or was it Shore Reserve?
Shore Reserve, sorry.
Shore
Yeah, Shore
Reserve.
Reserve. Shore Reserve, yeah. On Melville Road there. Yep.
All right.
Played in both those grounds.
We'll work out that. All
Back
right,
in
we'll,
Monday.
we'll definitely do that. I think next year
Yep.
there's definitely going to be a
Yep,
player.
yep.
All right, so I was going to say, get onto all the shows, Spotify, your show on a Sunday in the blue
It's
corner.
been happening on Monday nights, as a matter of fact,
Wow.
lately.
Monday because of this, but normally it's on the
But
Sunday
that's
night.
normally on a Sunday night, 8
Yeah, so
o'clock.
catch
with
up
Steve.
you and Steve. That's always a good.
We try to talk about issues other than just the game.
Yeah. You go into the
We get into
next
a few
level.
other.
I like it.
Few other issues that sort of hopefully stimulates the more thinking Carlton supporters' mind.
100%.
Sure.
All right, we go into Top Dog Liquor. Thank you very
Top
much.
Dog Liquor, thank you again.
Thank
Sponsoring
you.
Manjaro Football.
Thank you to
Marino
also.
Bros. Oh no, who's
Well,
the other?
first of all,
Melbourne
we'll
Coffee
thank
Roasting
Melbourne
Co.
Coffee Roasting Co.
and North.
North Seafood and Grill.
Yeah, well, so we thank all of them, and also, of course, Marino Brothers.
Yep.
Right, but I went to see him again.
Yeah.
Let's see what happened here. Do you remember?
Con.
Who is this boy, Ruler? Who is this one who wants to take my goat from me?
How are you, Mr. Dickolatus?
Oh, Vince, what's his name?
Sorry about that.
Who
Yes, sir. You can escalate.
No, I'm actually Italian.
Italian from Italy.
That's where we come from, yeah.
Oh, yeah, doesn't matter, you know. Una faccia, una razza.
Yeah, they all say that.
Wait a minute. Hey, I know you. I've seen you on the television.
That's right.
Hey, you're Joey Pepperoni. Beautiful, from the young talent time. Hey, give me a song.
No. That's not me. Oh, look, I just,
Just to what?
Dad, you're embarrassing me.
Well, listen, you want to marry him, I got to get to know him.
Oh, no, look, I don't want to marry her.
What do you mean, don't want to marry her? What's the matter with him? He's beautiful, he's smart in the brain. This one very good, knows how to cook, how to clean, sweeping, cleaning up.
Sure, but we just want to go to the movies.
You just want to go to the movies?
Yeah.
No, marry him.
No.
Come here. Come here to me. I'm going to tell you something, Joey.
No, it's Vince.
What?
Vince is my name. Vince Sorrenti.
Joey Pepperoni Vincenti.
No. Forget Joe Pepperoni. It's just Vince Sorrenti.
Oh, you heard of him. I watched him on television.
No, I'm him.
You're him?
Yeah.
You're Vincenti?
Yeah.
You're the one on television?
Yeah, that's me.
The one who goes... That's right. Hey.
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, Rola, look who it is. It's Vincenti.
She knows.
Come on, tell me a joke.
You want to hear a joke?
I want to hear a joke.
Oh, well, we're going to go to the movies, and I'm not going to marry her.
That's a good
I
joke.
knew you'd
Yeah.
like that.
Tell me
yeah.
another one.
She's old enough to make her own decisions.
Oh, he's crazy, man. Next thing you're going to tell me she's old enough to vote because she's 24.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've seen him, but I don't believe him. Hey, when are you going to bring Ruler back to me?
Couple of days. Couple of days?
Wait a minute, a couple of days?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Couple of hours, maybe.
That's great. That was fantastic. So is this the Vince theme that you've put into the show tonight?
Yes. Oh, yes. I planned the Vince thing.
He's fantastic,
that was
Vince
Vince
Sorrenti.
Sorrenti.
He's
That
actually
was good.
played at a few Carlton
And
functions
who was that
over the
girl?
years. Sigrid Thornton.
That was Ruler.
That was, what are you talking about?
Well, Ruler.
Looks like.
Yes.
Looks like it. All right. We got some viewers to thank. First one.
John Holden, who we met at the game.
Did you?
Yes, he came up to us. We
Yeah.
all need
Fantastic.
to thank the boys on the jumper punch and Blue Broad for getting the wolf out there. Rocco, Paolo, Marcello, Terry were all instrumental in pushing this, and we all got on board. Woof.
That was straight underneath that Calm brought out the thing with
Yes,
Ange and that, and then
yes.
straight away John jumped on.
John,
and goes-
bang, and also met his son Joshua, I think.
Ah,
is his name.
nice.
Correct.
Good man,
We
John.
love John.
Nathan Gorga, Gorga, I think. Highlight of the show is Rocco learning the word antithesis.
Can you say it?
Antithesis.
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 Bravo. There you go.
I do a bit of a play on the word authenticity because I'm putting up things for auction.
Right.
And I always go on with the. Don't worry, everyone. It comes with a certificate of awesome. Look, they're real signatures. That's one of my regular lines.
I like it.
Good. Josh Cleverly.
Oh,
Great
yes.
Banana Rock. WA fans deserved a lot better from the players post-game. Honoured to meet you, but glad that was brought
Yeah, so we talked about the plays not going around the ground.
Yeah.
Go around this way.
Yes.
I didn't notice.
Well,
Did
we
they
lost.
go around?
After we lost.
We'll go
I don't
Straight
think
to the
they
dressing
But
room.
anyway, he was the one who brought it up. So thanks, Josh. What about this bloke?
Mark Anderson. Graham Anderson, my uncle.
Yeah, so last week we talked about Graham Anderson. He played,
Aha.
and
Yes.
that's his uncle. I think
In
he
the number
played.
43.
There you go.
Yeah,
43.
yeah.
Next comment. George Alaris. Can
Yes.
you zoom in on that name a little bit, Mars, for me?
Hilaris.
Ahalaris. Next week's sports bet market for Rocco saying, I'm telling you over 100 times, sitting at $1.01. That's probably over. That's probably over the odds.
I was going to say. And what about...
What have we got here?
Oh, I met him at the
Kane
function.
24 Blues. Yes, magnificent.
Yeah, so... we
Kane
said to-
Watto, Kano Watts, I think his name is.
And he actually, what did he write there?
Hey, mate, I forgot to ask the other day, would it be possible for an Andrew Walker episode, possibly if it gives me, people work on it?
Well, we're working on it, mate. But it was great to meet him. He was
Yep.
good. He was really good.
We're
So,
working it.
and this last one really doesn't make sense now because we found out something today. But he did ask a question.
Graham Morton, do you think Ed Curnow gets a farewell game this year? Love him as a player, but just don't know if there's a spot for him in anymore.
So there was a question.
Yes.
So he got injured again, didn't he?
Yeah. Apparently, it is a hamstring injury.
It's not looking good for him.
Which looks like it will probably rule him out for the year, and that looks like it will be a career
So
ender.
as far as getting a farewell game, it does not look like
Look, you could have probably got a farewell game if we couldn't move up or down on the ladder, regardless of the final result.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
I reckon he would have got a farewell game against the next one of the next two.
yeah, potentially. But you know, you don't want to risk selection integrity.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly right.
Correct. That's
At the end of the day, the monogram on the front
has to be
worth more than the number on the back.
We were saying that if they're going to just put in
And
players,
Ed Curnow's
for
the
the
type
sake
of
of
player.
Correct.
He'll retire gracefully. I
I was losing it over it.
That's
mate.
right.
He'll get a cavalcade around the MCG.
and he
He'll be
deserves
in
it.
a Hyundai going around the MCG.
And what way to do
Probably
it?
against
If he
Scotland.
does, this is not. This is all speculation at the moment.
course, of course.
Apparently, he is injured. He came off the ground. I hope it's nothing serious. But as I said, all the mail is saying that it didn't look good. But if he is to retire, which we're not saying he is, but if he is, what a way to do a little motorcade. Home game, last game against Collingwood, round 23.
100%,
Send him
yeah.
out with
We
a bang.
played many good games against too.
Yeah.
Now he's been anyway. Let's not preempt him, but we love him.
A loyal servant of the club.
We love
When
him.
it gets there,
Rookie pick.
He was another one rookie pick. He was too.
He was, yeah.
Anyway, he's still on the list. He
No,
hasn't
he's still on
retired.
the
So
list. But we just
That's it.
anyway.
We're doing a good
There's
job
the
of trying
question.
to
All
retire.
right. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
We're done.
We are done like a dinner.
Yep.
Thanks for having me, boys.
Thank you
No,
for
well,
coming
first
on.
of all, let's
Pleasure, Vince.
Thanks.
Always, mate.
thank you for
Vince,
coming.
thank
Thank
you.
you,
Always a pleasure,
for all
my
the
friend.
interviews.
Yeah,
Always.
thanks for everything, man.
Pleasure,
So we've
mate.
got some big ones
So,
coming
yes,
up again.
just again, this is the man that organised all the interviews.
Yeah.
He's the king of
put
it
some
all.
JP
Not all of them. I think you got one or two.
Wow.
Here, man. I think you
out
got
of
Jamo, and I think you got Wiggo,
One
and,
or two
Oh, yeah,
out of
Jago,
like
we
the
go.
30.
and I got everyone else.
Yeah, you got everyone. That's it,
He's
that's it.
a very
Oh,
well
that's all
respected
right.
figure with past players.
Yes.
And a lot of people at the club. He does a phenomenal job for us.
100%. And a real Carlton.
And it's a pleasure. Let me
Man.
tell you, it's an absolute pleasure to
It's
help
an
you guys out when I
intangible
can.
benefit.
It is an intangible benefit. It is. It is. This is what Carlton is, an intangible
Well, we would have
benefit.
never met if it was not for this show.
Well, they
we
wouldn't have
wouldn't
met.
met you if
Wouldn't
it
have
wasn't
been-
for this show.
wouldn't
We
have-
wouldn't have met people at the ground if
For-
it wasn't for this show.
For Blue Broad,
Yeah.
Blue Broad.
And the
this.
wolf would have never come
Never
back.
would have come back, yeah. We would have never got Ains.
Sliding doors moments everywhere,
Yeah,
eh?
yeah, that's
Absolutely.
it, that's it.
It's been an honour and a privilege to be back.
No, we
Thank
love
you.
having you on.
Thanks for inviting me back.
Yeah, and next week we have got a big game.
1:10 Sunday
I
afternoon,
know
Marvel
it's only
Stadium.
GWS.
Get
but-
there, get your
but-
asses down there.
It'll be 35.
Big win coming up for the boys,
Yeah, what do you
hopefully.
reckon?
35,000.
It's at Marvel, huh?
Yep, let's go, get
Yeah,
there.
35. Done
Big
deal.
woofs around the joint,
Big
And
wolves.
back the boys.
And then 2 interstate games in a row.
which is the strangest thing I've ever
Adelaide
seen.
and Adelaide,
in a
and then
fixture.
Brisbane and Brisbane, yeah?
Well, that's it. You've got to
That's
deal
what
with
it
it.
is.
We've got to
Gotta deal with
organise
it.
that trip too. All right.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
Go
Blues!
And I found out that the same things can happen to two different people. One gets rich and one stays poor. Why is that? It's because it's not what happens, it's what you do. Two men wake up one morning, there's a rainstorm on. One of them looks out his window, sees the rainstorm, and he says, "Wow, what a storm! With weather like this, they can't expect you to go out and make sales." He stays home. Same morning, the other guy looks out his window, sees the same storm, says, "Wow, what a storm!" But he says, "You know what, with weather like this, what a great day to go out and make sales. Most everybody will probably be home, especially the sales." See, that's the difference in how your life works out. It's not what happens, it's what you do.